No, some bitches. Just
Wait, that was too close, Larry. Don't put. That was too close. God damn it!
Now we're live.
Okay, now we live. Shit. God damn, Larry. Larry's smoking that good shit, bro. Larry came straight in, set up, and smoked.
Yeah, he
I pressed the wrong button.
Pressed the wrong. Yeah, you high. You high as fuck. Hey, y'all, we back, man. Shit. Look at Sixx, y'all. Sixx looks a little different, don't he?
Yeah.
So, hey, if you guys don't know, Sixx
Not
is on.
that different, actually. I watched the show
shit.
before.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it.
Get it.
So we did not want to let you guys miss out on new content because we were in Puerto Rico and we missed what, 2-3 shows?
3 shows.
3 shows. Sixx is on his way back from Vegas. So we was like, fuck that, we're gonna do the show anyway. So you guys, I want to let you guys know, you guys are the first co-host ever. Am I lying? This is the first one.
First one.
That's thugged out.
We even talked about it before. And we're like, nah.
Well, because
That's history.
Because we have a lot of people who'll be like, oh, we want to come on the show, and be like, for fucking what?
Right.
Like the COVID and shit, it was impossible to get.
And so I saw you guys Sunday. You had been on. I was like, well, fuck that. You didn't get to perform, so I was like, fuck that. You come on. And then we haven't had Sarah on, so I was like, it's the perfect fucking opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all for coming through.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, this is Smitty. I don't like calling you your real name.
Well, see, here's the thing. That's not even my real name.
Are you trying to get away from the shit or what? Like,
It's not really. Like out here, you know what I'm saying, I'm always gonna be Duke City Smitty. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter.
Yeah.
But like I'll allow it, but the thing is, I don't want to go to the bank with a check that say Smitty on it, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I would
And
go
so
to the
it's
bank with if shit. I'll be Smitty with a check.
Nah, I'm just saying. you real. But it's like I don't know a lot outside of like maybe Earthquake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like people with a nickname that really get past, because a lot of people, they'll have one until they make it big and then they drop that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they want to seem more relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Try to get away
Or
from the
people
comedy
just
shit.
grow up.
But yeah, and that's what I think it was for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I can tell who know me from where by what they call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody in
Same
Atlanta
here.
calls me Smitty. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's not who I, you know.
What they call you in Atlanta?
Just Stef,
Stef?
you know,
That's
by
what's
my
up.
actual name and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a couple comics out there when I first moved back call me Smitty, but after that, you know, I kind of deaded it.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So,
You know, like, and we'll get to you, Sarah. I got to stay on. This is kind of weird because
I love Smitty, so I want to
hey,
as much as
that's
possible.
what I'm saying.
because
Missed the hell out of you.
Anthony for the show Sunday, he was like, "Hey, you want to go by Buck?" And I was like, "Nah, put Robert Buck D Gibson." Like,
Yeah.
I want, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so at first I was like, Buck D, yeah. And now I'm like, I'm a 40-year-plus old man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
the
And it's
fuck?
like, yo, it's like,
Man, fuck
not
that.
saying that you.
Rodney Dangerfield, like, till his 80s.
But see look, Rodney Dangerfield. That I don't know him by nothing else.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
So what are you going to go by?
But I mean,
I'm
but you
gonna,
even look
I'm gonna
at.
have it in. I'm gonna like Robert Buck D Gibson. Like that's how. But when I've been doing it with almost six, 7.
Yeah.
So like the first 2, 3, I was like, fuck that. But now I'm just like,
So do you think
Like, but you see the potential.
Yeah.
You performed in L.A. and shit like that. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could be Buck D, but there's
I want
kind of
this-
a persona that comes with Buck
Yeah,
D.
real
There's
shit.
a persona that comes with
Yeah,
Smitty. Like,
yeah.
I'm more of an asshole.
Yeah, I be
like, you know what I mean, or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
I definitely feel that
yeah.
shit.
And
That's
so
exactly
it's like
what it is.
I'm kind of transitioning out of being that dude. Like, you know what I mean? I'm starting to think more positively, and
That's
you know what
what's
I'm
up.
saying? I'm smoking hella weed.
you're getting older.
And it's
That's-
like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm chilling now, you know what I mean?
A lot of people. No, people tell me, "Oh, you getting soft." Fuck you,
Bro, no, I
That ain't
see.
what it is.
I see how our parents became kind of lame, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like when they stopped doing the things that they talked about doing.
Real shit.
I see where it is now. It's like I'm at that transition period
you
where
go.
it's like, nigga, I'm about to start like
That's grown
like
people
being
shit.
at the crib is like
Menopause.
dope. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean.
also, that's great fucking timing. We have Miss Sarah Kennedy. What's up,
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? I'm
Hello.
so excited to be here.
Sarah? Sarah's watched the show. She's put input in before.
Yeah, I love this show.
This is it's crazy because I said I want Sarah on the show because you actually offered. You was like, "Oh, I got a lot of lesbian friends." Because I was like, "Man, we need lesbians. We need the LGBTQ community to be on here."
Yeah.
Because so I'm gonna get right into it.
Oh, go for it.
LGBTQ. I have a list of groups of
Letters.
people who are just. The sense of humor is cool until it's on them.
Yeah.
So LGBTQ is pretty high. So we have woke people, woke black folks,
Yeah.
Christians,
Them
black women. Black women, oh yeah, they'll laugh at you.
yeah.
But when you get on their ass, oh no,
They don't like
it's
that
it's
shit.
not
No.
white. Let me see. Straight white men.
No.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell
Straight
yeah.
white man, dude.
Nah, but
I'll take
you got some
offense.
soul in
You're
you,
upset
bro.
right now.
You see, like, he got offended when I said that shit.
No, fuck you, man.
Fuck you. See, but LGBTQ's like the top because I've done shows and I got pulled to the side and you shouldn't get the fuck out of my face.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like a big cane.
Yeah,
They just-
but it's funny because I've been to the social club and I've been to their shows and I'm like, man, y'all can't say shit.
Nigga,
Y'all try to put all
done
type of
comedy
dicks on my shoulders and
I've done comedy in the social.
yeah, and I'm like, y'all shit is like that's the funniest shit. One of the funniest things I've ever been to, just because how
Yeah.
open they are.
Yeah.
And I would think they will be able to take a fucking joke.
They roast
Fair.
so hard, but they cannot take it.
They can't take it.
That's a real, especially in them.
You ever ran into that shit?
I mean, half and half. I mean, not really. I mean, so, okay, there's this joke where it's like, how many lesbians does it take to screw in a light bulb? Mm-hmm. That's not funny. And that's like a big part of it. Like that idea of like, who is telling the jokes?
Yeah.
Where are the jokes coming from?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is what matters, I think, more than anything. So I can show up but also I don't do jokes like that. I just do goofy ass
Yeah.
stupid jokes that are nerdy and whatever.
Let me
And then
ask-
I like the jokes that make people laugh at themselves because it's so much easier to laugh at other people. It's hard as fuck to laugh at yourself. That's what I feel.
Real big
it's
just
not.
happened recently.
Not to me
Yeah.
neither.
Just
Shouldn't
recently
be,
with
but-
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Oh, I know.
Did you see the whole thing with him? I mean,
Well, there's so much with Bill Burr recently that
Yeah,
I
like-
Man, they better get off my boy.
Him,
They
talk
better
about
get off my boy,
him
man.
With like what? Yeah.
They
So
better get off my
Literally
boy.
be talking about anything.
They better get off my boy,
Snaps.
man. I fucks
he's got
with
some
him.
good PR
fuck
right now
with
because
him.
he'll be in the headlines every week, being like, "I'm gonna say an opinion," and then people are like,
Right.
I think that's anybody now, though. This whole cancel culture
but I don't think
shit-
they can cancel him or
No,
Dave.
fuck no.
Neither
No.
one of them.
Nah,
They're above that
They're
shit.
too.
They're above
They're
that.
too mainstream now for that shit. Like, Dave is the GOAT now, bro. Like,
Oh, he's the GOAT.
I'm glad you said that shit.
I'm just saying.
People get mad when I say it.
No, why?
I'm just
He
saying.
is.
I'm like, y'all,
right
Name
now,
another comedian.
they can't. That
Huh?
actually
Just
took
name
a
another comedian?
No, name
No.
another comedian that's at his
bigger
level.
than Dave Chappelle.
But
Who
but
actually
here's the
sat
thing.
down?
There's only one other one that's a little bit below, and that's CK.
But listen.
True.
Listen.
I agree with
All
that.
right, I gotta go. I'm so happy to have been here. I'm just kidding.
I knew it. Look,
guys,
look.
listen.
I ain't.
Because I mentioned
I'm
CK.
not.
Look at them letters.
I'm not gonna say CK, bro. But
All the letters C and K are not in there.
They ain't in there.
And
No,
that's-
they're not included. No,
But I'm just saying, like, but I'm looking at Dave as the greatest as far as joke telling, like getting on stage and just performing. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying, his shit is the most cohesive now. You know what I'm
and
saying?
you know what? You can
But-
drop that shit in any time. And It's
Exactly.
gonna be funny.
But the thing,
especially
like,
to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He
Oh
loves-
yeah, fuck yeah.
That's the audience.
That's funny as motherfucker.
but but what do y'all think about as far as like them looking at, you know, where do you fit Kevin Hart in this situation?
He ain't on the
He
radar.
ain't
to me.
even on the radar anymore.
You know why?
dude.
Okay, I put Kevin Hart like this. Kevin Hart changed from being a comedian to a businessman. And he didn't do the Jay-Z juggle where you could be the artist and the businessman. He was just like, I'm gonna put the art on the back burner and I'm just going. And I feel like it's showing in his performances. Not saying that he's not funny, but he doesn't have that. It's like when you get more successful, it's harder for you to relate to everyone
relate
who
to-
made
yeah.
you fucking famous.
Mother made too many
But I
movies.
think
That
that's
was
why
the
he.
problem.
I
Well,
think
that's
that's
what I
why
was gonna
he.
say. Is I think for Kevin Hart in particular, he's a very talented stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He used his status and the raise of that to then now be a movie star. He's a movie star, and he's a great movie star. Like that, he makes so much money for all these studios. And anytime he puts on a movie, people are like, I will be
he
there
is
the opening
fucking
night.
Right. Regardless of how many
Hands
people
down.
hate him,
He's
they
a
still
mogul.
go watch his
Funniest
movies.
He's a
fucker
mogul.
in a movie. I think he is
Oh.
his punchlines, everything, like the way his cadence.
You think? Wait. Say
Kevin
that
Hart,
again.
His cadence.
You think so?
You think he's the funniest?
Fuck no.
Nah.
Hell no.
In a movie?
In a
in a
Boy, stop.
white
No,
movie.
hell no. Oh, in a white movie.
Yes.
Well,
mean,
you could put me in a white movie and I'd be a fucking
Maybe
star in that.
fucking motherfucker, yeah.
It's like they at least gonna be looking at you like this motherfucker gonna do some of the funniest shit. I'm just saying.
They be like,
He
wait,
gonna have one of the funniest
I'm
things.
waiting for the nigger to make me laugh.
Oh shit.
With the hard R.
No, I'm just saying this. Kevin Hart, he knows it though. And when you get so rich, you don't give a fuck. Yeah. And the same thing happened to Eddie. Same fucking thing. And not saying, no, Eddie's getting back on the stage now. For the longest, Eddie was
Where?
number one.
Yeah.
But he got too far removed with success, doing all this,
doing
being
the
donkey
movie.
and goddamn all this other shit.
I know what Sarah's gonna say.
What's up?
Well, no, I'm about to open my mouth for something that is not the usual put my foot in it sort of situation. But so Eddie Murphy was on Mark Maron this week.
Yeah.
And he was saying, and I'm saying this knowing that I didn't listen to the episode. So that's why I'm like, okay, here we go.
He said,
When he started doing stand-up in New York, stand-up comedians were like ventriloquists or magicians, where they were few and far between, and he was able to like really get in there and really show off what he had. And like by the time he was on SNL, comedy blew up in
Yep.
a way, and so that he was
Yep.
able to really just this entry point.
he took that wave, man.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then he also got to do like some of the best stand-up specials ever.
Yeah.
And there's probably comedians who are just as talented as him who cannot break through that noise right now because there's just so many everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I think so. To be honest, you know, when I think of pure just fucking comedians, goddamn Patrice O'Neal, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look here.
It's my favorite. That's my
Look
favorite.
here, bro.
comedian.
That's my favorite.
Look here. He's on my Mount Rushmore. And it's sad that a lot of people don't know who the fuck that is because he hadn't done move. Like, that's the natural progression.
But that was
Think
his
about
fault,
that.
though. Have you watched that documentary?
Yeah.
That shit is
But he chose it.
great documentary.
But he
number
didn't.
one.
He just felt like, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, change who the fuck I
Yeah,
am.
he knew who he was. I mean, but I think, you know what I'm saying, I think, like they said, he was starting to regret some of that shit at the end.
Yeah,
you know
them
what I'm
pockets,
saying?
yeah.
And it was just like, damn, like,
Well, Hollywood's disgusting.
you know, if I got out my own way, you know what I mean? But
We can think
elephant in the room to me is, you know what
Top
I'm saying?
three.
That's- Yeah.
Top three.
Definitely.
Top three.
That's
Easy.
that man, shit.
I know that motherfucker inside
Even the
and out,
deleted
bro.
shit they didn't
Yeah.
put in is
I
fucking
wanted
gold.
to when I first saw that, I
Yeah.
think I was like maybe 3 years into comedy or something like
I thought you were
that.
gonna say I was 3 years
I
old.
was gonna say, God
No,
damn,
no.
I was 3 years.
It's like that was me.
Jesus.
Like, boy,
Where
you
was
grew-
your parents?
I was
Nigga,
gonna
like,
say- I was
why
gonna
were
say-
you?
I was gonna say, what the fuck you eat to get so big? God damn.
Shit. But nah, I was like 3 years into comedy and I was about to quit.
Because he's like, there's no way I can stand up to this shit.
No. That's me watching that reinvigorated that shit.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
okay. Was that
I
on the side?
watched Elephant in the Room and saw that first 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
That first 15 minutes of that shit, it feels so organic. Like
He
it
was freestyling like a motherfucker too, wasn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he didn't write nothing down.
And I was just like, yo, that
Yeah.
shit, I want to be able to do that right there.
Yeah, and I just think
And-
a lot of people get into it. We know this for different reasons, and I think Kevin Hart is to the point where he's where he wanted to be. He wanted to be famous, and he wanted to be rich.
Yeah.
And that there's different levels to that shit when it comes to stand up. Like, you can be like, I just want to be the dopest motherfucker on the road. Or I want to be the dopest motherfucker that you see on TV. Or I want to be the dopest motherfucker you see in a movie. Or I just think that's where he's at. Not, you know, I was mad because I loved Kevin Hart. I was like,
Yeah.
man, what the fuck, bro? What is this shit?
Bro.
But then you got to realize.
It all ended with that stadium show.
Yeah,
the
that
fucking fire.
That huge
Oh,
one.
dude.
That huge one. Well, you look at people like Chris Tucker, all of them, bro. Like,
But I'm just,
once that hunger is gone, and who's to say, man, motherfucker put 20 million in your face right the fuck now.
nigga.
Yeah.
I would turn into the biggest philosopher in his. I wouldn't say shit. Yes, Buffy. I would develop an accent like, Father, I'd rather have tea and crumpets. You're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I mean, yeah, I can't even like.
If I want 20 million, fuck this podcast.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I'll be like, bro, either y'all can come with me or we ain't doing this shit. Like, we got shit to do. Fuck this. Like, and it's hard being a fan because you want to keep people in those boxes and those bubbles. So, shout out to let me get to people, man. It's John Cuellar. Heard you guys killed it at the show Sunday. Way to bring comedy back to Albuquerque. Real shit. Shout out to Sixx. Sixx says, I can't go on a night without the people hearing me say these bitches.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
I'll say it for you, buddy.
You gotta hit your nostrils.
Hey, it's all about timing.
Real shit. So, like y'all said, though, we don't have to talk comedy. We don't want to bore people. We don't want to bore people. There's a lot of shit going on today. That's like, I don't know where I wanted to start, Larry.
You want to start with the border? No.
Well, shit.
You want to start with...
Look at the white dude. You see the shit that you want to start with? You start at the border. Get the fuck away from me. No.
Nah,
you know what
just trying to make sure he can get his weed over that motherfucker.
You want to talk about Mia Farrow?
Yes. You want? You know what? I do. Yeah. I do. I don't know if you guys seen the Mia and... Me
and Rob have been watching it episode by episode, so our feelings and our emotions have been up and down.
It's like on his shirt. You see that right there? That's how we've been.
Like that. Like, so this bitch.
If anybody doesn't know...
If you're watching at home right now, it's a heartbeat with like a camera.
So Woody Allen, Mia and Woody, that's what the shit's called. So everybody kind of knows the story. If you're old enough, you remember this shit.
Tale as old as pretty young, actually.
I was gonna say ain't nothing old about it but Woody's ass.
That next is Larry, and then
real shit. Oh, Kara, we're gonna get into that too. Kara brought up a good subject. Kara in Alaska. We'll talk about that. I won't say it yet.
What's up, Kara in Alaska?
But we'll talk about this too because I don't want us to get far off of these subjects. Did you watch this, Sarah?
No, because I know it. You know.
I know.
Everybody knows.
No, but see, Larry, telling the truth. There's a lot of shit that they told. I was like, how is this motherfucker free?
I was like, what the fuck?
How is he free?
It wasn't just his stepdaughter, like, you know what I'm saying, right?
No.
From what I understand, like he was.
It was his like that blonde, Dylan.
Dylan. I'm like, bro, you married your stepdaughter,
right?
Then double it was
back.
Mia Farrow's stepdaughter.
Because
I thought it was his stepdaughter.
No.
Well, no,
they adopted her.
He did not adopt her.
Well, okay. Let's start at the very beginning.
Oh, so then it's okay.
So that makes
Start at the very beginning.
Listen to that Caucasian privilege.
He was like,
the fuck? They wasn't his daughter.
They were just hanging out.
They were roommates. They just shared the same address. No, okay. Let's start at the beginning, which I didn't know when Mia and Woody got together. How would you feel if your mate or someone you're pursuing tells you flat the fuck out, you got kids? I don't like kids. If we have kids, you fuck with your kids over there. When you get done, come to my crib. We can fuck around, but I'm gonna send you back to your kids. But I never want to do nothing.
He didn't
with
want
them.
anything to do with the kids that she was adopting or had from a previous marriage.
Even if he said, even if we had a kid. You're gonna raise it. You're gonna do all that shit.
He told her that. He said, if you get pregnant, you're the one that's got to take care of it. You're the one that's going to be financially responsible for it.
I didn't know.
I don't want no part of it.
I didn't know.
So that's why she went immediately to Frank Sinatra, and was
this was after.
I know, but still.
But she went immediately to adopting more kids and getting more babies, even though this guy didn't want. Like, I don't get it.
Like, I'm not a part of the LGBTQ community, but how the fuck do you go from? How do you go from Frank Sinatra to Woody Allen?
Yeah, that's weird. She
like if I was a straight white woman in New York, Frank Sinatra's the first motherfucker I'm trying to fuck with.
Right.
There's Frank Sinatra and Derek Jeter. The rest
when
of
they
you
got together, he was like
y'all.
60.
Are you time jumping? Fucking goddamn.
I'm just saying. White people get old, but white pussy don't get old. White pussy don't get old. White, just the faces.
But
I'm like, how the fuck do you go from that to Woody Allen?
she's had a history though of being with older men, so she's obviously got daddy issues.
And he
big
probably picked up on that also.
time. Big time. Guys do that. Older dudes do that.
And so
I was like,
look, he's speaking from experience. Not saying I woodied the situation.
Tell it on himself right now.
He's like, I didn't woody the situation, but you know,
Right.
Yeah.
But for him to tell a woman that and she's still cool, like I could never tell. Like I fucked with women who I knew I don't like your
Yeah,
kid.
what if Jill told you I don't want nothing to do with your fucking kid? Like, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'd have been in the news.
Yeah,
I'd have been on the news.
Well, she would have been gone. Like,
Exactly.
bye-bye.
But that's what I'm saying. Immediately, like once that's a red flag. It's just like, yo,
Super
once
red.
that shit happens, it's like that's where that crossroad is. Like, if you make this decision to stay with this person, you deserve all that bullshit that comes.
And it's Woody Allen. It's not like he was giving her good dick or nothing. Like, I'm like, what was he
Yeah, I don't-
doing?
like,
You
what-
already had your own money. He wasn't. Like, what is it about Woody Allen?
That's just terrible when you such a terrible looking person. Motherfuckers know your dick game trash. Nigga, like
This motherfucker wears size 52 corduroys, bro.
Those fucking fancy wars. Like, what the guy is swimming.
And big ass suit coats with the hangers still in them. Like, how? What made you be like, despite all the red flags, like you said, I'm still gonna fuck with this dude?
Well, I guess they thought he was a genius. Like, a lot of people
Yeah.
thought he was a huge. I don't
He was like
like
the
it.
youngest writer on that show, like our show of shows or whatever, like way back with like Sid Caesar and all that.
Yeah.
Like, he was,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
he was like 17. He was like the Pete Davidson. Like, I guess
He was-
in
yeah,
reality,
he
he's like
was-
just as fucked up. But
Yeah.
like,
y'all niggas.
Damn,
I ain't
Pete.
never know that
Damn, Pete. No, but so I got a confession. I've never seen a fucking Woody Allen movie in history.
I've only seen one. Annie
think
Hall.
I think I
That's
made a
enough.
flip through one
It was
back
up-
when you're on the old TV.
it was good.
I know I've been on the same channel as one, but you know what I'm
ain't
saying? I might have turned.
I've never been like,
Once I
oh
saw
man, I
his
gotta get
weird
home
ass.
and watch this Woody Allen, or I gotta go
Yeah.
to the movies.
Well,
and-
he made 70, 80 movies, so it'd be
in like
hard.
40 some years, huh?
I mean,
You probably seen one and didn't even know it.
but after
No, I would've
14, he
known
wasn't into it.
Right.
Yo, no, that's too old.
Hold on,
That's too
hold on,
old.
wait.
That's too old.
But did y'all, man, y'all see how she masterfully crafted?
You gotta do that, bro.
goddamn-
She
That shit was
style-
cold-blooded
she style
right
bended
there.
the fuck out of that shit.
That was
But-
cold blooded.
So this motherfucker, right? So Mia, how many kids did she adopt? Like
It was
8?
like fucking 9.
9.
Well, by the time they got together, I think they were on number 4 or 5.
I want to say like 6 because
Maybe.
she already had
Because
the
he
whole
told
Brady
her,
bunch.
he told her that if the only way that I'll be interested in a kid is if you get me a blonde girl.
A blind girl.
And she was like, okay.
He picked the kid he was gonna pedophile.
Yeah.
He was like, this is the time.
Yes.
And she went to the fucking store and bought a little white girl with
Yeah.
blonde hair and brought
Yeah.
her home, and he got her sucking thumbs and all this other bullshit.
To the store, bro.
He got caught. He
Hey, I
got,
wouldn't go pick up white people.
Went down.
he got
You
caught.
went down to the child bodega.
Hey,
Nigga.
listen, the same one they used to get the little African kids from. No, we don't want them.
They got little kids on the shelf. And
They
it's
were,
a cat.
they were
It's
surprised.
a cat
Like,
sleeping on top of
they
one
was
of them
like,
like the
"Wait,
bread, nigga.
You're a white woman and you want a white kid? What the fuck? Is
Well,
something,
she got
are
some,
you sick?
She got some black kids later.
But yeah, later.
Man, yo.
And she was getting the worst of the worst. Like they were blind and
All like
motherfuckers had
abused.
syphilis and shit. Like they
They
got
were
bit by a
blind, and Woody
tiger.
Allen was like, blonde. I said blonde.
He was like, that is not what I said.
That's fucking good.
Oh shit.
So the story goes, right? He already had got with the oldest. He got her at the age.
Wow.
So
no,
as-
but it didn't come out until college, so we
yeah,
don't
but
really know.
No, we know. Fuck him. He was
if
fucking
he
her.
was sticking it in her. Or
He
not.
was.
You think so?
He was.
Yeah.
There's no way a
But
kid
he
that's
didn't.
gonna,
But
what?
they even said in the documentary that he wasn't close to her, so they were always separate.
in public.
Yeah, maybe.
This
I don't know.
motherfucker had a whole duck off cage.
There
to
wasn't
fuck with
much
these
mentioned
kids.
of Sun Yi and
Well, why
her being
would
young.
Well, why would you? Because
Well, you think-
in the documentary.
Yeah, in the documentary, but you would think what's her name, Mia Farrow, would be all over that shit. Like,
But Mia was fucked up too. She has some.
She
She
was
has some.
fucked up, yeah.
She has some fucking
She reminds me of
responsibility
a
in this
chihuahua, just always scared, always shivering and scared. Buck said a ferret.
shit. She looked
When
like
I
a ferret to me, bro. Like, no, I'm just like so. when you go through your significant other's phone and they have naked pictures of your kid in it.
But she was in college.
Come on.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't.
I don't care if she was in.
Come
on, bro.
But look at Woody Allen. He's talking about two separate issues here.
But that's also because phones before then didn't have pictures.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he fucking deleted the Vacation Bible School pictures that he took when she was fucking 12. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, he was. I think he was touching her.
He was doing more.
I think
After the story with Dylan, he was doing more because, like, it's Stockholm syndrome. Like, if you fuck with the right person in the wrong way, some of them will be like, "Oh, I love you."
She's
like,
in her
it's fucked
40s
up.
now, dude. They've got 2 kids together.
That's fucking
That's
sick, bro.
nuts, bro.
That's crazy.
Sunya and him got 2 kids together.
And he's what, 80 something, 90?
80 some when they got together, he was 60 and she was 24.
No, when they got together, he was 50 and she was 12.
Regardless of the fact,
That's what it
even
was.
if they didn't do nothing, he was grooming her for that shit.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
that's just as bad.
Hearing
So
poor
it's
little
like, what the
Dylan
fuck,
talk about
bruh?
the abuse was heart wrenching.
That's
to me.
man,
That's the
Yeah.
so
Very
and so
heart-wrenching.
as someone who was molested as a kid, that shit fucked me up because it took her so long to be able to talk about it. And for someone and for him not to be a regular ass dude, it's already hard to talk about it when it's a regular dude or someone you grew up with in your family. Yeah. This motherfucker runs everything.
Ran New York at the time.
New York, the media, all
Shutting
this shit.
streets down.
And so it was basically nobody was listening to her. It was crazy. And to see people like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and all these people getting clipped, I'm like, how the fuck is
he
Teflon
still
Don
out?
over
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, what the fuck?
How the fuck is
This
he still
motherfucker name
out?
is Woody.
Right.
Like he fucking
predisposed,
Look,
you know what I'm
he was
saying?
like, I'm gonna name myself after these little cartoon characters.
That
for these
nigga, nah,
kids.
he's like a super villain. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? They name match they fucking villain name and shit. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You a fucking comic book character, nigga. Like, you knew
Real
exactly
shit.
what the fuck he was gonna be.
And he's so unassuming and shit. And it's like, man,
That's like-
I done fucked his old ass up, bro.
That's
He been
like-
old since the 60s. Like, that's some fucked up shit.
That's
And he looked
like,
like, dude, and he's pathetic.
It's horrible.
Pathetic.
The
That's
way-
all of his material too. Is he's like, I'm pathetic. Don't. No.
But he
Right.
always puts a little cute little youngster
Oh.
girl in the movie.
That's the only other movie I've seen besides Annie Hall is Manhattan, and it's like
Manhattan.
Yeah, they
him
were
with like a
talking about that.
17-year-old girl,
Yeah.
and it's like
That's the whole premise of all of his movies.
he's telling the story.
He's
of
telling
what
it.
he does.
He's putting it out there.
And what do you guys think of these woke actors that are now saying, "Oh, fuck Woody Allen"?
No,
Even
fuck
though
them
they've
too.
been out in
Fuck them.
hundreds of his, or 20, 30 of his movies.
I like Kate Winslet. I think she's the
Kate
worst one. Where I'm like,
Fuck
dude,
her.
what? What are you?
Yeah.
You were in the movie.
You were in it. You was so it's like being woke is like a bandwagon. Like it's like I'm gonna get on it while it's hot
Right,
and rolling.
right.
Because
Show my
the molestation was
solidarity.
there back then when you was backing him. So now you're woke and you want to take it away. That's
But at
crazy as
first,
fuck.
the first 2 episodes, me
but-
and Buck were like, "Fuck that bitch."
Yeah.
Fuck Mia.
They
She's a lying sack of shit.
they did it dirty. They made
Yep.
you get against her in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then they really turn on the. And it was like, man, y'all wrong for this shit. I feel bad
Just to
because
make sure
bro,
that
I
you
felt like
made
shit. I was like,
Just to make sure
damn.
that, like both of them was kind of fucked
Bro,
up,
I
you
was
know?
yelling at the TV. This bitch lying. He telling the kids he sucked on the pussy and all this shit. I was like, then the shit comes out. I was like, oh man. But see, that's how easy it was for maybe someone in Hollywood to think the same thing. On top of your
Oh, yeah.
people who back you or your publicists telling you this is what you need to say so you can still get roles and not get blackballed and all this other shit.
Right.
Fuck all that. Okay, Kara, I'll bring this one up. I wasn't even gonna talk about this one. So y'all hear the whole Kirk Franklin shit?
Man,
Did
I
you
have
guys hear
not-
about this?
No,
I've heard
pull it
about
up.
it,
Pull it
but
up.
I have not heard it.
Let's see if we can pull look up Kirk Franklin cussing.
Yeah, it got to be the
Video.
first thing to pop up.
So what happened is, Kirk Franklin, I guess he got mad at his son.
yeah,
You know, Kirk Franklin's gospel and all this shit. And he cussed the son out, and I guess the son recorded the shit. Man, you bitch you. Like, that's some bitch shit right there.
Yeah,
Recorded
I'd be
the dad
mad.
and
Oh.
then posted it.
Well, that's how you. That's
What?
how you do it.
What? What? Man, you know I would have been, bro. If they had these motherfuckers around when I was a kid, and I would have done that, that was the last thing you would ever seen me post.
I just have like a talk boy. I'd be like, Mom, run in here, please. My mom's scared.
Like, can you believe, like, the audacity? And I think the son, I don't even think the son is like super young. I think this motherfucker like 18. If you don't get your weak ass on,
that's
what do you want to
wait.
Look at man.
The son is 32.
Woo. So he could have a talk boy.
Yeah,
He really could use a talk boy.
He's a super bitch. Let me read that. It says, in the call, his son Carrion, which is 32, posted on Instagram, Franklin, who's 51, can be heard saying, "I'll break your neck, nigga." I ain't gonna say racial slur, but that's what he said. "I'll break your neck, nigga. Don't you ever disrespect me." Okay.
The dad said that to the son.
Yeah. I don't, as a black man, even though I didn't have no dad, I had plenty of men of authority tell me the same shit throughout my life.
Yeah,
And-
that's because
and
you weren't taking it.
But it was I earned it though. Any cussing out I got as a kid, I earned it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like today. How are you that old and sensitive?
Right.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure that's not the first time you've ever heard that from him.
Your daddy
You know
been
what I'm
cussing
saying?
you out your whole goddamn
Exactly.
life.
I don't know if that means sensitive. I think that means like opportunistic, where it's like,
Or that
There you go.
you're-
And that's why.
Or that.
Or I think he tried to hurt him. And like, okay, fuck you. I'm gonna fuck up your money.
Hey, whatever,
First of all, if my pastor don't cuss, I'm not going to your church. I need a cussing pastor. I need a pastor that lives the life that I live. Like I don't want
that
I'm
dude
not
that
giving.
was on them old PBS videos.
Yeah, I'm not giving. I'm not. Yeah, oh boy. Oh
Man, that motherfucker's so funny, bro.
He's all bringing up that he had to put him in counseling
the
when
devil.
he was a kid and shit.
White
Wait a
bitch. Like, damn.
Matter
Like,
of
calm
fact,
down, sir.
let me see if I can get Larry to pull him up. So look up.
Look up who.
What is his
We
name?
gonna get back to Kurt Franklin, but
Pastor. I think his name is Pastor X.
I don't know, man.
Cussing
Like,
pastor.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've seen him, the
The
cussing
little
pastor.
light skinned.
The light skinned dude. He
That
said,
mother-
"You thought you
hilarious.
cut that bitch off." Like he had a show and he was just cussing. I want a pastor
He had a
that lives.
PBS show, like, Bible in hand, like, all this junk.
There's another
And
cussing
he is
pastor
going
in Memphis
ham,
too.
yo, like,
There's another dude
Which
in
one is
Memphis.
it?
This guy right here, he's a cussing pastor right there. He's in Memphis, but I can't think of that guy's
I
name.
can't either.
But as a grown
like-
man,
Damn, like public access.
yeah, back in the
I'm gonna
90s.
find that shit, man.
yeah, back in the, we gotta find him because this motherfucker is the truth.
This is
My pastor growing up called the Spice Girls whores, and I remember that very.
Oh, how did you feel?
I remember it being like,
This guy?
"Oh no," because is
He's
that guy?
one of them, but
Yeah.
let's
okay,
find
there's
him.
a
Let's
specific
find him.
one.
My brother was super into the Spice Girls, which is so funny because it's such a red
Your-
herring.
wait,
that
your
he
brother
was? Yeah,
was?
yeah. Like, my whole family was like, cool. We got a gay son, and there was like, surprise, it's your daughter. But like,
she crossed her hands up.
I found him. I found him. So Google Reverend X.
Ah, Reverend X.
Look at this dude. He looked like something straight off a kung fu movie.
This dude is hilarious, bro.
Reverend X. This is play that right there. This is how I want my pastor, y'all.
I'm not going to show, but we'll play the audio.
Play the audio. This is how I want my pastor, man. We might have to fast forward through the shit because it's like
That make a man offended toward and lay a snare. You know, they try to trip a nigga up like me, you know, 'cause I ain't following Whitey's rules.
Following Whitey's rules.
he like half white too. He like the barge motherfucking black. He not even all the
Are you
way.
laughing, biatch? You find it funny?
I almost cut my hair like
Look
that.
at the
during
shag.
COVID. I was
This
like-
fucking haircut,
Bro, he got an Asian shag,
I'm
bro.
gonna say it again. I come in the name of Jesus.
This is what he said.
Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. God Almighty, you know.
He's playing Parliament in the
That
back.
nigga got a 1980s wrestler haircut, nigga. Like, he look like he wear a bandana when he come out.
His tooth's still downloading for the fucking for the video.
I love a green screen where it doesn't move, but the person goes in and out of it. It's really-
Yeah, that's what I like.
really
It's the
important.
cameraman doing that. It's like, I was just going to say that.
Those are the pastors I would give
Bro.
30% during
Biatch.
tithing. Like I'm like I know he live a hard life.
He's back from the 80s. Like he's late 80s.
So this guy right here, he used to be on public access in California
Right,
and
yeah.
LA in like the late 90s. So when I was in the military, we used to sit up and watch this motherfucker.
He was on public access
Yes,
cussing like that?
Yes, public
Man, yes.
access.
'Cause
Yes,
you can
Wow.
do
and
that
like
on public
97.
access, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can't do it here on your on
Yes,
the
yes, the fuck I can.
Yeah,
at
you
the other
can.
show you can?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Hell, I didn't think we could. He was like, "Oh yeah, you can just let it go."
What
Yeah.
the fuck? I'd been like, dude, thanks.
But
3 years
Well,
we've
watch
been
my
here.
new show on public
I've
access.
done, I've done some, you know what I'm saying, some shows on public access. I was cussing and shit.
I just don't think a grown ass man. That's some hoe shit.
Bro.
Like you've benefited your whole life from what your dad's made, and
You darn it, man.
you still he's still getting.
I had to
God's
catch up.
house
Came in
stomp.
wired, motherfucker. Like, and goddamn, like,
So fuck what?
yeah.
I'm a bitch ass what? Like come on.
I had
man.
to catch up on subjects because I still thought we were talking about Woody Allen. And I was like,
Yeah,
I
me too. I was like,
showing
what's
him any
going on?
respect. I think it's okay. But I was like, I forgot that we
Fucking Buckham will spit his shit out.
No, it's so funny because it's so crazy because you got kids saying they got fucked by their dad and nobody believes them, but this motherfucker saying my dad cussed at me and everybody's like, oh, we gotta cancel him.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
crazy as fuck, ain't it?
Like, bro.
Fuck that. Every pastor.
What did you
know
think
cusses.
about? What did you think about the spin at the? I think it was the 4th episode where they were talking about how
We're back on Woody Allen.
right
Yes,
back on
there we
Woody
go.
Allen, about
This
how
is what we do here. We dip in and out. We dip in and out.
about how all these women that have been accused of being bad mothers.
Oh,
Remember they were all fucking.
and they used the Woody Allen shit in
Yeah.
court, basically saying like parenting alienation. That's what it's called.
Right, but that's mostly for men. Like
I say I've never heard of a man winning shit in court.
me
First of
neither.
all.
Fuck no, dude.
You go to court, you lost, motherfucker. Like that, and they said like 92% of the court cases are getting thrown out, where if the guy is accused of sexually abusing the kid, and then they use parenting alienation as the defense, they get the custody of the kid, and then 82% of those kids report more abuse.
Yep.
That's crazy than a motherfucker. Like, how the fuck is the court process fucked up like this?
What?
Yes, and I'm not lying. That's it. I watched that episode twice just to make sure I got the numbers right. Yes, crazy.
Yep.
That's
The only time women lose in
nutty.
court and some old bullshit like that.
That's nutty.
That's crazy.
Because
man.
what he does is, if as soon as the guy is accused of molestation, before any court shit starts, he goes and tries and gets custody
yeah,
of the kids,
Yeah.
and it makes it look like, oh, I'm trying. She's a bad mother.
she's
bringing up all
she's
this
lying
shit.
and saying that I'm fucking with the kids,
Yep.
so I don't be a father.
Yep.
That's bullshit. That I don't even like talking about that because that hits close to fucking home. And then for people to actually take advantage of shit like this, the innocence of kids, and
Right.
you got to be a nasty motherfucker to live with
Yeah.
yourself.
You got to be evil as
Oh yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Just evil, dude.
Let's bring it up, man. I don't even want to talk about that shit no more. Damn, everybody got quiet, sipping on shit. I ain't got nothing in the cup no more.
Yeah, fix my head.
Smitty like,
Put my
I need to
glasses
smoke
back
some
on.
more
Like,
shit.
Yeah, I was about to tell Larry to roll another one up, man. Shit. Help your boy out right now.
Let's get into Sarah's shit real quick.
Cool.
So
Okay.
she ain't been here.
High.
Can I show you guys my sweatshirt?
Show it
Yeah.
to us.
So I designed this sweatshirt because I love WandaVision. All right,
Oh,
but I
that's a
also,
good
I
show.
also
Look,
Yeah.
don't kill me.
Okay.
I love Marvel, but I still haven't seen it.
That's okay.
I've been preoccupied with bullshit like Woody Allen and shit. So
dope, man.
I need to get on it.
That's Woody Vision. So
Woody-
you're fine.
yeah.
You've got
Get
plenty
through
of
that
time.
first episode,
Yeah.
and you'll realize, you know.
I also like the band One Direction, the boy band.
I would have
made-
never fucking thought this.
Oh
I
man,
I
can
would
see it.
have
I can see
never.
it.
No, I can't see this.
Oh,
I can see
man.
it.
I
For
saw
real?
them- I
She
saw
probably
them
still
at-
likes Backstreet Boys and
No,
shit.
I
No,
don't, whatever.
No?
But I,
She's like, don't ever desecrate.
Or BTS.
no. I've got like a real sliver of like. my
Larry's
boy band
striking
time.
out over here,
Right.
naming.
Yeah.
Larry's like, new edition.
The Jonas Brothers?
I love Jonas Brothers.
Fucking said silk.
He keep going
112.
He keep going
like
down.
112?
So for real. He's like, damn, bro.
I
You
love
named
Soul
it.
for Real.
Look, hey!
Candy Rain is literally one of my favorite
Look,
songs
she's
of
a
all
real
time.
fan.
I love that
She's a
song.
real
On
fucking
God.
fan.
On God.
I saw One Direction at MetLife Stadium, and it was the
Holy
craziest.
shit.
It was sold out. It was just girls screaming. They could have done nothing except run around, and you wouldn't have known because everybody was screaming so loud, and we were just like just kind of.
That would have came out with
Watching
an
him, whatever.
earache, yo.
For real, I'm like, this some bullshit.
But I got, it was free tickets. I wouldn't have paid.
I had to,
to
wear,
go, like, watch a
I had to
movie.
wear them headphones like they do babies at monster truck rallies, nigga. Like,
Why the fuck you bring your kid to this shit? You gonna blow their whole brain out.
nigga play a Nintendo Switch in them. It's this shit like,
For real, they got two big ass pillows on their
hey,
face.
why bring your baby to that? Y'all, like, they don't know what they watching. Like, you know
and
what
don't
I mean?
give a fuck.
Yeah.
All the parents were outside. They were just like standing outside waiting for everybody.
Those
and
are all,
it was
those are all the
just-
privileged rich people. There's no way.
So my sweatshirt, I made this. It's I'm gonna move the microphone because
Yeah,
it's
let's
important to
see
see. It's One Direction, but they all have Wanda's face, so it's Wanda Direction,
Ah.
which is.
Look at this shit.
I thought Disney. Before I tried to make it, I made it online, and I thought Disney's gonna come in
Wait,
and be like, "No."
let me see how you spelled erection.
No, it's just Rection.
Oh, Rection.
Which,
Yeah, but it did say.
yeah,
When she said it, I was feeling like
Yeah.
I
Wanda
was like,
Direction.
what? Sarah,
guys
we got
know-
some explaining to do.
when One Direction was on like their little reality show or whatever, their name One Direction, everybody in Britain kept calling them Wand Erection. Wand
One
Erection.
erection.
And so I get it. Harry Styles is beautiful though, so that's fine.
I don't even.
Let's
know.
get on
Wasn't,
that.
wasn't there something about him in the Grammys or something?
Yeah, he
that
won
just
one.
happened? Yeah, he won just won a Grammy.
Nah, ain't he with the chick that he
Didn't
doing
he
the
do
movie
something
with now,
stupid
something
though?
like
Oh,
He
yeah,
came-
yeah, no, he's
what did he-
dating
he-
Olivia
he did
Wilde
something
right now.
stupid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He did something stupid?
Yeah, he came out.
Not to me.
Everybody
fucking
does something.
Not to
ridiculous.
me.
Look,
No,
look,
not
not
I
to
to
me.
me.
know. He's a
Yeah.
precious angel baby.
She said, until a Woody story comes out
Yeah,
about
exactly.
him, don't
Right.
say nothing bad about it.
Shit, she probably protect him.
Fuck these kids. They always lying about something. If Kirk Franklin's kid can record some shit, why didn't that one? Like, I got a question for you. Can
Okay.
we and now we can get into the rawness.
Yeah,
of
you
this.
can do-
Because I asked this shit on me and Shondine Sean. You know, that's the white people shit. We on this shit. The comedian best in the city.
Yeah.
Why you taking breaths, man?
Because I've been waiting.
2020, best in the city. When I said you're finally someone who deserves it, I mean it. But I still hate the fucking award.
I get you.
You know why I hate it? Because this last year I hated it not because you won, because I saw the names after it, and I'm like, these motherfuckers ain't done shit. Not a fucking and still haven't done shit, and probably won't do shit until whenever. And my problem is this: when it comes to saying this is the reason why I think everybody always tells me and whoever else is pretty good that they feel is good or feel is funny. You got to get out of Albuquerque because they named the wrong motherfuckers this, and people really cling to that fucking title and go see him and be like, I ain't going to see Smitty because if this is the best, I know you suck. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think
So
not too many people take
the
it
quality of the winners sometimes bring down the people that's really doing it.
all the time. Does
Okay.
all the time because fuck it. This is the BS show. Nicolina, whatever. She's cool, but she should not be in top 3, 2, none of this shit for nothing. All right, and that's just how I feel. And I feel like because I've been on shows with her where people was like, "What the fuck." So I feel like when you have that moniker attached to your name, it's pressure that you should bring that shit. I don't give a fuck if it's 2 people or 200. You gotta bring it because the city of
represent
Albuquerque
something.
is not just the city, but us. You represent us. So it's hard as fuck if you're named in this big ass fucking magazine and not only just the magazine, because the first thing people do is they'll post it everywhere. I'm the top 5 in the city proclaimed by the Albuquerque magazine. And people who know comedy, who goes to the shit, be like, no, the fuck you're not. And I'm very vocal about the shit. I don't care because I'm a fan first. I was a fan before I even fucking got in front of a mic. Yeah. And so I know comedy is subjective, but come on, man. Comedy is also universal. God damn it, if I ain't laughed at your shit, if nobody else is if I've seen you continuously get booed, how can you be in the top of anything? And I know people that's not been mentioned are fucking really doing it, are really funny. It just brings down the whole value of the area that we're in. Do you see it that way? And to be honest, fuck all the political shit. Did you see that list and be like, nah, bro, what the fuck? Why are they associated with this?
So
I know she ain't gonna say the
no,
real
I know,
shit.
but I want to.
But you know me. I'm gonna say it. Smitty was way in Atlanta and was like, Buck, how did they do? Because I know you'll tell me the real.
Yeah, because
The category didn't exist until I started a campaign one of my first years in comedy. Being
So
like,
you're the one I need to complain about.
well,
No, I'm
it
just-
there wasn't.
God damn
that's what I'm
it!
saying. People don't.
At the very end of the magazine, it's
But-
like, what did we forget? And it would be like, best ranch dressing. And of course, Dion's wins that one or whatever. But then, like, I was like, please, can we just not? We don't have a comedy club here. So
Right.
the only way people are even going to know that people tell jokes here are through situations like this.
So this is more of your baby.
So I'd said, like, do it and then vote for me. And
How many times have you won it?
3 times.
Shit,
There
I was
we
about
go.
to say.
And then
She's
in
some
the
Ric
weekly
Flair.
She
alibi.
on the road,
She on some
dude.
Ric Flair shit over here.
Yes.
Woo!
Woo! 16 times. Woo!
But then the Weekly Alibi, too, didn't have a category for a while. And then we got that going. And then there was even a year where they were like, it's too close to call, which means nobody won the award at all.
That's bullshit.
But see, you know what I mean? Like, would it be better if that was what the outcome was?
No,
Or-
this is what I feel. If you're gonna use this, if use your platform to name this type of award, any type of award, at least experience who the fuck you're putting as this.
Yeah.
You should put people to
Yeah.
go out and see these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Or this is what I say: if you win, perform. If you're top 5,
Yeah.
perform at your shit. And then be
Perform
like,
at the
and
fucking
be like,
award
and we
show.
be like, oh, we fucked up. See what I'm saying? Like,
Perform at the award show.
it's too easy to get this label, and I'm going to your social media. Like, say if I just moved here, and this happened to me, because I love comedy. I didn't know nobody was comedians. Like, I go and I look, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking at who won, and I'll go watch them and be fucking disappointed. I'm like, okay, maybe they had an off night.
Well, last year,
And then they go
Benny
to
won
another
it.
spot, and it's the same jokes, and then it's the same. I'm like, come on, bro. How are you? And that's actually how I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
I was on social. I had a social media presence. I love comedy so much. I feared it. I was like, I'm not gonna get up there and disrespect this art. But then I was
still
like,
remember the first time seeing you go.
and my thing was, I can't. But when I said this, I can't complain if I don't go up there and do it.
Right.
But so now it's really personal because, you know, it's people that come from out of town. They always hit me. They was like, I went and saw such and such, and they're telling the same jokes I seen them 5 years ago. Or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing here.
It's bad. It makes all of us look so bad, and it keeps people away from us. That's why people don't realize it. That's
And
why it's so hard
hey,
to get people
hey,
to come to
look,
your
aight,
shit.
aight.
Am I telling? Go ahead, Smitty.
You know what I'm saying? I've watched Albuquerque. Albuquerque is where I started doing comedy. I watched it when I was in Atlanta still, like kept up with who was
You did.
fucking, you know what I'm saying, doing
You
their
did.
thing or whatever. I know Royal was out here running goddamn
Yeah.
damn near every show out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I gave Royal his first set over motherfucking 2 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a 10-minute set, like his first 2 weeks in. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and on the fucking campus, no less. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that to see that transition, like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the motherfuckers that I think that should have been considered, like even I like Nick Starr. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Funny.
But I haven't seen him in so fucking long. It's like I didn't know if he was still doing shit, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or whatever. I just think that some of the folks out here know that they're, you know what I'm saying, that when they come off stage, they don't feel good about what happened.
Yeah, if you,
You know what I'm
ask
saying?
somebody, how did I do, you sucked.
So I ain't gonna say that it is what it is.
That's what I feel.
But my thing
there's,
is, like,
there's no way I'm gonna give. There's no way I'm gonna be like, hey, how did you guys think I did? You feel it. You're
Right.
It's
You
like
know.
your breath.
You know.
Nobody should tell you your breath stink because it goes past your nostrils first.
Bro,
like
your
you
mouth
know.
is hot,
Your-
nigga. Like your mouth
you
extra,
know
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
Don't
Little
try
dry
to don't
shit.
try to make your
Like,
shit seem.
You gotta assume.
Like it just bothers me because now I'm a part of this whole thing, you know, and you know I've heard the bad, the good, and all this shit.
But this
go
what I'm
ahead.
saying. But and maybe you could tell me because I've never put my name in for the shit.
Yeah.
I've never had my name put in for the shit. I like, you know what I'm saying. The only reason I wanted to win it is because you won it twice in a row. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
competition.
here was the thing.
Yeah.
Regardless of what everybody, you know what I'm saying, all the comments that I seen at the time when I was coming up, Sarah was the best comic in motherfucking Albuquerque. You know what I'm saying? And that was it to me, at least. She was the best. So I was like, all right, I'm gunning for that. Of course, I'm coming at it a whole different direction than she is.
Right.
But it's like I know who if I gotta take it from somebody, that's who I gotta take it from. Ain't nobody else. I don't want nobody else to be able to hold me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, but once I realized like how you could, you know what I'm saying, I guess you just put your name in or
No,
whatever. Like how does it work? Like
It's not like prom queen or anything like that. No, it's not like that.
I understand that. I don't know like how the fuck they get that shit. Right. I thought
nominated
you just
myself.
like, yeah, like
Well, so it's open, so anybody can put anybody, which is why like people like Lauren Poole, who doesn't even do stand up, she's in the top 5 every year.
See, I have a problem with
Right,
that.
but that's because people who don't know, people who've never even been to a comedy show get to that spot and they're like, oh, I better put somebody's name in there, and then whoever they've heard of, whoever they've met one time, whoever they've seen, they just put that name in, and it's the same as them voting for their best friend who owns a spa.
Right.
So like, like that's really really important.
But do you
here.
not think that hurts
That's why
the
you saying
cause?
people
Don't
gotta
do you
really
think
fucking
like
vote, or-
like I feel like just because the community here is so fucking small, like it wouldn't even be worth a fuck if we had a comedy club, right? If we had a comedy club and people can come see. It's so fucked up because a lot of people do look at that magazine and they'll be like, I'm gonna go see this person, and then they go and it's just they're like, I've heard people say I'm never going. They question me. I'm not going to a comedy show again because last time I went to go see such and such,
But
and
that
it was
happens
so
regardless
bad.
of magazine. Like I would say, like people would
Yeah.
be like, I went to one
Yeah.
comedy show because we
Yeah.
didn't have anything
Yeah.
going on that night, and it was
Yeah.
so awful. I will
you're
never
right
go
about
back.
that.
And then venues will be like, we're never having comedy here
Right.
because it was
Yeah.
so bad
Yeah.
that it's just over.
I just think when it puts the extra on it, if someone clicks on someone's social medias and you see best in the city, and then you're like, man, I ain't seen this motherfucker.
Kind of devalues
It does. It does. And then
But-
it takes it reflects badly downhill because everybody who wasn't, there's like, well, if that's the best, there's no fucking way I'm coming to see you.
Yeah, how come they don't like?
I just want them to go look at who they're.
but then they'd have to do it for every spa, every pizza, everything.
But
You know what I mean? Like they have to
anything-
do it all the way down the line. They have to
Anybody
go
that
into-
has
Yeah.
the best of usually has like a little like thing.
What do you
You
mean?
know, like Kerpel, like the weed industry. They have like
yeah.
all different brands and shit from different dispensaries, or I mean, not even weed shit. Like there's other stuff too that they've like where they have award shows and stuff like that. I don't know.
I just feel like, a lot of people,
they-
I think people feel this. They're either afraid to say it or they just let me say it and be like, he's the angry black man. It's not that.
They never gets picked for nothing.
It's not that. It's just, I'm not.
Everybody's
I don't give
racist.
I just don't give a fuck. Like,
Why
I feel like the best thing that we could ever do as comedians is be free to say what the fuck you want to say. Hey, who gives a fuck? If that's how you feel, say it. It's just the way you deliver it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are going to be offended. I think no joke. Nobody told a joke where somebody wasn't offended.
Right.
If you have, it was not funny.
Yo,
Like,
don't they have a party for that shit?
yeah,
Well,
they do.
and they didn't this year because
Yeah,
they couldn't.
of course.
Bro,
COVID
I
or
wanted to
whatever
bring
shit.
the whole hood if
But
I
this
ever
what I'm
won
saying.
this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why
Me,
don't
Larry
they do
dressed
like? Why
this,
don't they take like the
sweatpants
top
and jerseys?
3 or 4 and then
There's
do a show
too
there?
That's
many
what I feel.
categories. There's too many categories, and so like Jackie, Tony, and Donnie just says like this next person gets best blank. This next person
Oh,
gets
I
best
see
blank.
what
This
you're
next
saying.
person.
I
and
see what
like,
you're saying. It's not enough time in that
and
show to
Yeah.
as far as like that magazine is concerned, like they need that party
They do.
to get people to
They do.
remember that magazine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they'll give
It's
away
really about them.
100,000 awards if it means
Have
that
you
they're going
seen
to
the
get
book?
100,000
Have you
people.
seen the magazine?
Yeah.
That
great.
motherfucker that thick with
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, but it's
I get it every year. Even when I was in New York, I made my mom buy it and be
Remember
like,
shit?
just, I'm gonna read it when I get back home. It's like really important because it's
Yeah.
it's nice and they really do a good job of.
They make you
in
look
the
good.
off year, yeah.
That's some good shit
I
to
mean,
put on your
nah.
resume.
Yeah.
And so
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's it. At the end of the day, sometimes that's what you gotta. I wouldn't blame somebody for using that. Even if you want it, it's like, but you're gonna have to prove it.
You gotta prove it.
There's gonna come a time when you're gonna have to prove it.
Prove it to your peers.
yeah.
Prove it to yourself.
No, because
Yeah.
guess what? Guess what? Let's be real. It's a difference when you have other comedians in the audience of a not open mic, but a real fucking
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and you look over and you see your contemporaries. You're like,
back of the room.
oh fuck, I
Yeah.
better not fuck this up.
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like that's why a lot of people was so like. Remember when I came to your shit when you're at Raw? I used to go. Look at this shit, Sarah. This is how fucked up I am. I used to go to people's comedy show and just heckle just to see how the fuck they would do it. How they and how
it's amazing.
I would sit right front fucking row
and that's exactly what they did.
and heckle. And I was like, let's see if they can. Because to me, it's easy to recite some shit, but if it's some shit that happens or you see, how can you handle it? Like you've done it already during this podcast. How many times?
Right.
So when I see that, that makes me a fan. It's not the shit. Like, yeah, okay, I had to come to respect the pen and the paper.
But
I had to come to respect that because but see what I'm saying? Because that, to me, the hardest part of the craft for me was the pen and the paper.
But you were purposely going to shows,
and you don't get
You goddamn right. You fucking right. Because you know what? You know, you remember. So Smitty, check this out. So Smitty came to one of my first ones when we were at Jamar Hall called me up to do some shit over there. Yeah. And I said something because I was like, it's a big black dude. I knew of him. I said, I'm gonna just use him. And then he was like, hey, I'm doing something at the Raw. Came, sat right at the front fucking couch. He was doing his thing. But I said, let me see if I can trip him up. Said some shit. Motherfucker started laughing. And he rolled the fucking... He was like, fuck you. This is my shit. Because I feel like as long as you got this right here, you control. Bro, you're the king.
I have a microphone and a PA system.
There's nothing you can say.
You can't get louder than me.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're yelling and I'm talking in a regular voice.
They came to see me, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. You just paid to get made fun of.
Yes.
Sit back.
And that's what I used to do, Larry.
Larry,
I used to do, and then people
I know.
I was at one
show when you fucking did it. It was fun.
Oh shit! So there was. I cannot remember her name. She was a Jewish comedian that I was actually a fan of, and I saw her on Def Comedy Jam. She's a white lady, and so she
with an accordion.
No,
I'm just kidding. That's an old.
If a woman came on Def Comedy Jam with an accordion, that bitch got booed. So she pressed that shit together.
Like, my accordion's louder than you. You came here for me.
Right.
So the lady, I gotta tell this story, and then we're gonna go to break, and then we just gonna continue this shit.
One quick point.
Go ahead.
There's no heckler when you're on Colbert. So if you're trying to like get on a TV set, the best thing you actually could do is get your little 5 minutes
and get it
to
out
just
there.
like, and then
To
like
the point, to the
navigate
T.
all the other stuff around that.
Yep.
But that's and that's also a very different situation than a lot of comedians here are in. So,
And that's the thing you have to learn, bro. There's a lot of shit that I had to learn. You know what I mean? Like I said, even I don't know if I talked to you guys about this. Even Sunday, I'm so used to going all this huge time for me to condense my shit to 10 minutes. It's still a learning process, and I'm getting better at the shit.
Right.
So that's the shit I have to work on because I'm not gonna go anywhere and just
minutes,
be like, oh, you get this time. And
8 minutes for you doesn't seem very long.
You gotta have a you know what I'm saying, a tight 10, man, like tight 5, a tight 10. You know what I'm saying? You need that shit in the tuck because you never know when something gonna happen.
Sometimes the motherfuckers will give you 2 goddamn minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Say your name, get the fuck off.
Yeah,
like,
get a joke out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's all you got.
Like shit.
You gotta be prepared.
I mean, and what's crazy is doing them games like doing Power Hour and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you only had 2 minutes to get your funny across. Yeah. And it just happened that I'm drunk as fuck too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It really worked on my memory. At least I was like, shit, I really got to be in the zone because I'm trash at doing drunk comedy, though. Like, I'm the worst, bro.
Especially when you got such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Because you be like, oh, fuck. Like, you
drag your words on and shit, you know what I'm saying?
You did New York, though, right?
Yeah.
Did you get up at any other places in New York?
Yeah.
Like where?
I did Gotham my first night in New York, which
Holy
was wild.
shit.
That was wild.
Get the fuck out of here.
What day of the week was it?
It was like
it don't even matter.
It was April 1st.
It could be a
like
Wednesday.
6 years ago or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
And like my favorite comedian, Mike Kaplan, was like the host of it, and I remember being like, this is not happening right now. And then
that's the worst.
it was, but it was amazing, and he's amazing. So
I remember when I met Dave Attell, I was like, I cannot believe
so you're
I'm
the host,
meeting
so
this
my
fucking guy.
credits are
And you're like, I gotta do it in front of this motherfucker.
And I did Caroline's, and I did Stand Up New York, and I did UCB, and I ran comedy festivals out of out of Broadway Comedy Club and Greenwich Village, and
Wow.
then I did a bunch of shows at
There we
QED
go.
and Queens and like everything. I mean, I was everywhere
You
I
were in
possibly
it.
could be.
You
Yeah,
was, you
in
was
it.
in the essence of
I'm
everything.
talking about.
You were a fucking comic.
Let's do this, man. I was gonna tell the story, but fuck it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Because we usually take a break at 9. Let's take a little break and we'll come back. Talk about more personal shit, more shit. I want to get in Smitty shit a little bit because Smitty
Yeah.
went to ATL.
Yeah.
I want to know how that experience was coming from here,
Boy.
and was the transition smooth?
Boy.
Was it like, oh goddamn, what the fuck?
Boy.
Okay, so y'all see how it is. We'll be back. Give us a couple
Yeah.
minutes. We'll be right back, y'all. Hey, we are back. That was a quick little break. We had to refuel ourselves. You see Smitty with the double fist.
Smart.
I
need 2 White Claws.
Sixx, if you have no more White Claws, Sarah took the whole case down, bro. I've never seen somebody so happy to see White
She
Claws.
stuttered when we offered her a beer. She was like, "Yeah, I'll take a beer." And she saw the White Claw.
I was like, what?
The spotlight seemed like it was right on that shit too.
Her voice
Like,
trembled. I will take a couple of White Claws.
White Claw. Shit sound like some Scooby Doo shit.
Hey, shout out to Al Green. Al says, "What's good? My sis is watching."
Hey.
Kara, like I said, Kara from Alaska. Kara, what time is it over there? I can't. When I went to Alaska, what are you?
It's an hour behind.
4 hours. No, 4.
It's always midnight.
No, actually, you're telling the truth because that shit scared the fuck out of me. I was like, when the fuck does the sun go down? It was like now, and it looked like noon, and I was like, no, I don't trust this shit. I don't trust this shit.
I see why people get that insomnia. What is it called? It's a different type of insomnia that you get up there, or whatever. But
Yeah.
It's weird because all of their windows, they have the super. I've never seen the curtains that these motherfuckers
curtains,
have.
yeah.
I was like, man, I need some of these.
They black them shits out.
Yeah, real shit.
I got some at the crib, yo. I just bought them.
No, I'm scared of those, bro. I'll sleep for a whole
shits.
week fucking around with that shit, bro. Like, Kara says it's 7:06. 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a whole fucking world away. Like, I
Hey,
want to.
Kara, do you guys do daylight savings time?
For what?
I know, right?
They the
For
same.
what?
That's what it was doing when it was dark for motherfucking 6 months. It was fucking saving that daylight.
The sun will go down at midnight starting in April.
Right.
What? Thank God I have another hour.
That shit just get a little dusky. That's it. Like it don't even get dark. It
They
just
have
be
a
like
daylight
kinda dark.
401k. That's what
It's like, you know what I mean? You got to squint real
I
hard.
said yes, they do. It's stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb as
Yeah,
fuck, man.
she did say
They
that.
need to cancel. They need to stop doing daylight
Yeah.
savings time.
Fucking
You know
yeah.
what?
Everywhere.
Just fuck that. Make
It's a
Alaska
fake-
their own
it's
country.
fake.
Fuck that.
Benjamin Franklin
yeah.
invented that shit. Like
And
in a
how
fucking letter as a joke.
How the fuck did Arizona get out
I'm
of
dead
this shit?
serious.
Was this
because you don't have to do it.
Was this a part of the Martin Luther King ain't a real holiday
That's what
shit?
I'm saying.
deal?
No, nigga,
Like it was like a package deal. Like, okay, Martin Luther King and they like y'all ain't got to deal with him.
Yeah, that
No,
one
them niggas
hour
was
goes
just like,
to
no, we not
Black
doing
History
that.
Month.
Yeah, I don't get
They was just like, no, we not doing that dumbass
They
shit.
was like, all right, and everybody else was like, we got to do it.
it.
Like that's some bullshit. Now that I
It was
think
like,
about
but
it,
Arizona, they was like, man, fuck y'all.
you know what? You know what it sounds like? COVID restrictions.
Oh.
Everybody's like, fuck. Look, we're on the side of Texas. We're on the side of Arizona, and they was like, fuck this
So,
shit. And we was
so
like,
did you see my post today? The memories from 1 year ago today.
oh, I'm trying not to look at them.
When Trump was up on stage and Fauci and Barrick's chick was up there.
Oh God.
Holy crap, dude! I'm like thinking, motherfuckers.
This shit is that's comedy within itself.
Yeah, it's
bro.
so comedy. Like
I
Dr. Fauci, they're just sitting there shaking their heads out. Everything
you
he's
can't
saying.
go back and look at that shit and laugh.
I remember this
Ass
motherfucker
off,
was like,
bro.
Easter, it'll be over.
That's what he was saying. No, August. He goes August.
This motherfucker said Easter, then the 4th of July, and then August.
Well, he
I
was
like,
having hope, dude. You know.
No,
And
he
in between,
wasn't.
he was like, well, if more of you would use bleach.
Right, like
then we just
You know,
Oh, I forgot
he
about
was
this one.
not
When it's
saying
summertime, it'll get hot and it'll melt all the germs.
that. No, he said ultraviolet rays will kill.
As
the
you can see,
virus.
Larry voted for Trump.
Motherfucker.
Larry got Trump back. No, he didn't say that. He said stand by and stand by. That's how I know Trump was black though. When he said stand by, stand down and stand by, that's some shit you tell your side bitch. Stand down, but stand by because this bitch gonna fuck up.
or I'm gonna fuck
Or
up.
I'm gonna
You know what
fuck
I'm saying? Either way.
I miss Trump. Shit.
Man,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even watch the news no more.
No, but
Hey, see, I don't.
In
I
the
don't.
news-
Hey,
It was so funny though.
see,
Like,
yeah, I'm saying I missed the
as a
comedy
comedian,
of it.
I miss him, but as a person, I'm like, fuck
But
him.
it's so saturated. Like you ain't gonna say shit original, man. There ain't
Nothing.
Nobody say it.
Nothing.
Like,
That's why I stay away from that
Yeah.
shit. Do you have any Trump shit?
No,
No.
not a once.
No.
No.
She don't
And
like
I
to
was-
speak evil's name. You know?
I was even hesitant to do anything COVID because people are tired of hearing about this shit. Like I kind of used the shit Sunday off of my trip, but as to go and use it just as the punchline, fuck
It's-
that, bro.
it's-
We're tired of this shit.
it's
I will
gonna
say
run out of
this.
this lust after a while. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna be able to tell that joke for so long.
Yeah.
Before it's like,
Hell, until
I
people
can't
boo
use
your
this.
ass.
Exactly.
Like, fuck
I mean,
you.
it ain't even that. It's just
Yeah.
the time is gonna run out
Yep.
on that shit, man. Like,
COVID jokes get COVID work.
Yeah.
You should have been using COVID jokes during comedy during COVID restrictions. Like real shit. That's the only time you could use that
Zoom
shit.
shows.
Yep, Zoom. Oh, don't even get me started on those.
We're
That's
on
not-
one right now.
Right.
All these memories are gonna start popping up. It's
Don't.
gonna be so great.
Oh, that's like Animal Crossing is about to have its like 1 year anniversary, and people are like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
God.
Jesus Christ, man. No. Y'all gonna make me. Is there a way to turn that shit off, man? Like for a year? Like I don't want to see my
I don't want to
last
see.
years.
Yeah, like we're all gonna die.
Bro, I don't want to even know what I remember when I didn't have, we couldn't get no haircuts. And our
Dude, they
shit
were
was
acting
fucking-
like in that press conference, no masks, no masks during the press
See,
conference. They were acting
I
like
lived in
it was
Atlanta
the end of the
then, man. I was
fucking
kinda living
world.
regular, so
I was
ain't
gonna
gonna
say
front.
because Georgia was one of the ones that was just like,
Hey, Georgia shut down. I ain't no lie, like 2.5 months tops. You know what I'm saying?
Even that
and
long?
then like, you know what I'm saying? That's what, because I was stuck. I was supposed to be out here in March. You know what I mean? And that's when it cranked off. I called. They was like, yeah, don't come out. And so that, you know, that little 2 weeks that everybody thought it was gonna be turned into motherfucking. I didn't get out here till July. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, but them 2 months they shut down, and it was kind of like soft reopenings and stuff like that or whatever. And then
They had
after a
soft
while,
reopenings in Atlanta?
yeah, like
Shit, I
it,
thought
they
they
didn't
just was
really
like, fuck
name
it.
it a soft
Yeah.
reopen. They was
Well,
just
kind
like,
of like
yeah,
the
we
same they did here
we
with
open
the
again.
25%.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Right.
nothing.
And that was like for a hot week, maybe.
Well, I must have every ghetto ass person in Atlanta on my social media because that shit was cracking. I
no,
was like,
it was still. That's what I'm saying. Shit was still going on. but
Atlanta
they was
25% is our
like,
85%.
They was saying like,
Yeah,
but I mean, you
shit.
got to think about it like how much bigger
It's
Atlanta
fucking
is than here,
huge,
bro.
bro.
Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm
Atlanta's
saying?
humongous.
Shit, like,
I'm like 25%
You know?
is 25%, but yeah. when you
Everybody's
put in
been to that fucking airport. Jesus Christ.
Fuck that airport.
That-
bro.
it's
That's the worst.
It's like its own
busiest
city.
It's
That
the
bitch
busiest
so
airport in
big.
the world.
It's like its own fucking city,
So it's
dude.
That
it's
bitch
a
so
hub
fucking
unto
big.
itself.
If you land and your shit is an hour, you're not gonna make
It's like Tyler Perry property.
Bro, like you just gotta know.
Tyler Perry's
like-
got fucking Zamunda.
I
Like,
think that's the only reason I can get around airports so great is because I know how to navigate Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Hartsfield. You know what I mean? Like that's always been my airport. So I didn't know nothing different.
You want to know what shocked me? Tyler Perry holding up the prince and the Markles and
that don't,
Harry.
nah, it don't.
I was a little shocked that he fucking
don't.
put him up in this shit.
It was a calculated move.
By him, Oprah, all that shit.
All that shit. I'm glad you brought this up because before we get into Smitty, because I was going to transition to you in
Yeah.
Atlanta, but this is a great fucking topic.
I think it's. How did you not know they were racist? Not racist. Like you knew they were racist.
But I
when you
mean, but
fucking
does that
walked
make
in
it
there.
right though? Like
It
you know what
don't
I'm
make it
saying?
right, but you knew. Like,
You know what's so crazy? I'm with Larry on this.
come on.
Who don't know the fucking history of the
Fucking
royal?
they're the ones that started the slavery
You don't-
shit.
you don't-
We adopted it.
Larry, you don't even have to go back that far. They fucking killed Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, they murdered
They
her, dude.
killed her, like, because she was like this.
because
was
she had a
like,
beanie baby.
She had a beanie baby.
real
yeah.
shit. She was like, fuck y'all.
That's not why it happened. It's a lot.
Look,
different.
it's some youngsters like, really?
What's a beanie baby?
She had a
Right.
baby?
What? Yeah.
She had a
Yeah,
Mex-
remember
she had a
motherfuckers was
Mexican
collecting
baby?
the fuck out of them shit.
She had a Mexican baby?
Holy shit.
Yeah, she knew they were racist. I mean, come on.
Well, here's the power of the monkey.
Oh, the monkey, yeah.
The power of the monkey, especially of
That
Megan.
sound like a kung fu movie.
It could be.
Fuck.
Bro,
It could be. Them lips just...
to have him walk away from that, and that's all he's known for his whole life. People be like, "Oh, that's love." That's some powerful shit. Because think about all of the rituals and all the shit that he's been through his whole
Yeah,
life.
skull and bone bullshit.
For a chick from Compton to come in and just see walk on all that shit.
Killed
She
his
from
mama,
Compton?
though, bro.
Yeah, she's from Compton.
No
I think a lot of it has to
shit.
do
You
with
went
that.
Ghetto
killed
fabulous.
They
Yeah.
killed his
They killed
mama,
his mom,
though,
bro.
Yeah, they killed
But
his
so it's just like he probably was already disillusioned with that shit. He just didn't know how to get the fuck out.
That's true.
You
But
know what I'm
it-
saying?
so-
So
and
once
then
he
him
got
and
with
his-
her, I think they both just it was such animosity and bullshit for both of them.
She was like, "You don't need this shit."
And let's also
and he
agree-
was like, you know what? I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's also agree, Oprah is a terrible fucking interviewer, dude.
Incorrect.
Terrible.
No, very good interview.
Why?
Very
Why,
terrible.
Larry? Let me
Just
hear
terrible.
both sides
Dog
before
shit.
I pick who I'm gonna agree with.
Dog
Let me
shit.
hear Larry first.
When they said something shocking like, "Oh, there was racism and there was questions about color," she would repeat the question.
Like a good interviewer?
No, that's not a good.
No, that's
interview.
actually
That's what you're supposed to do.
supposed to-
Larry, you lost.
Supposed to
Dog
repeat
shit.
at least the last
Larry, you
three
lost
things.
me.
Dog
You're
shit.
supposed to
why?
repeat at least the last 3 things.
You
they
know
said.
why you want to repeat? Because first you want to make sure they're telling the truth. If the answer changes, or you want to make sure they understand the question is clear.
And the people who are listening, you want to make sure
Yeah,
to emphasize
they
the most
understand.
important
They
part of
understand
what's going on.
what they're
Dog
listening.
shit.
Why do you, Larry just don't like Oprah?
I don't care about Oprah.
Fuck
That's-
Oprah.
I
Larry's
just think she's
behind
a
the
terrible
camera.
interview.
That'll let you
we're
know.
talking about a woman.
That's why
who
this
was
podcast will never
basically
go worldwide.
Maury Povich.
Oprah gonna put her foot on her neck.
Dude,
Hey.
remember when Oprah
Like
first
that
started?
Is Larry still involved?
Larry
Fuck
said-
the show.
Do you remember when Oprah first started? What
Yeah.
was she
She's a
doing?
weather woman.
Well, the weather woman, but then she turned into fucking Maury Povich with "It Ain't Your Baby," all that shit. Yeah,
She's in Chicago.
She's a
That was
dog
the
shit.
wave. That was the wave.
She's a dog shit
If I
interviewer,
was
buddy.
her age
Hey,
then,
dog
if they gave
shit
me a
is
fucking
blood.
talk show, man, that ain't your baby. Fight the KKK. Do all that shit on my show. I want the
in
sensation.
local Chicago.
Do you remember
Yeah.
the
You have
Tom
something
Cruise?
big.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Tom
She
Cruise
went from
interview?
a weather woman to
Yeah.
having her own network,
shit.
my nigga. Like,
That interview changed
Oh,
culture.
so-
Like, that was
so-
a cultural reset.
Okay, wait a
Here's-
minute. Larry, this is why I say, here's the problem. You're looking at the young Oprah when she first started.
No, I'm looking at Oprah.
Oprah's
now.
a mogul.
She's a billionaire.
There's no one
Bro.
else who could have got
What does that?
That's
doesn't
how
mean
the world
shit.
works, though.
because her
That's how the
shit
world
was
works.
great.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Look,
do you think
okay,
about
let me
that?
ask you a question. What other? And I want to get to know why
Please.
you think she did great because I don't want to miss the flip side of this.
Hey,
Okay, think
Did you
about it.
watch it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I watched the whole thing. Who else would have asked those questions to them and got what she got? To be honest, though, let's be real. Like
They were paid to go to that interview.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hell yeah, they.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
do shit for
Millions.
free. If Oprah want to interview me, I gotta get paid. I'm a nobody. Pay me.
They are not going there telling any true stories
They
at
don't
all.
have
There's
any
all
money.
that
They need
drama and the
Let me tell you
money.
something. Let me tell you something, Larry. This is how I know she was telling the truth, right? Nobody's gonna monetize.
No, I'm not saying she wasn't
Well,
telling the truth. I was talking about the way Oprah twisted it.
How did she twist it?
She made it sound way worse than way
That was
they
bad.
said.
motherfucker.
Even Gary was saying.
No, because I feel like this. I feel like she pulled out a lot of shit that if someone else interviewed, she wouldn't have said. Like, she talked about her trying to take her life. She thought about it while she was pregnant. Like, no woman is really going to get on worldwide TV and say that. Real shit. I don't think so. I think,
Bro, do
especially,
you know how powerful
especially
the royal
fucking
family
royal
is?
family.
I wish you guys could hear my
Do you
eye
have-
roll.
Look, if
Do
she,
you know how
all I
powerful
know
the-
is
you just said it yourself.
Yeah.
They part of some shit that started
Yeah.
slavery and all
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
You
Incest.
just said it yourself.
Yeah.
That shit is a long generation. You
History.
think
So
that
she
they couldn't
knew.
have suppressed that shit
He
if it
told
wasn't
her.
true? Like, bro,
He probably told her when they first got married, hey, you're going to hear some racist shit.
and whatever the fuck.
So she knew what she was walking into.
But that don't make it
Every
make it okay.
I'm not saying it makes it right.
But
every
here-
interracial
but
relationship
I was
that
not
they're
saying
about
it
to get
makes it
into
right.
You hit
when
the-
they fucking get in.
You hit the
you
nail
know
on
what I'm
the
saying?
head.
They do it anyway.
You hit the nail on the head because
know what I mean?
nobody's gonna control their lives.
Yeah.
The thing about
They tried.
the thing about what this the thing about what
And
makes
they failed.
this so crazy to me is to hear it verbally.
Yeah.
Even though we know it, that's like, okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a
Because
perfect
nobody in that
example.
house was gonna say shit.
We know there's racism. We know there's sexism. We know that this shit. That's why you click on a story just like the fucking sportscasters in Oklahoma. That's, you know it happens, but to hear it, you be like, I fucking told you. But you still want to hear it because
I'm just saying the
it
way
validates it.
I'm saying the way Oprah went around it, I didn't like it.
I loved it.
I hated
That's
it.
Because
TV.
she,
So who
you
would
know
you would
what?
have rather interviewed?
I don't fucking
Connie
know.
Chung?
Mark Povich. Harry, it's not your baby.
Oh, that's fucked up. She has been going to Africa a lot.
She's way too dark.
Hell yeah, she's been going to Africa a lot. Have you heard of Zamunda? So how do you feel, Sarah, why do you feel that it was a great interview?
Well, you know, I think whenever two rich people can come together, they're gonna have a connection that other people don't maybe have. So that number one, there's that. Number two, Oprah had been doing talk show interviewing for more than half of my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she knows how to do it in a way that can handle Tom Cruise jumping on a couch.
Yeah.
That can also handle, like, local people from Chicago asking questions to, like, drag queens or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, she'll just do whatever she needs to do and be able to, like, pull out what's the most important thing. And
sadly to say, she earned that right.
yeah.
She's already earned that shit.
And there was nothing...
I'm really surprised you like Oprah this
No,
week,
I didn't
but-
say I liked her. I respect her.
After all the shit that she's done in the past.
I respect Oprah because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about you know
what
why I
I'm
hate
talking
Oprah?
about.
I hate her for the Michael Jackson shit.
Michael
I
Jackson.
hate her for the fucking Weinstein shit.
Weinstein.
Yeah, that's
So-
the hardest one.
See, that's why I think she's
Yeah,
trash.
But
this interview in a bubble.
But to me, it's like R. Kelly. He's trash, but his music is great. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't listen
I
to
can't-
it,
but it's
anymore,
fucking great.
But I can't
You gotta
deny
respect it.
what it make me feel.
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Regardless, like when
He
it
does
come
have
on, I
good
almost jig.
You be like, humming.
that shit.
It's the remix.
Yeah, they were like, fuck.
Turn this shit off. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got
Damn
it.
it.
But I don't play it myself. Like I won't.
wish
I love
there was a
Quentin
good
Tarantino
cover.
movies.
If there's a good cover,
Me too.
I'd play that.
Shout out
She's
to
don't want to
Kara.
hear his voice back.
Kara's right there.
Kara
He
says,
wrote it, though.
Kara, she's going back to the Oklahoma story. Tulsa, Oklahoma sports guy. She says, so low blood sugar doesn't make people racist. If that's the case, black people are the most racist people in
Was there
history.
ever a
Because
follow-up to
diabetes
that?
been killing us forever.
Was there ever a
Well,
follow-up?
the
Did he get
follow-up,
fired?
well, I don't know about his part, but the follow-up for that team, they won the state title. That was the follow-up.
Okay, well, that's good.
They said
outcome.
and it was so crazy because they were undefeated anyway.
You know,
so.
he could have come up with so many other excuses besides my diabetes kicked in.
Fuck y'all talking about, man.
You never
Okay,
heard about
so
this?
Here, can you pull
Y'all
up this audio?
y'all started in the middle of the story.
Well, well, I kind of referenced it. I was like,
We're assuming that you guys have watched every show.
yeah. So
I saw
I'm gonna
this,
tell you something
but-
about me and Larry. We're like plugged into the Matrix, bro. Like that's what makes the show so great.
I got to get back to that. You
It's
know
like
what I'm
having,
I'm
it's like having two Sixes on the show right now. Because Six is like,
Listen,
I mean, I kept up with most of everything they said. So y'all
no,
got to,
it was
nigga said Oklahoma. I was like,
it was two
It's gnarly.
sportscasters in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the girls' high school playoffs, and his mic was still hot. And during the national anthem, their team kneeled, right? And during the kneeling, he was like, "They're not even fucking respecting the flag. Fuck these niggers."
Well,
Hard R.
I heard a little bit of that, but I definitely heard the hard R.
Yeah, he hit it.
Yeah. I didn't hear any of the stuff you said.
Yeah, he hit it. I heard all of that.
You heard all
knew
of
it.
it?
Yeah.
soon as you said
I
girl,
heard
I was
all
like, what? There's some goddamn.
Yeah,
But it was
and
it was
so-
like me being over
Yeah,
here.
he was away
It was
from
like
the mic,
this.
but you
Yeah.
could hear it.
And it was
and then-
terrible dog shit audio for a fucking game.
Listen to him
I was
as a
pissed.
sound technician.
I was like, this sound sucks.
That's what made it fucked up. I'm like, he
There
give
was
a shit. He was like, yeah.
Sibilance,
The
yes.
That
treble-
was racism, but
the
nigga,
treble
the
megahertz. Next time, say nigger more clearly so we
Speak
can
into
get
the
it in
mic.
4K.
Like, they should have the room mic'd up. There should be fucking sound foam all over the place. What the fuck? I don't even know.
That
if that's what
N-word peaked.
that shit
He
called
was like,
sound
put
foam.
it in Dolby surround sound next time so everybody can hear the nigger.
So when you're sitting in a chair, it blows.
Yeah.
So that's that's what happened. And then he comes back and says his blood sugar was low, and that made me talk that way.
Yep.
Real shit.
I completely agree with him.
Do you know how many black people had their foot cut off
That
because
is,
of blood
the,
sugar?
nigga, that is the worst. That is the worst Incredible Hulk ever. You wouldn't like me when my blood sugar's low.
You're gonna be all type of niggers.
Right? The fuck? That's some bitch shit there, man. Get the fuck out of here.
My
bro.
grandpa had his leg cut off at the knee, and he
My
never.
my grandmother.
That's what killed Patrice.
He
Shit.
never fucking just. Well, he did go on white people rants, but he had two good legs. He didn't need it to be cut off
So-
to be like that.
Did it take Papa John 6 months to get his blood sugar back up? Is that why?
Actually, 2 years.
Two
Right.
years.
2 whole years. Yeah.
So this motherfucker said he's been working on not saying the N word for 2 years now. Not saying that he doesn't say it.
I've just been working on
Does,
it.
does he go to a workshop? Like what?
Bro.
It's-
Every day
I
at
don't
5 o'clock, it's like,
understand that.
yabba dabba doo.
Is he from Florida?
Yep. It's like if we take the R, if we can wean you to say nigga, if we can work on that for at least a summer.
He's like, you were cool with Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It's the opposite of a game of horse.
Shaq beat
That's
Right?
great.
You have to shave letters off until you win.
No, it's so funny. So when Larry shared this story with me, I had already saw it. And I was like, I know he started itching and shit when he get to the second G and nigga, fuck, man. I was 5 minutes sober without saying it.
That's
Like,
a weird
come
thing
on.
to say, man.
No, and you know what's so fucked up? It's
That's
true.
a really weird thing to say.
It's like I believe him. It's you know
You
how
believe
long
he's sitting there like I'm trying not to say it?
Yes, because it's fucking with his money. For him to be that transparent to say, not saying
That is white.
He didn't lie and
But
say
that is just,
he
that,
didn't lie
but
and say,
that,
I don't
no.
say it no more. This motherfucker said
He's
I'm
still
working on
saying
it.
it.
that
for
just
2
lets you
years.
know how much he said it.
That motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's taking that much to stop.
Shout out to Paul Mooney. He said he
Motherfucker,
brushed his
I've been
teeth
saying
with
that shit
nigga.
my whole
He
life.
brushed his teeth with nigga every morning.
Bro.
Like,
Bro,
God.
I've been watching that shit. I've been saying that shit my whole life. And I get in front of my parents.
Yeah.
Never ever.
They were like, why don't we
You know
say
what I'm saying?
better
Shut
ingredients and
it
better
straight
pizza?
down, bro.
That's true.
Shit, I've been that man. I was in the military.
If that was
Bruh.
fucking with your money,
God, isn't that crazy that one word is just like the
no, it's
It's
not
not that
crazy.
crazy.
No. Look at Larry's
Besides-
whiteness shining through.
Besides-
It's like
you don't
it's-
fucking get one of these
No, I'm
cameras
serious.
focused.
Hey, Larry's
that
like it's
one
just,
fucking word.
Larry's
like,
like
it set people
Larry's
off.
like it's 4 consonants and 2 vowels. What's the problem? And you repeat one of the consonants. It's like really crazy. Like, no, man, nah.
It's like I love the word cunt.
I think white men devalue words so much.
You think
And
so?
Because
that's
they
why
don't
you
want to
can-
be limited in being
I don't
able to
think
say
they
it.
ma-
But I think that's
they're
why
just
white
words.
people cuss weird.
Cuss
White
weird.
people do curse weird.
Son of a cunt. They say son of a cunt.
I've never said that.
What is the weird shit you always say? And I'm like, what the fuck? You like fuck me in the
No, I've said sister's cunt,
sister's cunt.
but I've gotten that from
Like, I don't
Sopranos.
Like a nun?
no,
And that's white people.
it's a lot.
Sister Mary.
Sister Mary.
Sister's cunt.
Sister,
You got me laughing like an old person.
Sister Mary, Sister Agnes, Sister cunt.
No, it came
You're like,
from.
I want to go to Sister cunt. Fuck
It
that
came
shit.
from an episode of Sopranos when Junior fell in the shower,
white people.
and I thought it was hilarious.
See
when
what I'm
he fucking
saying?
said
That's
it.
sister
And I
cunt.
was like, that
But that's
is
what I'm saying.
fucking
For that,
funny.
for
for that
part,
shit to come out of his
funny.
mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Kara. Kara says, "Come on, Larry."
I was gonna say.
Hey.
No, but that's the truth, though. I think
Well, as comedians, you guys have got to like love words.
No doubt. But there are certain words that I just don't, you know what I mean?
Here's I love saying it because I weaponize it. You know why? Because even
Cunt
like
or
I was
hard
gonna say-
R.
nigger.
Yeah.
I weaponize it because people feel so uncomfortable. And I'm like,
I don't.
So I know you don't, but a lot of people do. But I'm like, if you're uncomfortable, think about people who lost their lives for that word.
But
And it's like a lot of people. I don't like the term N-word. No, don't soft land the shit. Say it.
I'm not gonna say.
I know. That's the point. You
You're
just
gonna
made
try to
my
get
point.
my ass
You
kicked.
just- I just made my point because you know.
you care.
You know.
Yeah, but
that-
even if I'm
there you
referencing
go.
from somebody
He
what somebody else
knows.
This is
said.
what I'm saying,
He
Larry.
knows. He
I've
knows.
never
This
said
what I'm saying,
hey
Larry.
N-words.
You don't, like you said, you know, they're just words to you,
Yeah.
but you know the power of that
Power.
word.
Oh yeah.
You
Like
respect
regardless
it.
of the fact
It's
that
like
you
cunt's
respect
like
that
it's
power.
nice.
That's what I'm saying.
respect
You
it.
just literally said
he
yourself
did. He
out of your
did.
mouth, I'm not going to say it because you're going to get my ass kicked.
Yep.
Because he saw my hand tensely
Hell yeah.
around this bottle.
Like, you see
like,
how- you see
nah,
how
I was
I grabbed
messing
the
with you. Yeah.
I was like, if Smitty don't get him.
Nah, I'm messing
No,
with you.
no, I
but
gotta
I'm just
tell y'all
saying,
this.
but,
Yeah,
I, but,
yeah.
I, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. When you say that you don't care, you actually do. You know what I'm saying? And I know you give a fuck because you fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, not even
And
just
it's
me.
like,
Not
yeah,
even
yeah.
just me.
And I'm
Not
just
even
saying,
just
but
me.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I know the type of person that you are. You will
Yeah.
call a person out on shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's not going to be able to get away with none of that shit with you.
Yeah, he said.
So
So we
I
were
know he
talking about
cares.
women who nag one night. Check this out. So we were talking about women who nag.
It's
And
in
then-
it's in the opener.
And so Larry says, "So what about the naggers who?" I was like, "Whoa!" That's too goddamn close. Goddamn.
Like he tried to say nagging individuals.
talking about
That's what
horses.
no, he tried to run over. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. Don't never say that goddamn word.
All right, man. It's unbelievable here. What y'all want to know about Atlanta, man? What the fuck we doing, bro?
So this is why I love having Larry on the show, because this perspective,
Hell yeah.
it's not a dominant perspective. You get everything, man, and this is how the world is. It coexists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I keep going back to this show on Sunday, because I love shows like that have different varieties, different layers of comedy. Yeah. Like you got a me, and then you got a you, and then you got a Zach, and then you got a
yeah, because all you guys are fucking different.
It's so different. Yeah. And to me, I'm big on that. That's one thing I was talking to Sarah about, and I'm going to get to Atlanta, but that's one thing I was talking to her about on the other show was I think people need to do these type of shows because that's what the whole state is.
Right.
People think New Mexico is just Indians and Native Americans and Mexicans.
No.
Fuck no. You got bases, you got black people.
Yeah,
majority of the state is
college,
white. Let's
you know
be
what I'm
real.
saying?
No, I'd say it's native.
No,
and
the
Hispanic.
majority of the state is white. Trust me.
No,
I know.
Hispanic.
Google it.
It would
Pop
be Republican if it wasn't.
Google
That
it
bitch
all
right
white.
now.
No, it's a lot
Democrat.
of white Republicans, bro.
Google that bitch
It's a lot
right
of white.
now.
It's a lot of white Democrats.
Y'all Google that goddamn.
Google it.
Y'all Google
I
that
know.
bald ass goddamn.
I know. Google the
reverend.
shit.
Y'all Google random acts, nigga.
No, but see, that's the type of shows that
Somebody in the
needs
chat, man.
Like
Yeah.
I hate when people be like, "Oh, if it's a buck on it, it's a black show." You can't do that here.
Dude, I don't think I've.
There's
I don't think
only
you've
6
ever,
of us.
I don't
But-
think you've
but-
ever.
but-
there's only
though.
been a handful of times you've been on an all black.
Yeah, the
But-
all black
though.
shows are the ones I've done by myself.
But and that's but that's the
Shit.
thing though. Here's the
Yeah.
thing though, and this is what only reason I can see why people say that. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that you run your shows, you know what I'm saying? Like when people come to your shows, they're more encouraged to heckle or boo, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that.
But
and so people look at like
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
more
yeah,
of the
yeah,
comics
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that it's a black
it's
show.
a black
you
show.
know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I get that.
And it's because that's just what they think that urban rooms are like.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I'll give the explanation.
And that's not
for
true,
this.
you know.
I'll give the explanation for this for people who don't know. I do that for 2 reasons. One reason is because minorities do comedy different. When minorities come to the show, we don't come to the show to watch the show. We come to be a part of the show. If you do a show where it's majority minorities and they come to just do this, that show's gonna be horrible. And they want to be that's why you get people saying things. That's why you get people, even when we did the shit Sunday, the people who were vocal were minorities. See what I'm saying? What I've learned is white people want to come and get a show. There's a difference. And you should be able to get in and out of that pocket with any fucking body. My thing is this. If you're not used to an urban crowd, get used to it because eventually you're going to run into one.
You're gonna go up in front.
You might as well get your chops right
Yeah.
and own it. I'm not saying change who you are. Don't come on there talking urban and no, that's horrible. Shout out to Keith Breckenridge. Don't do that. Don't come on being a coconut. Don't a reverse coconut or whatever the fuck. Don't come on, my brother, and then I see you a whole different light. If I see that, I got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Comedy resonates with everybody.
Man, I hate that I missed all the fucking beef that went down. I love.
No, it's not beef.
not beef.
Like,
I love fucking.
You know what
comedy.
it
Like
is?
not even beef,
It's-
just
you
like
know what it is, Smitty?
I just miss the stories
I
that
just-
come
I
with
just
that
feel
comment.
like-
I have no idea.
I
What
just
the fuck
feel
happened.
like I just feel like people aren't real. Like if I think it, I don't never want nobody to say Buck said this about you, and then you be like, what? You be like, yeah, I know, he said it to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
So-
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Timestamp.
Or no, he told me. See what I'm saying? So I don't change who you are. Like to me, the strongest thing that we have as comedians is being ourselves.
Yeah.
If you faking it, it ain't gonna last.
But everybody
It ain't gonna
can't,
fucking
but-
last.
but
Like
bro.
look at fucking Carlos Mencia.
Bro.
When you faking it, it's gonna catch up. You're gonna get caught somebody's gonna call you out, and it's gonna fuck up your whole world. And then, what do you have?
Might as well nip that shit in the bud.
You got it exactly.
But bro,
So I feel like I can go to fucking, like, I've done shows in fucking Edgewood.
Sure.
I've gone to fucking Alamogordo. I'm not changing me, and they thought it was some funny shit. So I don't think you should come to, everybody has a crowd. Don't come to my crowd and try to be me or try to be what you think they want. Be you, because they want to be a part of your world. When someone comes to see you, bring them into your world. Yeah. Don't try to fit into theirs, because it's going to come off fake. It's bullshit. Damn, Sixx, this is what happens when you don't mix the drink. Let's get into Smitty, though. Fuck all that shit. Atlanta, bro. Atlanta's a hub for comedy. When you went out there and touched down, how long did it take for you to hit a stage, bro?
Oh,
shit, 2
question.
weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks? You was on it.
2 weeks.
You was on it.
I hit my first one, and
Was it an open mic? Was it?
It was a mic.
Yeah.
It was definitely a mic. And I just found it by typing on Google, like, fucking mics and shit.
Do they have Beslava there? Like that website where you can find all the mics?
They got it's another one called Mic Maps or something like that.
Or like freemics.com or like all those ones.
It's an app and everything, like Mic Maps is. But
how did you do, bro?
excuse me,
Honestly.
my first show out, meaty. It was mediocre. It was mediocre as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's
were people
because
laughing,
yeah, I mean, I got people laughing. Here's the thing: first show I did when I got there, it was wild, because it was like stepping there, and it's like I said, urban or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in there and shit. I knew this coming up because I knew what part of town it was in. So I was like, oh yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing with niggas in there.
Yeah.
So I went
you
in
gotta
there.
Be aggressive.
I went in there and I kind of was just like, yo, like, you know, I seen a couple people like kind of congregate, and I was like,
how many minutes
you know
did
what
you
I'm saying? Man, I did like 7.
Ooh,
I
that's
was
a good
surprised
mic.
they was getting out. Yeah,
Damn,
it was a cool little
Look,
mic.
we're all like, oh, you bougie, huh?
Right. So I signed up, you know what I'm saying? And I signed up kind of early. I was like, you know what I'm saying, get in here, you know what I'm saying, get out. Nigga, but this is a black mic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, come with
a couple famous niggas walked in. Or like more popular niggas.
It's like
I got
super
bumped.
known. So you got
Bumped
way
twice.
Down, way down.
Bumped 3 times. Like, ugh. Cause they don't know me, you know what I'm saying? I you know, like I said, I ain't known out there. Even though that's my city, like that's where I'm from. Like I wasn't doing comedy when I lived in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And so a white dude comes. You know what I'm saying? Goofy looking white kid, man. You know what I'm saying?
Looks like me.
He signed up.
I get it.
He signed up. You know what I'm saying?
Just say it was Sarah Kennedy-ish.
Yeah.
Got glasses.
Nah,
beanie.
man.
One Direction.
Yeah.
He was.
I'll take my 7 minutes.
Nah, man.
Thank you.
He was grimace built. You know what I'm saying? Like he just didn't have no shoulders really. You know what I'm saying? Like it was weird. You know what
Somebody
I'm saying?
like that in the urban club, they
Bro.
gotta be funny, bro.
Oh.
Bro.
You
so,
know that motherfucker was fire.
So, bro,
Was he fire?
we get in there. He get on stage, G. He get on stage, and bro, when I tell you, he ate shit. Nigga.
Yeah. No.
He ate something, bro. So
Shaped like the grimace.
he ate shit so bad
Nah.
that at one point he was like, "Yo, if this stuff not funny, y'all can boo me or whatever,
Self-deprecation, bro.
Not only that,
or
that's
y'all
just
can tell
inviting.
me."
Yeah, that's
Soon as he said that shit, niggas
they went in.
Boo,
They
nigga.
went to Apollo
Bro.
on his ass.
Bro, booing this nigga. One dude is one comic in particular that was giving it
Oh
to him.
yeah, see that would have been me, bro.
Giving it to him.
That'd have been me.
He was like, that shit sucked. Nigga, like every time he kept, cause he still had like fucking 6.5 minutes to go.
See, I'd have
He
been-
ate shit in that first minute like it was done after that. He said that.
That's an infinity.
So nigga,
yeah, that's a whole.
he
fucking
gets
night.
off stage
and you next.
and I, nigga,
Oh, that's horrible. You got to bring them back,
Bro.
They already in the mode.
so I get up there.
That's horrible.
Nigga, I get up there and I'm just like, and the first thing I did, I was like, yo, I gotta attack the fucking elephant in the room, you know what I'm saying?
You got it.
And I was just like, and I told dude, I was like, bro, I'm surprised you still sitting here. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
like,
he performed and then sat down.
and
and
yeah,
watched
he
you.
stayed.
Oh, I'd have
That
tore his
nigga
ass up for the
stayed.
whole 7 minutes.
He stayed.
I'd
So
have
I
rode
talked
that
about
wave.
him for a little bit of shit. Then I kind of got into my shit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got some laughs here and there shit. But the thing was, I ain't even gonna front. Like, I was so, like, apprehensive about, I was like, is dude gonna attack me now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fucking comic. Because I was
comic.
like, yeah. Because he killed the white boy, yo. I was like, shit, he killed him. So I got off the stage and shit, and I was like, all right, you know, it's a vibe, this shit, stay till after the show, talk to everybody, shit. The white boy stayed for the whole shit. And so it was like, okay, and you know what I'm saying, I kind of think that ingratiated that nigga to him. He never show up again.
Never.
But it was just like, you know what I mean, nobody like really talked about him after and shit. Like
Yeah.
they was just like, yeah, like,
It
you know.
was over with.
It was done because he
Yeah.
stayed and like ate that shit, you know what I mean? But after that, I hit the ground running a little bit.
I
you know?
feel like a lot of comedians haven't been heckled or told at a time in their life they wasn't funny.
Bro,
Like, for real, I know you've been through this,
Oh,
and I know I know for a fact I have, but I think you can tell the ones who take it really personal and get really pissed off are the ones who've never been told that. They don't know how to accept that shit. And it's like,
because like I said, you know
you
when
You
you
should-
get
You
bad.
should know. Hopefully you know.
Yeah.
Like you know when you're like,
should know.
That-
I don't give a fuck
'cause it
what
shouldn't feel
what
good,
the
bro.
person who came with you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you know deep down. You were like,
You did not do your best, goddamn. You know what I mean?
When did you know in Atlanta you really killed it though? When did you be like, I belong in Atlanta?
When the bigger comics started fucking with me.
Names. I need names. I don't need.
So like the
I don't
bigger
need-
comics out there though, like my boy Dedrick Flynn.
I know who
you
that
what I'm
is.
saying?
I know. I've heard of him.
yeah.
Yep. I've seen his shit.
That's my nigga. Like
Damn.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that motherfucker put me on. Like you know what I'm saying?
Because your talent will
And the
always
thing was,
come to
yeah,
the top, bro.
Because like certain comics out there would like kind of test you. Like, all right, I'm gonna get you on this shit. One of the biggest shows out there was
watching your ass.
One of the biggest shows out there was Star Bar, like the biggest open mic. You know what I'm saying? It was a Monday night, but it was like,
Everybody
bro, you had
was
to
there.
call from between 5 and 5:01 on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying, to get on this show.
And how long you had to get to be there?
And nigga, you got what you talking about on stage?
Yeah.
What is it?
You had to answer that
The
call
better,
and
the
say
better
you
you
was
got, huh? Wait, hold on. wait.
when they called you at 5 or 5:01.
No, they didn't call you. You had to call.
Oh,
between
shit.
5 o'clock and 5:01.
Okay.
and that's showbiz, babe.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? One
yeah.
minute, you had 1 minute to get a call through, and even if
Without-
you got through, because the line would be busy, it ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you got through, that didn't mean you were on the show. He would hit you up Monday, the morning of the show, and let you know if you got on or not.
Oh, dude.
Once
Fuck.
you fucking get on,
Damn, that's
you know
what
what I'm
it
saying?
is.
Not
Gotta
only
be
that,
prepared.
once you get on, the way he had it, you couldn't do no other shows that day and shit.
Oh,
A lot of
wow.
you weren't supposed to.
So
you
you
know
can't
what I'm
work
saying?
out nothing.
Oh, so you're
Not gonna
spending the
say
whole-
not gonna say people didn't, you know what I'm saying,
But
but
still,
you weren't
you
supposed to.
weren't- yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people just just didn't say shit or
You couldn't go
kept it
across
moving.
town and be like, let me work
Right.
this shit
Yeah.
out.
right.
Damn, that's
But
fucked up, man.
but dude, it was one of the best. I watched Tiffany Haddish walk in there and do a free.
Well, that's
30.
the way they do it
You know
at
what
the
I'm saying?
comedy store.
And then I watched him turn her down.
And then
you know what I'm
Indie
saying?
Factory.
One night,
Yep.
and it was nothing but locals on, and he
how,
fucking was
how,
like,
how
nah.
did that make you feel? You be like, damn, you turned her down?
Bro, that made me feel like the shit because the times that I've gotten on the show, you know what I'm saying, it's been like phenomenal.
Yeah.
So once I started getting booked for stuff like that,
Yeah.
that's when it was like, okay, at least, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting the respect that you know what I'm saying,
From
these
people who
other
really
comics,
fucking doing it.
Because
Yeah.
then it was comics that were doing other, you know what I'm saying, some of the most coveted shows out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, who is this dude? You know, let me put him on. To the point where January 1st, 2020,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, I did, well, not January 1st, it was a little bit after, but I did the 51st joke show.
Yeah.
Which is like, you
Great
know what I'm
show.
saying, where they
Yes,
get 50
sir.
comics and they get to
Yes,
tell
sir.
the first joke of the year. And,
Yep.
and it
Yep.
got to be a brand new joke.
Yep.
You can't
got-
have worked on it nowhere
Yeah.
at an
You
open
just
mic.
gotta do
nothing.
it. You just gotta do it right
You
then
gotta
and
have a
there.
new-
Ours would be like the 12
Right.
for
That's
each month.
exactly. Exactly. Hey, we would, you know what I mean? That'd be a quick ass
no.
show too. You have to have a whole new set though.
Wow. There's a lot of people wouldn't show up.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's
You're
what
like,
I'm saying.
nah, I'm
All
busy.
Are you guys still going?
I'm busy. Yeah. Like,
know, so it's like-
motherfucker, that show been over with.
But when I look at that picture that they took of all 50 of us, it was like all I see in there is fucking killers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this could be a new, you know, saying not all of us gonna make it, of course, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's still, I see at least fucking 25 of them. That's the new class. Like,
That's
they coming.
what's up,
You know what I'm saying? Or they been there. They been doing it for a while. They just not getting the recognition. You know what I mean? But in Atlanta, they fucking the shit. And
When I first heard of Atlanta comedy, like, this is how much of a student I am. I'm the fucking Uptown Comedy Club. Back in the day, like, I'm super young, and I was like,
you remember that show?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
you
Uptown
know
Comedy
you know how many
Club.
people was on that? Chris Tucker, Tracy Morgan,
Hey, that's a,
Monique.
Yeah.
I remember the white guy, Rob McNaughty. He was the coldest motherfucker on there. Like, all of them came through there. And because at the time, New York was the spot. And so they had to bring their own shit there.
Still is.
Well, I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah.
especially then. Especially, it's like, if you ain't
In
from New
Austin.
York, fuck y'all. Like, that's what it was. Real shit. And so to watch them motherfuckers grow that shit, and then for all of them to be graduates and fucking come out of that was so if you made it, it's crazy. I'm sitting next to two motherfuckers who made it in two of the biggest fucking comedy. To me, there's
Well, you
three
were in
big
the
comedy.
belly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this though.
Yeah.
There's three comedy meccas to me right now for the shit that I do. It's New York, it's fucking Atlanta, and it's Chicago. And the COVID fucked my Chicago shit up.
Yeah, Chicago.
I had three Chicago dates.
It's underrated.
And
Chicago.
2 dates in Milwaukee. I told myself if I can do a Chicago crowd, I can go on fucking Mars and do anything. Like, that was my shit.
With Elon Musk. Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna hitch a ride with him. Like, he was gonna be the audience. You and the fucking moon rocks. So I did a show with I got booked for that show with Joe Torre, right? And his people were like, they put the pressure on me, no lie. They was like, oh, so we heard you was the guy that we should do the show with, and then he asked me who should be on it. So I was like, Black Mike, you know what I'm saying? I put the names out there. And then we get there, and it was like damn near every comedian in the city was on this show. And it was so I get there. It's
How
like
the fuck did
it was
they
like
all get on like
man, let me tell you, bro, this shit was so fucked up. And it wasn't like motherfuckers got like 2 or 3 minutes. These motherfuckers was doing whole sets.
Like 30 minutes.
Hell the fuck yeah.
Damn.
It was horrible.
That's gnarly.
It's the best, worst show I've ever been on.
Most sure.
And it was at the African
Lots
American
of
Culture
crickets.
Center.
Oh, I
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I saw when that was booked. And
no laughter, no noise at all. It's the worst noise ever, dude.
And it was a lot of people there, bro. And so they were like, "You're gonna fucking bring Joe
Was it
Torre up."
clean? Was it
And
clean?
No, fuck. It's
No,
Joe Torre.
okay.
Hell the fuck no. And so it was so crazy because Joe was on the other side of the fucking curtain for everybody.
oh, that's cool.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Because he was like,
What?
motherfucker, he was disgusted.
Uh,
And so
That's gnarly.
it was like it was like one of the
gnarly.
few times that I felt pressure. I was like, even though I was in Albuquerque, it was like, fuck, man, like I gotta show this guy something. Cause I know Joe Torre is gonna go up there and burn everybody up.
Yeah.
Is this what the fuck y'all brought me to? Everybody would have been laughing at us and shit. And I was like, nah, fuck that shit.
You're like, I am not going to be the butt of
Fuck
no
that shit.
joke.
Hell no.
yeah.
So do my thing. I come off and he's like, he calls me in the back room and he's like, first thing he said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was all, because of my daughter. And he was like, I don't give a. He's like, I tell you what. He's like, how long you been doing it? He's like, if this is what you want to do, never do it again. Never. He's like, never do it because this is the best you're going to get. I was like, yo. I got mad. I wanted to fight his little ass. What the fuck you mean? He
That
was
makes
like,
me angry.
yeah, it
Like,
does.
it really-
And it was like, you're never, if this is going to be your pinnacle, if this is what you feel. And he was like, I tell you what, they're going to take a break. I want you to do 10 minutes of freestyle. Don't fucking, he said, I'll know if you do some written shit. Bring me up for 10 minutes freestyle. Can you do that?
You gotta go back up on
Go
stage.
back up.
And do a second
encore.
set.
Go back up after they're on break. He sends me back up. I do 10 minutes freestyle. I'm on the crowd. I'm on everything. Everybody's laughing and bring him up. And so he comes off, and that's how I got booked for some Chicago shit. Yeah. And then fucking COVID hit.
Oh.
Because this was in
COVID
November.
fucked some
This
shit
was
up
November
for me, too.
2020, and then it was supposed to be November 2019, and then it was supposed to be that fucking summer. So my thing is, comedy is so up and down, bro. Like, you'll think you have a high, and then you'll get a low.
Well, that's for every comedian, bro.
Yeah,
Every
it
comedian
is.
we've ever, like, Eddie Murphy had a high, now he doesn't. I mean, it's going to be like that for everybody.
I want an Eddie Murphy high. Shit, nigga. Fuck y'all. Y'all will catch me on Vine with a fucking transgender. Fuck y'all. I'll do it.
I've heard some comics.
I need that high.
I've heard some comics that were coming up in the 80s that said that there was a lot of guys that were dog shit that got huge deals. And then once those deals went through, they didn't have anything else to
I'm glad
it
you.
just
I'm
spiraled out.
I'm glad you brought that up. Do you guys think social media has watered down comedy or made it harder?
No, I think it's made it better.
Oh no, I don't think
Well,
it's either.
okay, wait.
As far as being able to spot liars and fakes.
Let me specify. Stand-up comedy.
I don't think it's either, but I think that there's a different way for you to get social status. So you can get social status from doing comedy, and you can grind and hustle and do whatever, and like get people who are willing to like say your name and give you these opportunities. That same thing happens now on social media with a completely different skill set, but it's the same kind of like, there's no, like, it's the lowest bar for entry in both of them. So it's like, everybody can sign up for Twitter. Everybody can show up to an open mic. And then eventually, if you're able to do it, you can get wherever you need to get.
Well, more people see you on Twitter than an open mic, though.
Right. So ideally, most comedians would try to be doing both.
Yeah.
But hopefully, most Twitter people would at least try to go out and see real humans.
Well,
But they don't.
Well, if you're okay, so this is what my problem was. Cause I love stand up, man. I love that shit. I love it. I'm a student. I'm a fan. All that shit. I was one of the people that hated social media because I was like, they're fucking taking away from stand up, and because a lot of these guys were doing. It's easy to click this button and edit and all this shit for 60 seconds, then give them a mic and make motherfuckers laugh in 60 seconds. Yeah. Because you can't back up and delete. And
I disagree with people recording during shows. Like, unless it's acknowledged by the person and there's an understanding that, look, you're not going to put that on social media if I tell you not to.
Right.
Just like if Sarah came to me and said, I don't want my shit on social media, I'm not going to put her shit on social media.
Because she's maybe still working.
Like, I'm not going to
especially now, bro. Like,
shit going on, man.
Now, nobody's worked out a fucking thing like regularly in front of people. So yeah, even though people laugh, in our hearts we're like.
But I think it's dog shit when people pull out a phone and start recording a comic while they're working through shit, and then get offended by what has been said.
Well, what do you
That's
feel?
the hardest part.
Well, what do you feel about these guys who became social media stars from comedy and was getting booked and getting paid all this money because they have a lot of followers and they knew they would bring a lot of people to the show?
But it's the same thing.
But are they funny?
I fuck with it only because it's like I realized that I'm a dinosaur, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it the hard way. Like, I think doing it stand up and trying to just grind and shit like that is the hard, because the internet makes everything easier. Yeah. But like when you're like, I look at people like Ryan Davis.
I don't think it does.
What do you mean? I look at people like Ryan Davis, who
that motherfucker
actually does stand up, and he's funny as
this
fuck.
motherfucker is so on point, bro.
Yeah,
and see, he's different. Okay, so
because he studied. I mean, but like I feel like we have to give them people a chance. But I think this is just another lane for comedy, like improv is, like all the other forms.
I think there's certain people who did it different ways. Like, I'll take 2 people. King Karan and DC. DC Young Fly, I watched his early stand-up. It was not good. But DC respected the art enough to say, I'm going to work on this shit to where I can get the same laughs that I get online. And he knows his lane. That motherfucker's hilarious now. But I've seen him on All Def Digital, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I wish I had that opportunity because he fucking it up. But he worked at it though.
I had these DVDs that I got on like clearance at like Sam Goody before Sam Goody closed, like old,
Yeah.
old,
That shit
old,
old as fuck.
right?
Yeah,
And
she said
like the
Sam
box
Goody,
of DVDs
goddamn.
were like a tin can, like, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like these are whatever, and they were old like A&E at the Improv kind of like sets from comedians, and you would see these people come up who ended up being extremely famous. Like you would see like Jerry Springer once a DVD.
Yeah.
But then you'd also see, like, Jason Alexander, who is not a stand-up comedian.
No,
No.
he's not.
but
Not at all.
he did it, and he
and
would
you
come
would
up
never
there,
think he fucking did
and
stand up.
he was not funny.
No.
That's the most important part. But he would come on stage and he'd be like, "I'm George Costanza," and then everybody would go,
Wait.
It was after.
So
was-
he
it
did
was
this
during
shit
it. It was
after he
mid.
was.
It
Oh,
was
He
mid.
tried copying Jerry.
that's
yeah.
the easiest shit in history,
Yeah,
bro.
but that's the thing. That's the same
For
thing
the-
that's happening
for the-
now.
one of the most popular shows ever. Come on,
but with
man.
like social media influencers, the same thing happens. So like if
Yeah.
tomorrow one of the like Logan Paul or whatever decided to go up on stage, it would sell out immediately,
Right.
and every club in the country would be
Yep.
so
Trying to
happy
get
to
him up.
have
Oh, yeah.
Regardless
sold
of how
out.
trash it
See, that's
even
why.
if it was not funny.
That's why y'all don't know Patrice O'Neal. That pisses
know.
me off.
is. Right.
Right.
That's exactly
That
what-
pisses me off.
exactly what-
What do y'all think about? What do y'all think about everybody doing podcasts?
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot. Like they're sprouting every fucking
okay,
way.
I will say there's a lot of them, but a lot of people aren't following through.
Well, that's what I
That's
was
true.
going to. I was going
They'll
to.
do
Well,
two or three and decide, oh, I'm not famous.
There you go.
Then quit.
That's exactly
It's
what I was getting at.
But that's like everything else, bro. It's like there's people
work
that's just
at
gonna be out of outlast.
Like, you know how
the
many
fucking
people I
storm,
see?
bro.
You know how many people I see
Nothing.
on Facebook, Instagram? I just hit 100,000 views on TikTok. Who gives a shit? Like, it doesn't mean anything.
Until
Well,
they start turning into money.
The
But
problem,
those
Like-
TikTok
the
views are
problem
shit.
about the internet is this. Yeah, you did
Fake.
that, but what's next? It's
Mm-hmm.
all, and that's why it's a drug. It's like, okay, you got that high. Well, how can you get high again? And that's the part
They're
where
feeding
people
you.
don't. Yeah.
Well, like this page, I mean, you guys' page on Facebook has like 1,900 likes.
Yeah, but that's
We
not
do?
shit.
I don't
Yes,
even know
that's
that.
incredible.
I was
Like that's
what?
that's a lot.
And that's
Well,
organic, y'all. We didn't
but
pay
we've
for
got-
shit.
we've
Right.
got- yeah, it's all organic. We've got more followers than we do likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, YouTube, we have just started hitting off.
Yeah.
Only because I've changed the algorithm
Yeah.
because I'm
Mm-hmm.
learning too, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So then, but D, if you would just say like, "Hey, vote for me for best comedian," then you would have 1,900 people.
I would
voting
never
for you.
fucking do that.
But you
I
just
would
gotta say-
never do that.
You could just say like, you have to vote for somebody. This scene.
I think
But I mean,
I think
that's
I
like
fucked up the
saying the
whole thing by
president-
talking shit about it. They were
Bro.
like, I'll never fucking vote. Fuck
Bro,
that.
I'm
that
just
black
saying,
guy.
Fuck
like,
that magazine. Fuck Sarah Kennedy and her winning ass.
but bro,
But if it's for all of us, in the
Yeah,
same way that you
that's
were
true.
talking about it, like if you're just saying like, I know for a fact that if people came out to see me, they would have a
gonna
good
represent.
time.
See, we were
Exactly.
under, we
Please
were under
vote
the
for me.
impression
Yeah,
that there was
exactly.
somebody at the magazine actually going out.
Yeah.
And that's
when
the
I-
impression
when I-
we got.
When I
Stop.
found out these motherfuckers wasn't even going to look at
stop.
shit,
Yeah.
that's even worse.
But, it's
But
just
like you said,
one-
it's just so many things they'd have to have someone to go eat Dion's ranch or like who hasn't done
who
that?
hasn't
though?
done that though?
I mean,
Because it's the best
I don't even
I
like
ranch.
done, I done licked some Dion's ranch off some titties before. It's fucking delicious.
Love it. Dude,
Back to you, Smitty. So Atlanta, right?
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Smitty.
nah.
Look at look.
I'm
look
not
at-
even. I'm sitting there
Hey,
thinking
look
about
at-
fucking ranch on the titties.
Hey.
Nigga, like shit. I'm like,
Hey, you
damn,
know what?
I ain't never thought about ranch on the titties.
Sarah
bro.
is too, though. That's the funny thing.
Right.
Listen, it's 50 cents for a side.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
It's fine.
So
dip them bitches in there like nuggets.
I worked at Dion's for a decade.
what?
Jesus.
Yeah.
You need some fucking shareholding in that motherfucker.
I love
A decade.
food. Like, they've got some
God,
good food.
They need to get seen at the VA. Like the fuck.
The average, you should work there like 6 months tops. Like, your name should be on the menu somewhere. Do you want a Sarah Kennedy?
Did you get a pen or
extra
something?
pepperoni?
That's
my
like 10
God.
years. Did you get like a pin or something?
You
That's a
know,
long
I
time.
you
You
like
should
to
get
think
a
that I have
Letterman jacket.
I
She
have
should
a
get a free
lasting
meal.
memory. It's what I'm.
When did you start
That's
working
called
there?
PTSD.
It was my
baby.
first job.
12?
It was my first job when I was 16.
That's
Wow.
called PTSD.
That's some dead. You've got
That's
some.
not lasting memory.
She's dedicated.
Loved it.
10 years?
Listen, this is not about Smitty or Atlanta, and I think that that's the most
I
important thing.
know
that we
it's
talk
really
about.
not. Yo, I'm enjoying myself.
I'm finna
right
go
now.
boycott. Y'all, you should have a Sarah
Right.
Kennedy pizza,
She
a
said
salad at
definitely,
least.
Yeah.
A biscuit or something.
Motherfucking sub like shit. Something.
Can I get the Sarah
What do you
Kennedy
have
biscuit?
that's not spicy?
Oh,
That's fucked up.
right.
Can we get a hand toss Sarah Kennedy, please? Fingers all in the dough.
Oh shit. Lady fingers.
Lady fingers, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Lady fingers. That's a funny ass joke. Fuck
Yeah,
y'all.
it was.
So Atlanta,
Man.
Yes.
did you feel like a failure, both of you guys, when you had to come back to New Mexico?
No.
Because a lot of
I
people.
didn't come back for comedy.
Okay, so but a lot of people will throw that narrative out there, like, oh, you couldn't make it
Them
there.
the niggas
so-
that's not doing
Entrapment.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what I wanted to like touch on, because there's people who move away, right, and they come back, and then people, oh, I knew he was coming back, you motherfucker, you couldn't make it. Da, da, da. How do
Land
you-
of entrapment.
How do you, but see, a lot of people will think that. They won't tell you that though, or they'll throw subs.
Right.
Address that.
They hoes. The fuck? And
I was gonna say that.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
You took her adjective.
No.
I'm just, bro. If you got time to be worried about where I'm making it at, you ain't fucking making it, bro. Like you sitting back.
But it's funny
Worried
because
about
those
me.
people ain't even made it here.
That's
That's
what I'm
funny
saying.
part.
Yeah.
You
That's
ain't
exactly
made-
what I'm
you've
saying.
been
What have you
here
done?
this whole time and you've never made nothing. Like
Half of these
exactly what I'm
motherfuckers have never even
saying.
been out
You
of the
have
state.
no idea what's going on with
So,
me to why
but-
I'm back or whatever and shit. Just
But I want
know
to know,
I'm back and I'm
is it
taking what's
something that
mine.
you guys had to deal with? Have you heard whispers?
Hell
Have you
no.
heard?
No, I mean, I the first show I was on with Smitty, he asked me like, "Oh, you moved back from?"
Oh,
New York?" And I thought-
Smitty, you
No,
were
no,
guilty.
no.
No.
I'm fucking with you.
I know. And I'm also fucking with you.
Yeah, I was about to
Like,
say,
that's
but
not-
we did talk about it though,
We did
because
talk
shit,
about it.
we both were back,
Y'all were back.
like from our.
You guys
know.
thought you would never be back here, or when you left?
No,
you're
I
like,
never
And it
said
wasn't
that.
because you
No.
guys
I
weren't
never said
making it, right?
No,
Bro,
not at all.
bro.
It was because of the COVID shit,
You know what I'm saying? It was shit popping off, but my thing was I was looking for another, a career just to supplement. I was doing bad, you know what I mean? Like as far as money and all that
Right,
junk. So
right.
it was like, and comedy wasn't kicking it enough. You know what I'm saying?
Comedy
so it was like,
never-
Well, then the
kicks
COVID
in,
hit.
bro.
Shit.
I don't
not
know.
right now. That's what I'm saying. But that's on me though. I put all that shit.
But I feel
regardless
like
of the fact,
for
on
both
me,
of you guys,
if I ain't making money,
you guys could be in Alaska and do comedy there too.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
got
feel
that
like
right.
you guys will seek that shit the fuck out.
oh, you got that right.
absolutely.
Wherever I go, I'm gonna try to see where it's at.
And I love how you said about comedy and the money. I'm glad you said this. For whatever reason, everybody who don't do comedy think comedy pays you all this fucking money.
And they
No,
think it's
it
easy.
doesn't.
That's
And
what
they-
I think is funny.
They're like, man, Buck goes on all these trips and comedy's paying
Boy,
him.
bitch,
And
that
the
shit ain't
podcast
paying
is paying him.
shit.
But they don't
Oh,
know
man.
I've worked for the state of New Mexico
Yeah.
for 10 fucking years. Like I have a real
And
fucking
I save money.
career. And
I got a
real
job,
shit.
bro. And like
yeah.
some people can just like you know what I'm saying, everybody be like, do the Steve Harvey, you just gotta leap and fucking. I'm
Walk
like,
up to
bitch,
SNL
about to-
and just tell them you want to write
So
for
fuck
'em.
my kids,
about to
huh?
snap both my motherfucking ankles if I leap. Bitch, like the fuck, I'm not about to hobble myself.
Man, you know
what I'm
what's-
saying, for
I'm
this
glad
shit?
you said this because
Fuck
shout
that.
out to the homie. He's a comedian named Boogie B. Boogie B's doing it. Did a show with him. Brought him here. Did him at Sixx's spot at
Kurt
her.
Fletcher's doing it too.
Kurt.
Um,
Kurt, my dude.
Does Kurt have kids?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, because
Well-
he has that joke about how
He must not take care of him.
he was like,
I'm just playing.
Oh, probably.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm just playing. So Boogie comes out here. I'm the host. I'm doing my thing. I was like, I'm gonna show out because it was him and Will Savance from New York City. I was like, I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna bam. They think there ain't no comedy in Albuquerque, which they did say. Did my thing right. As soon as I get off, he was like, Buck, you need to just get in your car and struggle, live out your car in L.A. and make it happen. Man, fuck you.
Nigga, stop.
I'm not 20.
Even if
Stop.
I
I'm
was,
If you were 20, you
I
wouldn't
like
do
to
it.
eat a lot.
Well,
nigga.
here's the thing.
Fuck out of here.
There's certain times in your life that you make decisions, right?
Yeah.
Even when I was 20, I didn't have the mindset. I was so
No.
Man, I'm doing my thing. Fuck that. This bitches. This place to be. I need to. I'm spending rent money on Jordans. Like that's the dumb shit I was
me
doing.
too.
So
But drugs.
so now.
Jordans.
I was like,
But
I
drugs.
wish I could get a picture of you with J's on. They like, ever, bro. Like,
They, all,
No.
they knew and
Shit.
scuffed up at the same time.
That's right. They're scuffed up because I
like,
cleaned them.
you actually playing ball in these? What the fuck?
He doing 90-degree turns on a motorcycle, just putting his foot to the gravel.
Right.
With his mouth. Damn, you gonna do the threes like that? No.
With an 8-ball of crank.
It was classy.
So, and he was saying that, and and people was like, "Yeah, you should do it." I was like, "Bro, I'm 41, 42.
Right.
No, I have responsibilities. Like, I'm not saying comedy is a hobby because no,
It's not.
it'll never be a hobby. But I'm at a time in my life I have to make great decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like if I do that, I couldn't live. My comedy will be so dark because I wouldn't be the father that I need to be.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's easy for someone who doesn't have these type of responsibilities to say, "Go do this," and I'm like, "Nah, bro."
Especially
and so,
when they're young.
And then also this, why can't I make something here?
Wow.
Right.
That's the problem. Everybody
make
feels
my city better?
like to be honest, let's be real. This is one of the easiest places to plant and grow something.
Yeah.
Because if you go to these other cities, that's they shit. You're the new fucking dude. You may be great, but they're not gonna fuck with you because they don't know you and you're not from there.
I
So
think the
why
whole
can't
geographic is changing now, though.
yeah, why can't we make this a hub? Why can't
Yeah.
we make this the spot between Phoenix and fucking Dallas? Why can't we make this the spot?
Well, I think Austin's a spot, but
Or
definitely
Austin,
this
and
could be
that's
the
what I'm
spot
saying.
too. Yeah.
It's such a void here.
And like Fort Collins and Denver, like
It's such a
they've got-
void.
Yeah, Denver too. Yeah.
And then now I think Trinidad is actually like kind of popping off and like
I
there's
want to
gonna be,
do a
like,
show
some
in
stuff-
Trinidad so
Hell,
bad.
Oh my gosh.
I want to do one in Trinidad. I
For
love
my-
those little spots like
What's
that.
up,
Yeah.
man?
But like that idea of like if you could do a night there, I know so many comedians who go on tour all the way to Denver and then fly to LA. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you flying to LA?
You
like,
missed
what?
all
Come
that shit.
down,
Yeah, you missed
go
all
over,
this shit. Yeah.
Go back.
Right.
Like so
And
we-
when you'll sell that bitch out.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And so just creating something that is along the way and like really making a name for what we do here and also making it something that like people can like come get paid a little bit, eat, stay for free, something like that. Like that there's so much value in that. And
So with that being said, what's you guys' goal in this? What's your goal? What's your goal in stand-up comedy right now? I have one that's very specific because a couple
wanna know
years
yours.
ago, I write my shit down, bro. And you know, I've hit a couple of them, but I want to hear y'all's first. You're a guest on this motherfucker.
no, Smitty.
Give me your goal, bro. Give me real shit, because I know you've thought about it. This is what we all do. What do you want your end game to be right now?
And I told because I said it on the
Yeah,
public
you
access
did.
show because
You
I've got
did.
like a 3-pronged approach. So
And I don't think nobody really asks us this.
Mm-hmm.
They think we just live day to day and we're just happy and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's your end game? What's your goal right now? Because it may change. The
Mm-hmm.
goalpost can change at any time, but right now, what is it?
Bro, I just want to be able to like, you know, run my life. Like I want to be able to like travel and just do comedy. Like I love stand up so much. Like I don't think I would ever be able to stop doing that. Like if I became, I don't know if I want to be famous enough to not get on stage anymore and just have fucking fun and shit.
Spoken
You know what
like
I'm saying?
someone who's never really made some real money on this shit.
Oh God, and you're right.
Because because I'm like, man, if a motherfucker throw you
But
a
no,
check
no,
that you've never
no.
seen,
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that I'm not gonna take that.
yeah,
But
you would
I'm
still
looking
have
at
that
like
essence.
look at
You
like
still have that essence.
look at like Deion Cole. You know what I'm saying? Able to be on the show and make bread, but he's still doing fucking phenomenal ass comedy.
One
I
of the
think he
coldest
had the
writers
best-
ever.
I think he had the best special in 2019. That
Yes,
fucking special
that
he had
shit
that
was
came out.
fucking
I
hilarious.
think that was one of the best specials of that year, if not the best one.
Deion
You know
Cole
what I'm
is
saying?
underrated, bro. He don't get his flowers.
Exactly.
Man.
You know what I mean? And I feel like you know, of course I want to be famous, But it's like
Shit, I don't know now. Shit,
But
this motherfucker.
But
crazy
and that's what I'm
out
saying.
here.
But like at the same time, it's like I want to be famous enough to still go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying, and you know not have to throw no shades on and shit, and people not gonna recognize me or some shit.
So if that's the
You
case,
know what I mean?
keep Smitty. And then that way
Right.
Yeah. Costco, I'm Steph.
Yeah. What about you?
God.
Say it on here, Sarah. I've asked Sarah. Sarah's actually the first comedian I've asked this question to. So
I've got 3 different ways that I think things could go, and I'd be super happy with literally any single one of them. So one of them is like I'm able to create a space here and actually create a performance spot that would then bring people in from out of town, create something that's not the casinos. If the casinos is the big one, I want to be the medium one that gives everybody like their first paid show or whatever. And then then there can still be like a thriving open mic indie whatever people want to do in bars scene too. It's just like I'm the next one up, and then you'd go on to get like Barry Neal or David Tribble's like booking information for the region, and then also be able to bring people in. That would be cool. So that's number 1.
I think I've made too many enemies
Do
already.
you think? But here's the thing. Yeah, one.
I
Yeah.
have. I've
But-
made too many enemies. She said a name that I'm like, oh.
But
Cool.
check it. Do you think? And I forgot it. Goddamn.
God damn it, Smitty.
Let me go to number 2,
Smoking
and
that
then,
heavy.
and then if you think about it
You're on
again.
that good Larry shit over
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Do you think that Dr. Seuss was really racist?
You know, it's up to his estate.
Here we go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
he
go
got it,
ahead,
he got it,
go
he
ahead,
got it.
okay.
Here we go. So do you think that some of these crowds, like the audience, has also ruined some of the opportunities for comedy out here? Like looking at like when Dave Chappelle came to Santa Fe and man threw the banana peel.
Banana.
He said he was pretty much never gonna come back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like there's been other I mean, fuck Chris D'Elia. You know what I'm saying? Or D'Elia or whatever the
Isn't
fuck
he a
his name
rapist?
is.
Oh,
But
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? He's also come here and then put on his Twitter that fucking New Mexico fucking sucks.
And when he coming,
You know what I
and
mean?
like a
Yeah.
whole bunch
Okay,
of
can
people.
I
Yep.
say
Yeah.
something though?
So it's like
You know who should be more offended at this shit? Us.
on God.
Yeah.
On
Us.
God.
You know why? Because it's our job to get people to come to comedy shows. I bet you that motherfucker ain't never been to a comedy show before. He just knew Dave Chappelle and was like, I'm gonna go and this is
Do
what I'm
some
gonna
dumb
do.
shit.
So I think
He was
that's
locked
on
and
our
loaded with bananas. Who could just carry bananas?
But
Because
I'm-
guess what would have happened if this motherfucker did that on one of our shows?
Oh, it
come
would-
on. I wish he would come to fucking Nexus with some
Punched his head off.
like I think that's why we need to push more, and then hopefully this COVID shit goes away or lightens up to where we can get back to it. But I think that's where it's on our shoulders. So when people who do come here, that people know how to act accordingly.
This is gonna show you who was meant to be in this shit.
Well, it's already shown me.
Because here's the
It's
thing.
already shown
Here's
me.
the thing,
and there's
though,
industry
like,
stuff.
right.
It's
Because
already shown
like,
me, Smitty.
because it's like once we come out of this fully,
I don't want to hear no same shit now.
time off like that.
I don't wanna
but
hear
this-
these same
It's not
fucking
even that.
jokes,
I
man.
don't even care.
I'm gonna break it down to that.
I don't even care.
simpleness.
Even if you tell the same joke,
Nah,
at least
I'm
have
doing
put
it.
something new. Like you know what I'm saying. Worked on that motherfucker a little bit of something.
If I'm on the
But-
ticket, I'm on boo.
This is not what I'm. This is not what I'm. I'm just saying, like time off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Will show you who was meant to be there. Because sometimes something's gonna happen to you where you gotta take time. Or like
Well-
football players get hurt, and it's
Well-
like they know, like I gotta get back in the game.
But guess what?
You know what I'm saying?
They never stop footballing though.
That's what I'm saying.
See what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But I know,
guarantee you, some of these people
who
that stopped doing stand up,
I know who
aren't
stopped
doing it.
comedying. Like I've seen it,
Bro.
I've seen it.
That's what I'm saying. So we gonna see who comes out on the other side of this.
Did we get the second part of Sarah's?
Hell no.
Go ahead.
Nah, we didn't.
I'm trying
We're
to
at
keep this.
33.3% through my
Go
goal.
ahead, go ahead.
Number 2 would just be like to go back to New York and just keep going. Like honestly, the time being away in COVID, it's the same time away that everybody in New York had away.
Right.
So like I could go back to New York and then pretty much get
Pick back
Right.
up.
You
bit
get
right
it,
back
too.
into
And
it, you
and
know.
you get
And
a
that,
bomb ass apartment right now because fucking rent
Oh,
is cheap.
absolutely. And I squatted in New York for 3 years for free, and so like got that going.
Lucky
Um,
motherfucker.
That story is bonkers.
You know what they call that for us? Breaking and entering.
Man.
What were you counting?
B&E.
You were really squatting in like an abandoned
Wow.
No, we had a
She
loft
said
that's
that
a
shit like
three-bedroom.
she was in Europe in hostels, just stopping by buildings.
I was backpacking across the Alps.
in the Alps.
I decided to take a year
We
off.
were in
Right.
Nova Scotia
Yeah.
in November. It was a wonderful time.
My Sherpa Padawan. Now let me stop.
But that's the same thing. I mean, the same thing could happen for any of us. Like if you showed up in whatever big town you wanted to go back to as soon as things open up, there's a very real chance that it would be the same.
Cracking.
Yeah, it would be like as if it was frozen in time.
Atlanta is cracking right now with comedy.
And so that's a very real opportunity. When I was in New York, I felt like I was just an Albuquerque ambassador the entire time, being
That's
like, "Don't
dope.
you guys want to come back here? Don't you want to see like your triton truly?"
Were
Like,
they
like,
looking at you like, what?
they were like, "Oh, Arizona's so beautiful," and I
You're
was like,
like,
"No."
You say Mexico?
Anybody that,
No,
but
Mex- do I need a
anybody that
passport?
came to Atlanta from New York, if I said your name, they knew who you were.
That's very
That's dope. That's
Every-
work.
Everyone on my
That's
ass.
work. And that actually rolls into what my goal is.
yeah.
My goal is when a motherfucker, and this is an attainable goal. This is not one of my unattainable dreams. I want a motherfucker to be like, I'm stopping in New Mexico to do comedy. But that's it. That's it. Like I want to be named.
comedian
I want to be
in New
named
Mexico.
as someone that, like, it's a check-in thing, like a hip hop.
Yeah.
I
Come
gotta
to my
have,
city.
I gotta get with this dude so I'll know I can have people come check me out. Like, to me, that's attainable. It's hard, but it's attainable, and that's what I
Because your goal
I feel like
your goal kind of depends on everybody else.
everybody else. Exactly, it has nothing to do with me. I can. Put
I mean,
out,
it has something
It
to
has
do
a
with
lot
you.
to do with me,
Yeah.
but I don't have control.
Right.
See what I'm
because
saying?
if everybody else still keeps the product watered down, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They can be like, nigga, I can get on wherever. Like, I don't need
there
but
you go.
to do
And
shit.
and see, that's something that I always try to learn something from people. That's one of the things I learned from Larry. Content.
You gotta come.
Like, I don't give up.
Putting it out,
And
dude.
see, my thing was
Don't give up.
Everything has to be a Picasso. Everything has to be a no. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Throw some scribble out there. Throw some bullshit. Throw some cursive writing with your tongue out your mouth. Like, you need that type of shit to build off of it. So that's my goal. I never even verbalized that shit, but I wrote that shit down. Maybe, you know when I wrote that down? I wrote it down when I started doing TMZ Live. I was like, because them motherfuckers was like, they found me on Twitter, and I was like, they were like, Albuquerque, where? How many K's are in Albuquerque? None, motherfucker. That's
right.
Q's.
It's Q's, bitch.
And so that's when I was like, you know what? Like, why can't something happen here? Why can't?
Right.
So
Well,
that's
it is,
why I get
you know
so.
what? It is happening because of Netflix. We've got
There it is.
Yeah.
all
You're
these,
true. You're right.
all
But-
these fucking like Hollywood's coming here, dude.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
waiting for people to move out of California so I can go back to the home country and take my spot
this
back.
what I'm
California
saying,
would
fucking-
never be in my tax bracket
Well,
ever
that's
again.
But Atlanta had a similar film credit for a while.
Yeah,
They
did.
still
So
do.
what-
They
is it
still
still
do.
the same?
And it
like
was popping.
Wasn't it
And
like
it
the
was-
early 2000s or
That's what I'm
2010s?
saying. Like, nah,
No,
I mean,
it's
but
still
look,
popping.
like it's still going now.
Shout
but,
out to Tyler Perry.
35,
I mean, you look at Tyler Perry,
35%
I
tax
see-
credit is what they
But
get.
here's the thing, like, I think Stranger Things is leaving there and coming here.
Coming here.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
super cheaper.
Freaking,
No, 'cause-
and that's what I'm saying. Like the taxes or whatever that they get.
Well,
like
it's
the
still
tax breaks.
lower. I think we're at right now. I think we're at 30%.
I don't know. I know they're leaving.
LA's at I think
You
it's
know what I mean?
15%.
But regardless of the fact, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we got all these stars and stuff about to be out here. We gotta have some shit
Homegrown,
going
bro.
and just be ready for that. Like,
coming,
these
brother.
people,
What's up,
It's coming.
Sixx?
people
Sixx.
can see.
Six,
Sixx is in the-
Six,
I
where you
think
at,
it's
bro?
coming.
Sixx, what it
Six
do?
said, "What's popping?" That you just got somewhere where your phone worked.
Yeah.
That mean you're on the other side of Grants. Like, Sixx trying to make sure his house is okay. What's popping? Man, we didn't tow all your bottles up.
I
bro.
promise.
Nigga, fridge empty than a bit.
What's
right
popping is every bottle that you had on the shelf. That's what's popping.
I promised him that I'd say these bitches.
There you go.
Hey,
there you
there you
go. Look. She said it's so
That sounded
sweet.
so whimsical.
I should have recorded that. I should have recorded that. So when I get
I'm
upset,
gonna make it a sound bite.
there you go. There you go. There
That
you
shit
go.
sounded like Disney presents these bitches. Like,
Just draw the ears.
I saw the star and the you know how they don't spell bitches and they just put the other little shit, the little things.
Tinkerbell flies out and put the dot over the eye and shit. These bitches.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Look, I was bullshitting. He is in Grants. He said yes.
Oh damn.
Oh
Shit, my
shit. Sarah. So do y'all? I hope y'all don't have a curfew because I really love this show.
Nah.
We just gonna go.
Roll, man. Shit.
Sarah. So how do you feel? Do you feel like you have to come up and let everyone know you're a lesbian when you do comedy?
You can get another beer.
I mean, I don't feel that way, but I'm pretty sure people can tell. So, like, there's, like, a really real time where I'm on stage where they're like, either this 12-year-old boy has developed in the chest area, or she's probably gonna have to say something about where she's coming from. And honestly, my first year in comedy, I didn't mention it ever. I talked about pop culture the entire time, and then it got to be the point where I was like,
Why?
every comedian
Yeah.
talks about their life.
Why?
This is my life.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
And so I don't feel the need
Do
to
it.
do it, but I do definitely feel like if I'm going to start talking about how I'm planning a wedding and stuff like that, there's weird stuff that happens in the planning of my wedding. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so
can't-
crazy? The last wedding I went to, was a lesbian wedding right here
Yeah.
at the fucking golf course.
They're fun.
Sure. Oh, Ladera?
The best.
Yeah.
wed-
I'm sorry,
the
I'm not,
be-
I'm not trying to
yeah,
be
best
about
real
weddings.
shit,
The
real
best
shit.
weddings are gay weddings, dude. They got the best drugs. The
I
best
need more
alcohol.
gay friends because they get married way more than heterosexual people do. And it lasts and it's fun, like you said. So what is okay?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
I thought I could get off camera while I did this.
No, you good. You on there.
That shit was like, nah, bro. Like,
They
that
see,
motherfucker's
they see your yellow hoodie moving and
You got there around like y'all niggas is not about to catch me fucking dying.
I'll leave it off.
Camera
Shout out to
goddamn.
Brooke McGill says awesome goals, Stef Darnell.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's my cuzzo.
That's what's
What
up.
Cuzzo?
That's what's up. Fuck
My
our
goal was kind of trash.
So
I ain't
fuck
gonna
our
front,
goals,
but-
huh? No, I'm just
Yeah.
playing.
What up, cuz?
No. So I have to ask you this because tell me if I'm wrong. I love to be told I'm wrong.
Fucking wrong.
I always thought, and me and Larry had this conversation.
Great.
Women comedians.
Oh shit.
Who needs them?
No, not even that. Not even that. Women comedians. I think there's a cheat code with women comedians. I tell women comedians this that ask me shit. I'm like, get on the women's side and you'll win.
Oh.
Because us as men, and let me tell you though, us as men are if women are doing something, we'll follow suit, even though we're like sheep. Like if you go to the club, right? No dude is gonna dance until the women dance.
I was a DJ assistant
Real
last year.
How many fucking jobs have you? You're a
so many
Jamaican.
jobs.
Sarah Kennedy.
She's a hustler.
Her
Sarah,
fucking beanie collection is.
I know.
Sarah Kennedy, Lord of mercy. Like goddamn,
that's
she
how I
worked
know her
at.
these-
Claude.
Hell yeah.
What happened?
Call me now. Like she didn't have all these jobs.
We got
23 jobs.
Them are the worst, two worst Jamaican
That's
accents
it, bro.
I've ever.
And it's and you know what? I was gonna do the worst. That wasn't even the worst
Right.
one. You remember the Jamaican dude that fought Steven Seagal? Screwface. I was gonna use that. That's old as. You can imagine. You can imagine how I was in Puerto Rico, bro. That was horrible. I was mad. Six didn't know nothing. It's like, man, this your language, motherfucker. How you gonna let me put me out there? Yeah, that was horrible. I always think that I always say if the women have a cheat code because you just go and cater to the women and everybody else will laugh. Am I wrong? Tell me how wrong I am.
Oh, that seems so wrong, except for one instance. So number one, going back to my DJ boss used to say, like, you play music for girls to come dance.
Yeah.
And then if girls come dance, then boys come dance. And then you have a full dance floor and you're fine.
Is it not the same with comedy,
It is
with laughter?
not the same with
You
comedy
don't think
because
so?
no, especially if you got people who are going to show up like the way you show up and want to like heckle and like do whatever.
Well, here's the thing about men. Here's the thing about men. men, and we've had this conversation.
Blood.
Men will sit there and tell you women are not funny.
And that's the problem right there.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying that's why I don't. You know, so I'm just be real. I don't think they had a cheat code because of.
But
the
I
fact
think that's
that
why you
there are
don't
so
give a fuck
many
about the
men.
dudes and go towards the women.
But they're not
On
gonna.
Sunday,
I'm telling you.
I talked almost exclusively to the boys because they were the ones that were like right there on the tables.
Yeah,
And
because
then
there was only kind of one chick in that vicinity, and she was kind of behind us.
She was by that guy in the white hoodie.
Oh, yeah,
and I
that's
remember
right,
being
yeah.
like, and so like the rest of it, I was just kind of like, okay, well here.
I hope, was that mean you wanted to hit on her? Or like I didn't know
No.
what that just meant right there.
It just meant that like was trying to make eye contact with not too much hopeful eye contact. Like,
Like,
sometimes
help
if
me-
it's the only
help me,
Yeah,
bitch. Laugh at my shit, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got
But
you.
I will say, as much as I don't cater to like girls versus boys or whatever, I do cater to moms. Like I will seriously be like a mom's favorite comedian,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're the ones who like the entire drive home. Hopefully they're like, well, the only one I thought was funny was the girl.
You know what's so
Did that thing
funny?
and did that-
You know who was laughing the loudest was Anthony
Anthony's
A's
mom.
mom behind me.
And I love her. I love her, and I've known her for years.
Yeah, she's
and,
so sweet, man. She's so sweet.
And so, like, if I can be like a mom's favorite comedian, then what lower can I be than Ellen? And I can't be worse than Ellen.
That's high as fuck. What do you
Right.
mean?
Well,
Like,
Alan sucks.
well,
Right,
moms,
that's what I'm saying. But I could be. I mean,
moms and baby mamas hate me, so I ain't even
I'll
gonna
take
go
that
there.
back.
Nigga,
She
that's
hasn't
because you
always
make fun of
said
them online. Nigga, the
The what?
during her stand-up
because you
years,
make
she
fun of
was
them.
good.
Because you make
He can't get it out. He got off the hitty bone, can't talk.
shit. I was good until you asked how. Nigga, because you make fun of them online.
You got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they hate
You gotta do
They
it.
hate you beforehand because you
Yeah.
putting all that shit in the street.
That's you know what I like about that.
That's
bro?
it.
You know what I think though? I think gay women have an up against straight women.
What do you mean?
Gay women are funnier than straight
innately,
women.
just like born with it.
Listen to that white privilege just
It's
roll
not
off
white
his
privilege,
mouth.
motherfucker.
Look
Shit.
at, they gonna cancel all this shit.
I was about
'cause
to say,
of
Larry,
Larry just
I'm
killed
telling
us,
you, bro.
But he's right though. I think.
I think, like I
you know
said,
what?
I just think that men naturally, you know what I'm saying, there are a lot of men that don't find women funny. And because
Yeah,
of that
and
shit, regardless if the
yeah.
women are laughing or not,
No, I think a lot
you
of
know what I'm
women are
saying,
funny.
they not fucking with them.
I feel you.
I've
can name
I've
three off
seen
right now.
I've seen insanely attractive female comedians get on stage.
Maria Bradford.
And dudes not laugh at a thing they got them saying. Like nobody like
All
the
right.
women are
And
kind
then
of like
I'll wobble up,
Okay,
and then
okay.
it'll be
Let
fun.
me fuck that. This is the BS show. I'll tell the truth. Shondine, right? Okay, I have
Gorgeous.
a problem. Even though she's my co-host. Fuck no. I've told her this. I have a problem with Shondine and stand-up. I've yet to hear Shondine tell a real joke, but she gets people to come out because people think if I go, she might fuck me. See what I'm saying? So
I've been on shows with Shondine though, where like nobody in the crowd even knows her, and she will still have a solid set.
Who's laughing though?
early.
because they
I haven't-
think they can fuck
Hold on,
her.
hold on.
Who's
But
laughing
I
though,
haven't.
guys?
Let's
hold on.
be real.
Hold on.
Look. You're not.
I have to-
Look. Y'all won't tell the truth.
No.
Look,
I will
look,
because
look.
I know. Like I said, early on.
Look, Brooke McGill says he's right though. Go ahead.
Who right there? Oh.
Go ahead.
Early on,
Listen,
early on, like when I think Shondine was actually taking comedy seriously, like that's what she was trying to do. She
What?
was good. I haven't seen her since we had that show at fucking Bandito's High. What was the fuck the name of it? Ned's.
Ooh, that's
or
old
whatever the
school.
fuck
That's
that
way
spot was.
before my
Ned's,
time.
like,
That's
right
way
when it's
before my
torn
time.
down.
Yeah, like we was there. You
Y'all
know what
like
I'm saying?
really Albuquerque OGs. I love.
That's
this
what I'm
shit.
saying. So we
I
was
love
doing
this
comedy
shit.
there, and she was actually taking that. That's the first place I ever headlined.
I saw a
was
show
upstairs in that
with
bitch.
her in Santa Fe at like
I
a
haven't seen her
hotel.
since then, so I can't speak on it. If you tell me she not, you know what I'm saying, then it is what it is until I see it.
A straight woman just said straight women are hardly funny.
They are. I'm sorry. There's very few that are.
Listen now, I don't. The generalization of things is really
Yeah,
weird.
I think that's the problem, man.
Like, I think-
like just saying women ain't funny is kind of
No,
fucked
I'm
up.
not saying
'Cause
that.
I know
Let me-
funny
I'm
ass
not
Let me
saying
women.
that.
let me blow this COVID era out, y'all.
I'm not saying that women ain't funny.
I
You're
got the first.
vaccinated.
I'm just
You know what I'm
saying
saying? I'm
this.
good. We gonna try it out.
I think the fucked up part of it, we can't put it on the women. We got to put it on us fellas. Because I've been guilty of this. I've been like, this motherfucker don't even look funny. You know who's funny? This sounds so fucking bad, but fuck y'all. Overweight women are fucking hilarious. Because you know why? They're so immune to being made fun of. They haven't been coddled. Nobody talks to them because they want to fuck them.
Miss Pat.
Nobody. Look.
Other way around.
You know. You think so? You think so?
I don't think they've been coddled at all, but I do think
No,
that humor for almost every person who goes into it is a defense mechanism.
I think it's
and
like
some
it's like
sort of
me.
thing.
It's like an ugly guy. It's like I wouldn't have got the pussy that I've gotten if I didn't tell great jokes to these bitches. Like, I'm just being real. Nobody looks at me and be like, tell the truth. Have you ever looked at a chick after the fact and be like, how the fuck is she here?
Nah.
How did I get her here? I have. I'm being real with myself. I'm not Denzel.
I ain't neither.
Have you guys heard of
You know
Miss
what I'm
Pat?
saying?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I can tell jokes, I got good.
Women are
I got
different.
good game. You know what I'm saying?
Women are different though. Women
Change my
can
game.
take an ugly guy because he has a great personality and he makes them laugh. We as men, fuck your jokes.
I think women are funny.
You don't. I can't look at you
They
and
are funny.
you don't. I don't look at you and say
I
you
do
make
too.
my weenie wiggle. Until that happens, we really don't. Brooke McGill says, "Agreed. I'm fat and I agree." See,
Sure, I'm not saying.
look, and it's so. That's the fucked up part about it. Like I feel like, all right, man. Like this,
go.
I'm
I want you
going.
to go
I'm going with
because
it.
it's like
Shout
I'm trying to
out-
figure
shout
out when I want to
shout
get in
out-
on it.
Shout out to Tara Shakespeare. I did a show with her here. She's a plus size woman. When I say this, okay, Tara, Monique, all these motherfuckers they have been programmed to be confident because there's nothing you can say to make them feel different of being confident. And so they're like, I don't need you to look at me as a sex object. You're going to listen to what the fuck I have to say, and I bet I'll kill you and make you laugh. There's a lot of female comedians that will come out with the titties out and all this other shit and distract you from the real fucking art of it. And men, we're so dumb, we just be like, yeah, I think I can fuck her.
Whitney Cummings.
Real shit.
But Whitney Cummings also.
But I'm telling you, as a man, if we look at something that's pleasing to the eye, we're more receptive to it. And also, if we look at something that's not pleasing to the eye, we're like, this motherfucker better say something funny.
Nikki Glaser.
Or, see what I'm
She's
saying?
Gorgeous.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
See
I
what
was
I'm
thinking
saying?
Glaser is gorgeous.
I'm not saying she's. I'm
And,
saying
that's the
she's
fucked
not
up.
a good comedian.
That's
But
the
she's
fuck.
also like a
That's the
fucking
fuck.
grinder.
That's the fucked
Right.
up part of the game, though, because it's male driven and women do have to go through this shit. And I thank Sarah for telling me I was wrong for thinking women have a cheat code.
Yeah.
But if you're smart,
They really don't.
if you're smart,
They really
use
don't.
that cheat code though. If you have a crowd full of women,
Everybody's got a cheat
saying
code.
That, I'm not saying that people haven't figured, you know what I'm saying, women or even men haven't figured that cheat code out and like been
black
able to
people have a
maneuver
cheat
that
code?
shit.
Huh?
I mean, I think we do.
how you doing, Angelita? Do black people have a cheat code?
Yep, in comedy.
It depends.
Actually, we do.
We do.
Yeah.
we do. You know what?
Because
you
we're
know what it is?
automatically,
You know what it is?
Yep.
motherfuckers
They automatically
we
think you're funny.
No. Here, no. Well, yeah.
Yeah, other black
yes,
black comics
yes.
might not.
Yeah.
But
Right,
like if
other
you're
black
in a
comics
room
won't.
and you're like
Yeah.
maybe it's
Yeah.
you and another one,
Yeah.
or you the only one,
I'm finna tear their ass up.
they think
And
you're
I
the
think
funniest person.
You
ever.
better be funny.
Regardless if you are or you aren't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna think that at first.
And that's a lot of that.
And it can
that-
be an
that's
advantage
made a
or
lot,
disadvantage,
That's made a lot
depending
of
on who
false
you are.
bravado. That
Yeah.
when you get into a real room,
Yep.
and you be like, "Oh, I'm really not. I'm getting sympathy laughs
Well,
because I'm
especially
the
if you
black guy."
go and do it in front of a
black
black
crowd.
crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Burr used to do that. Bill
But
Burr
nah,
would
to other black
deliberately-
people, to other black people, you're not
No.
the funniest person
No,
in the world.
fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? You just another motherfucker in the room.
What can you,
You know
do
what I'm saying? Yeah,
to make
you
me
gotta
laugh
make
differently?
make this shit happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't.
It's crazy because the language. I don't want to make this like a black thing, but the language is universal in probably a lot of cultures. Like Josh can come in here and say some things about Native Americans that all the natives know. We have no fucking clue. There's shit black folks can say that's new to you that I know I can use on a crowd that ain't got black people in it. But I bet not use that shit with black people. It's like, motherfucker, what?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Sunday, I brought up the fact of Flavor Aid, right? I would have had to go more in depth with black crowd because we know what the fuck Flavor Aid is.
Yeah.
I didn't have to with. I just had to hit the specific.
You should have said
bam,
Kool-Aid.
bam.
No, that's the whole joke.
No. Kool-Aid is white people shit.
Right.
Flavor Aid is some real nigga shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like you have to be
Dollar
down
store
bad.
shit.
Either
Like
that or
Fla-
you had to be a redneck or something
redneck,
like
yeah.
that. Like you
Look,
got to be
look.
a white person. that live
Kool-Aid
in the
was
hood.
25 a pack. Flavor
Yeah.
Aid was 5 cents a pack.
Bro.
And you had to use the rest of your
And
money
we
to
would
put
get
sugar.
a fucking whole goddamn
a vat
sack full of them hoes.
a vat of diabetes.
And you'll be mixing your colors. Like put it like this. Like
See?
Mixing
See?
like that's what I'm saying.
See?
Check
See
it.
what I'm-
Flavor Aid
Bruh.
is like
Yes.
the salvia of like to
Yes.
weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Talk
it's
about
like
it.
fucking Kool-Aid was like all
Yes.
crystalline and you know what I'm saying? Like
is-
you could probably like
You could
legit,
dye your hair with it.
yeah, like
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
do some
yeah.
shit with, you know what I mean? That shit bonded.
Flavor Aid, you
Flavor
can put
Aid
your-
was powder, nigga.
Like, you
it
can
was,
put your fingers in it and stir it and it won't turn nothing.
bro, it was powder unless you got it wet.
Yeah.
Unless you got it wet, then your fingertips was red as fuck. But it like you had to rehydrate that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I think everyone has that type of crowd. You know,
Yeah.
that's a part of controlling your crowd, and also knowing your crowd. That's why I'm a big believer of getting somewhere early and figuring out who the fuck you finna tell jokes to.
I always watch at least 2 comedians go up before I do.
You have to.
Always.
You have to. And I
At
see,
least 2.
and so I knew I was kicking it off, so I got there like super early. I was like, I'm finna pay attention. That's what I do. And I beat Anthony there, and he was like, "Damn, what are you here so early?" I was like, "I'm fucking first, bro. Like
Working.
I gotta feel the energy. I gotta make sure shit's right. Like
Well, just like Sarah Kennedy said, being a DJ, I mean, you've got to be able to read a room. If you can't
Quickly.
read a room, and all of a sudden she starts playing 4 non-blondes to a bunch of
Which I
fucking
would.
skinheads.
But why would she be spitting at a skinhead party?
Larry,
Like-
why do you know what's happening at a skinhead fucking
Ain't
club?
4 non-blondes, I'll tell you that.
Larry's telling us what's happening in the
Right.
skinhead club.
He was like, "You better not ever come there and play that shit at my."
no.
I mean, the skinhead.
I feel like if you played "What's Up" in any bar, by the end of that song, everyone would be like, "What's going on?" Like, it wouldn't matter.
You know what's so fucked
And then it
up?
turns into a gay bar.
That's not even the favorite part of that song.
I'm surprised you know that song.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, I got a lot of. I
What?
fuck with a lot of white girls. You got me fucked up. You gotta know this shit, bro. You gotta know. You gotta know this shit. Shout out to Sixx for lying, talking about I'll be there at 9:27.
Bro, we done did. What's the longest show y'all have ever done?
No more than 3.
Was it the weed show?
Maybe. I
We
don't
did
know.
something a little after 11.
Okay.
Because we was just too high to understand. what we
3:15.
Yeah,
was
I
doing.
that
think
time
we went.
should have ended.
Yeah. No,
But
we
nah.
gonna go at least another 15.
I'm
Fuck
good.
y'all.
Nah, I'm good.
I love this.
I just
I-
wanted to
I
know,
love
man.
this
I feel
because-
like this wasn't supposed to be a show about comedy, but it keeps coming up because we 3 fucking comedians.
That's what's up, bro.
Can't help
okay,
that shit.
Okay, so when did you know you were a comedian, Sarah?
Whoop. Well, I'm
when
so
did
glad
you?
you asked.
When? Because I was so
Patty
against
just
this.
said drunk show because fucking.
Oh, was it the drunk show?
No, that's what she said. The drunk show.
Oh, when we did the
Yeah.
fucking
Breathalyzer.
breathalyzer. See how much
That
we
went
can
on
drink.
for like 3 hours and 20
Since we
minutes.
gonna be
That was
here
a
for
Joe
minute,
Rogan
I'm gonna
right
grab
there.
a brewski.
Go ahead, go
Will
ahead,
you
go
get
ahead.
another White
Need a
Claw,
claw.
Go ahead.
please?
Oh, you know what's so funny about Sarah? She crushes the fucking cans after she drinks the White Claw. Like it was.
It's harder to crush a Heineken. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But
So when did you know, Sarah? Not when did you know? When did you identify as a
as a
comedian?
comedian,
Yeah.
well, I like to feel like I was born that way. But also, I
You didn't shun this shit ever? Did you not be like, I will never identify as a comedian?
hell no. I remember being in high school and specifically, I remember reading Sarah Plain and Tall, that book, and I remember being like, well, I'm never gonna be tall, and I know that. But the least I can do is not be plain. So I was like, Sarah Short and Funny. That seems like a good way to go. And so like I thought like, ultimately, and honestly, the same thing with comedy. I love comedy. I am a disciple of it, and I
love
I
comedy
know it
too.
inside out and backwards. I like studied the history of it. If I could be a TV writer, that would be like the ultimate dream for me. Like that
Did you
would,
go to
and that's like
college
my
for that?
third. That's my third one.
Yeah. So
Did you go
she
to college for
She
that?
snuck her last one. I think her
you
pen
go to
game
college
is
for
dope.
that?
No, I went to college for communication and
Your
journalism.
pen game is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
When did you know, Smitty, that you were like, okay, I'm a comedian? When did you accept that crowning of the?
It was after the first time I bombed.
Where was this at?
It was here.
In this room?
No, yeah, right
was
here.
Was I at the show?
No. I think
No,
this was even way before you had cranked up on comedy for real. Did a show, man. And here's the thing: like when I first started comedy, I kind of started out hot, like.
You were so
You know what
fun.
I'm
You
saying?
were a crusher the moment you
Yeah.
got on stage.
Like
Sounds familiar.
It was right off the business. Like I was, you know, doing good.
That's a curse, ain't it?
And a nigga got the big head. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
For
I
you
ain't
to
gonna
admit
front.
that is crazy.
Oh yeah, like I got the big head because I was like, yo, I could not miss. And there was a point where I couldn't miss, bro. You know
Right
what I'm
out the
saying?
gate.
Yeah. And it was like everything I was getting on, like, you know, I was going to the open mics and trying to introduce myself to the other comics and shit, but I would come on the open mic and crush. And then fucking they just were like, okay, who the fuck is this? Like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
It's competitive.
So
People looking at you like, who the fuck
Right.
is this guy? Yeah.
But also in New Mexico, in Albuquerque especially, we have a very weird open mic
Yep.
way of doing things where we make a lineup out of the open mic people who sign up. And so like there'd be times where I'd be running an open mic where I'd be like, I need to put Smitty in a spot that I know is gonna like bring back people from
Right.
stuff, or like I know
Yeah.
he's going to like.
You had to
crazy.
really structure
That's
that
crazy.
shit to make it like a show. It was like, even
Yeah.
though it was an open
Isn't
mic.
that the way open
because,
mics are done though?
But not all of no.
Open mic is first come, first serve.
Or they pull them
write
out
your
of a
shit.
bucket.
It just
or, like,
depends. Yeah,
it's-
there's so
yeah,
many
yeah,
different
yeah.
formats, but you don't put that much thought into it. But here you have to, because you're trying to keep the crowd.
And not only that,
and
but you
know
don't
if
have
you
very
just
many
let
people doing it.
If you just let all the people that signed up at the beginning go at the times that they asked for,
People
a lot of-
leaving. They
you're
go
gonna have an
terrible.
empty bar by the end of that
Oh,
shit. So
yeah.
sometimes you just gotta structure that shit right. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got the big head. Went to this show and like
What was the show? I need the info. Do you remember? Everybody remembers a bomb, bro.
I bet you it was glorious.
What's crazy
I know.
is like because I haven't, you know, like done that bad in so long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the show.
I'll never forget my worst.
I
shit.
just remember, and that's what's crazy
like
because
he's in a
my
car
but my
accident.
memory, my memory is shitty as hell. So it's like that's just
It's
I've
like
always
it's
been
like
that.
when you get molested and block shit out.
But bro, all I remember, I
I'll
really
never
remember.
go back to the dark place.
I know. Here's the thing. I know it was a show. I know it was a show that I headlined. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made it the worst. Because
Oh,
my
that's
first,
terrible.
Oh,
my
you're
first
the
bomb was
you're
like
the guy
one of my early,
that people want to
you
see.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh.
And so I bombed, like, bro, I bombed.
Shout out
Got
to
off the
Brooke
stage.
McGill. I gotta say this. Shout out to Brooke McGill.
Yeah.
She says I'm in Atlanta. It's 1 a.m. and I'm loving this show.
Woo.
Yeah,
That's
that's
dope.
Cuzzo,
That's what's
man.
up. So
But I bomb, and I get off stage.
how you know you bomb, bro? Nobody
Because
laughed.
bro,
You got
like,
booed or
dog,
what?
like, you know, you getting like them Snickers a little bit.
Oh,
know
you get the
what I'm
sympathy
saying?
laughs.
Little titters.
Oh,
and
the sympathy
and
laughs.
like, or
Ooh,
like,
that's
you
the
know,
worst.
trying to, you know what I'm saying, where you try to back yourself out of something that you said, or like, you know what I'm saying,
Did
just
you do
like,
the-
oh, like y'all must not.
I love
y'all
those
must not
kind of
check
bombs,
that out.
You know what
Like,
you know when you know you bomb when you say your joke and you go, oh yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
I was like, shit. I was like, that was funny to me. You know what I mean? Like, you say some shit like that,
Yeah,
so it
it's-
was
it's-
like
it's
all
wild
that.
out
I
here.
nigga, like, I was hitting every like.
you was hitting the
like,
stereotypical
comedy.
bullshit.
You know what's crazy? No, I remember the show.
You didn't come back with the hell
I
the ladies doing.
I remember the show. I did a show. It was the show. It was a Ha Ha Hunt show.
Sure.
Number one. It was at the Comic-Con.
Oh.
He had one of those shows in the back. And it
that's a
actually got some
terrible
people
venue.
and shit
Yeah, it's
like that or
horrible.
whatever.
Horrible.
And this was when
of
when
fucking
Comic-Con
nerds.
was at fuck, what casino was that shit at?
Isleta or
Sandia?
Hard Rock?
It might have been Sandia that year that he did it. And I get, you know what I'm saying? I remember that because, matter of fact, Erica Smith And like, so you know what I'm saying, some of her fans, like that's why I met her mom, all that shit there.
Shout out to Miss
Yo.
Janet.
Yeah.
Bomb like a motherfucker.
Did Miss Janet say you bombed, bro?
Man, they came out and talk. They came out and talked to me after. You know what I'm saying? They was like, "You
Nah,
good?" But you know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? They was talking me down off the ledge, bro.
That talk.
They was talking me down off the ledge, bro. But
And you didn't want to talk to
when
nobody.
I got in the car,
Yeah.
like I said, I got in the car,
Did you
Nigga.
punch the air, bro?
bro. Nah, I sat in the car for a high five. You know what I'm saying? Just like. You know what I'm saying? You got the keys in your hand. You kind of fumbling them shit.
So this is the first time you really
bro, like,
hit it.
Bomb
Okay,
for real,
I got you.
where it was
I got you.
important to not do that, and I
Ooh.
fucking, you know what I'm saying. And like I said before then, like coming into that show, I had the big head, bro. Like I'm about to wreck this shit.
Did you
You know what I'm
prepare?
saying?
Did you prepare?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Nope.
That's the problem with the big head. You
My
don't
bad.
prepare.
No, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And cause I you know, I knew my shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I was trying to be like, you know, trying to start working on like crowd work and shit like that. When none of that shit working, like it was trash. I was deciding to do new shit at the
I
wrong
wish
fucking
I was
time.
there, Larry. I wish I was
So
there.
blood.
I'd have told his ass up.
So, oh, bro, you would have cooked
It
me.
probably saved him.
So,
if you
bro,
would've done
like,
that.
nigga, it was the fact that I wasn't even about to get these nerds to laugh, bro. Like, some of these people's in there, nigga, I am a nerd, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nerd,
Like,
yeah, they're
fuck
full
with
blown.
you.
yeah, and
And they
my
probably
people
weren't
wasn't
getting the
fucking, but I
jokes.
wasn't telling nerd jokes back then.
Okay,
Though. I
okay.
went digging. This one I didn't know to really dig into myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you was trying to
And so it was
represent
like I was
yourself
just
different
doing
than
like
what you was.
I think shit, nigga. I might have sounded like Dave Chappelle when I was fucking on stage and shit.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
This is what I'm saying. This was the first, but this is all in my first 6 months of doing comedy.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, I get in the car. Like I said, I'm sitting there and finally crank that bitch up, ride off. I don't play no music, nothing, nigga. I'm just riding in my thoughts.
You know
bro.
it's serious when you
Like,
got no music
bro,
playing.
and that's a long ride.
All you
From,
hear
that
is
was
the
a ride
car
from
humming,
motherfucking
goddamn.
Sandia
I wish I'd have
back
been
to
there
the
with the video
base, bro.
camera.
You know
Ooh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
a long way.
Yeah, I had to
You
ride that whole
you
way,
hit-
no
you hit
music.
both freeways,
And
25
hell
and
nah,
40.
I took tramway all the way home, nigga.
Oh,
I didn't even
shit.
deserve the
He
interstate,
went
bro.
all the way by the
Yeah.
mountain, all the way.
Yeah,
All
I
the way
didn't
to
deserve-
Eubank.
I didn't deserve
You
the
went from
interstate,
Eubank
nigga.
from fucking Trump.
I needed just in case the goddamn I needed to stop at a red light, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, fuck
In
it.
case you wanted to ice
Bro,
skate or go to
yeah.
Hinkle
Exactly.
or go to like.
He biting
Oh
them
God, I
inside
want
of
to
his
go walk
jaw
on a
and
trail,
some other
nigga.
shit.
Like shit, bro. I got back and you know what I'm saying. I was married at the time. You know, my wife asked me about it because she wasn't able to come, and I was just like, yo, like. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this shit.
Is that why she divorced you?
Like,
You unfunny motherfucker.
He bombed you.
You didn't even let the white people laugh at you. So it's you brought up something out
I was
that's
about to
crazy.
throw shit out you.
Significant,
Cook this
so,
nigga.
so,
I left it alone. I was like,
significant others when it comes to stand up.
Yeah.
shit.
How long have you been doing it, Sarah?
11 years.
11.
Jesus.
Smitty.
9.
See, I'm the baby of the group. I'm 6 coming up on 7. Significant others when it comes to stand up. We got 15 minutes. We'll stop it at 11.
Sure.
How many have you had during stand up?
Oh, during stand-up?
It's funny, bro.
Because of stand-up?
Yeah, no, how many have you had? How many have you had?
I've had a handful, like, and
Damn.
it's been like a mix of like,
She's done it all. No, I was kidding.
I mean, it's been both like people who have no creative bone in their body,
No.
people who
I'm
also
just-
do comedy,
I'm
and then
just-
people who are also
so
just
you
creative.
fucked around with other comedians?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we were able to like produce
Right.
stuff together and make stuff
Right.
out of nothing
We
together.
are not attractive. I'm coming from a straight male point of view. You're a gay woman and you're a straight male, I think. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
so
bro.
so
Don't do that to me.
as
Don't do that.
so as you know with me as a straight man, that's not like we don't
yeah.
have a dating pool in the stand
You
up
would-
comedy.
If it was a different, I mean,
Not
it's,
here.
It's
Not-
possible.
the
It's
only
very possible.
no, it's so crazy.
And it is
The only-
possible
you know what's so
still.
crazy when Tiffany Haddish came here. When shout out to Louise Powell. Louise Powell was
She's funny.
hosting. Louise Powell was hosting the comedy Thursday nights at Sauce downtown when I first moved here.
Yes.
And they were doing Tiffany Haddish and I can't think of the other dude's name. He used to be on the Jamie Foxx show. They came and she opened for him. Tiffany Haddish wasn't Tiffany. No, it was. God damn it, I can't. He was like one of Jamie Foxx's friends later on in the Jamie Foxx show. I can't think of his name right
It's
now.
all good.
But anyway, Tiffany Haddish opened for him, and nope, I didn't know her. She was at the bar. I was like, look at this fine black woman at the bar. Go up. She had a wig on, bro. I didn't know she had a wig because a part of her shit was throw the wig off. And
Is she married to a white dude?
yeah. No, actually, no.
No,
she's with Common, the rapper.
She's married to a white dress that she wears a lot. She's very committed
Real
to that
shit.
white dress.
Well, wasn't
it's really gorgeous.
she was in a relationship with a white
She
dude.
was.
Yeah.
She was. And then she got away and was with
I'm thinking of
Common.
Candace Owen.
Oh, fuck her, bro.
I never think of Candace Owen.
I think of her.
Because Larry voted for Trump. He knows all these off-brand black people, bro. So with you, when it came to your significant other, the reason why I'm asking you this, was it hard for you to have someone believe in what you were doing? Or was it hard for you to be with someone who did not believe in what you were doing?
No.
I had girlfriends
No?
who used to come up and start fights with me before I go on stage. Like they'd come backstage and be like, "Where's this?" And I'd be like, "No. This is like the one time you
Thank
need to like
you.
not
I
do
What was
this."
the fight about? Though?
I've gone through the same shit. I've gone through the same shit. It doesn't make it hard. Does it not make it hard? Like,
I mean, it
fucks
just-
your whole mind frame.
Your entire energy's off, which is crazy. But then my fiance, and the reason why I'm marrying her is because she's a writer, like a novel writer. And like even on our like second date, I took her to a comedy show in New York, and everybody at my work was like, "What are you doing? Please don't do this. Why are you doing? You just met this girl.
Yeah. Yep.
Why would you
Yep.
do this to her?"
Yep.
And then she came and she was like, "That was so fun. That was so
Oh,
fun." And I was
you
like,
caught
"She's-
you caught a leprechaun then. That's
she's
dope.
amazing.
Bro.
What about you? Did you not go through this, Smitty?
Look here, man. I don't.
Well, he
because
was married.
I didn't because I was super selective in who the fuck I was with. Except one person I wasn't super selective.
But
with.
you went through
But
it.
you know
at
what I'm
least.
saying? No, like my ex-wife is the reason I started comedy in the first place.
Oh yeah, you
dope.
talked
She
about
hadn't-
that on
he
the
did.
last show.
He did. He did.
If she hadn't have took that tape and motherfucking gave it to, you know what I'm saying, or just saw that tape and was like,
Right.
yo, sign me up, I would have never did this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she supported me. Like, I think it might have got kind of old at the end.
You got
know what I'm
lucky,
saying?
bro. You got really. I think it's a difference with a marriage.
Do you think
though.
you got old
I
at the
think-
end because you didn't get to what her expectations were
I don't.
that you should be
I
at?
don't know. That I never know. I mean, me and her talk now,
Because
but I don't
anybody
think
that's
it
in
was
a
like that.
creative field,
Well,
there's a point in your life where you're not
but
making shit.
I
you're
think
doing
that's
stuff for
different though,
free.
Larry. I think when you're married, it's different from being in a.
It
in
was
a
just because we
relationship
had a
that's-
child we had to take care of
There
too.
you
So
go.
it was
There
like
you go.
it was
Right
like, you know what I'm saying,
There you
since
go.
comedy, especially at that time,
Yeah.
was not paying shit.
Fuck no.
This is too, you know
They
what I'm
think
saying,
you're wasting your
regardless.
time and.
And that's what I'm saying. She never said it.
But
And
you
if
can
she
feel
thought
it.
it, you know what I'm saying, I'll never know that shit because she hit it well. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
if
think
I
that-
had a show,
I think that's the difference.
if I had a
between
show,
marriage. I think
if
that's
I
the
had a
difference in
show
marriage.
and I asked her to go, she was there. She knew she didn't have to come to open mics. You know what I'm saying? I never had to explain nothing to her because she came up in it. We started at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She
That's
started
dope.
me and then we rolled with it. You know what I'm saying? Until it didn't work. The next chick I was with, we broke up because of comedy, because of something that was said in comedy that had something to do with me, and it didn't.
Really?
That's what I was
You
waiting.
know what I'm
on.
saying? That
Really?
that's the one.
Larry, that's what I was waiting on right
Because
there.
you what you said wasn't about
no,
your
no,
relationship.
because something another comic said about me on stage. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, at your
Smitty be with all the hoes.
matter of fact, what's crazy? It was
That was the joke.
What's
No,
crazy?
I know. I'm just
Check
bullshitting.
it. What's crazy? It was at her going away shit from when she was going to New York. Her going away roast. We was all on it. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
I beat his ass, bro.
That was the thing.
For real.
Those roasts were
Yeah.
the worst for the people that I
Right.
was with. It had nothing to do with me. Nobody
Yeah.
could roast me harder.
Because-
but they would roast the people I
because
was with.
they don't realize that the shit that's being said on stage is a joke. It might be. It might
No,
be.
they don't-
It
they're
might
not
be
in the same
It
world.
might be like a inkling of truth in
They're
that
not
shit.
in the same world.
And that's
You know what I'm saying? And that's enough for them.
Well,
Like-
okay, so you know, I finally got to the space where I'm with someone that's comfortable with the way that I am.
Don't do a roast.
But this is also the third time around for us. So she was with me when I did my very first comedy show at fucking Sixx's Club right here. And I actually told a joke. I was stupid. I told a joke about how I hit her in the face with a piece of chicken. And it was a domestic violence joke.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
And so
I assumed. I'm not gonna lie.
And
I assumed.
you know what's so funny? It was packed.
Yeah.
But I can specifically see her nostrils flaring, pissed. And me being young,
Did you
like
say her
young
by
in
name?
comedy. Huh?
Did you say her name?
Hell yeah. Because I was like, I'm telling my story. This is my shit.
It's different if,
But-
if
but-
you said like if you would have
Nah.
switched it.
No,
Like-
I made it very specific.
That's crazy.
Because I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it used
While she's
to,
in the room.
But there's two things. Like, you gotta grow and they gotta grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we went through that, and then we did it again, and then, you know me, I talk. My thing is, if you're a part of my life, you're gonna be a part of this shit. Like,
Especially if you're
you
coming up with things on the
have to.
fly, 'cause
You have to. You have to. And then so
pulling from your
now,
life.
it's like she was there Sunday, and then like we used to be in a space where when I was doing the internet radio show, I would get texts from her. Why don't you tell people that we're together?
Like this?
Why?
Like you'd see.
No, she would text me
she
on
would
the
text you,
side,
but yeah.
and then what I would do is see it and fuck my whole shit up.
Right.
And so now we're both older and we go through it, and she understands she don't have to be at every show.
Right.
She don't have to. She knows I'm not gonna disrespect. But on this flip side, it took me a long time to realize everybody's not in the same mind frame of us as being. You have to motherfucking wean them on that
You
shit.
gotta realize that
Yeah.
my life is a little different because
is.
I'm doing this. I'm putting on a show in front of people. Like I'm
But
showing.
we can bare our souls and laugh at it and keep
Yeah.
going. A lot of people don't have that, bro.
So it's like there are gonna be times, like I said, there have been times when my women have been, like my girl has been there or whatever and shit, and
gonna
another
read that.
chick come up to me, you know what I'm saying? Can I get a hug or take a picture or some shit like that? And it's just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like.
Shout out to Brooke McGill. She says, "Congrats, Sarah
Thanks, Brooke.
Kennedy, for finding your soulmate."
It's really nice.
Kel Trapnell says, "Just here
That's
to
Kelly.
say,
That's my fiance. So.
ditch any soul that doesn't." Is she drunk? She left some words out.
Here to
SO.
say,
Ditch
any
Like a
SO.
significant other.
SO. Oh, okay. That does support you, and don't take your SO
significant
to
Roast.
significant other to
Ever.
roast
Yeah.
ever.
I had to stop doing
Yeah.
roasts in New York because Kelly would come out of them and be like, "So the idea is we hurt people?
Right.
Do I just need to like punch a person? Is that what I gotta do?"
Never, like, bro, I learned that because, like I
Yeah.
said,
Even though
I
it's been on
literally-
Comedy Central
No,
and everybody
because-
knows.
because-
I have
It's
literally
when you're in
lost
that-
chicks
when you're in
for
that
shit.
room.
Because Larry,
shit.
this goes back to what I say. It's so easier for a lot of people to laugh at everyone else,
Yeah, but when
and
it's
then
on,
when that spotlight turns on you, oh, it's a motherfucker, bro.
but that's what's
but-
crazy because the spotlight's not even on them.
It's not on
It's
them.
on me.
It's on
like
you.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
To
And
see if
then
you
it's
can
like
burn 'em.
they feeling like
Right.
those roasts come out of motherfucking just hardcore truths and shit.
So my
like
thing is
no,
this,
it's just
like-
a fucking idea, and I took it and I ran with it and
Like a
to
lot of
destroy
people,
you, motherfucker.
Like a lot of people, they look at me and they're like, "How can you talk about the shit that you went through?" I was like, "Cause if I don't, it owns me."
Right.
Like the fuck? Like it's crazy. Like why would you let that stop you? Why would you let that be the one boot on your neck?
That's
Like-
the one thing that helped Dylan Farrell was
And that's
writing that fucking
when she
piece.
said that, I was like, I feel that. Because for the longest, I was the same way. Like I was adopted. I didn't know my mom, I didn't know my dad. I was molested. So I was that kid that would go to your house and you'd be like, "What the fuck are your parents? Like, what are you? Why are you able to be here all the time?" So when I finally met someone who was in the same, I was in the military, man, and my best friend, I went to his crib a white lady opened the door, and I was like, "Damn, you got a white maid? Damn, you rich? Like you on some, you on some Fresh Prince shit?" And he was like, "No, that's my mom." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm adopted," and he told me his story. So when you find out other people has been through the shit, it makes it that much easier for you to share. And then I was like, "What the fuck am I acting like I'm the only one for? I'm not."
Right.
I'm not special in that way.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I brought to my daughter when her mother died. Because when she died, she was 5.
Yeah.
So I was like, she didn't know what the hell happened. And I would only bring things up when she brought them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't, I mean, it. Like you said, and I've told her many times, I go, there's tons of other kids out there that have lost parents in jail.
Yeah.
They don't give two shits about them. They've given them up, whatever.
And
I go, you're not the
yeah.
only one.
And you also don't know who you give strength to by just talking about it.
Right.
Like real shit.
Right.
Like you never know who's watching you, who will say, like when I've been on social media and everybody's like, I get inboxes and I'm like, damn, they're like, damn, I never thought it would be so easy for someone to share something like that. Even though I make jokes about it or whatever, I'm like, man, if you, this is how I really feel. If you can't laugh at yourself, first, you should never laugh at anybody else. Like you should be able to own all your shit, and it takes the power away from a lot of people who might use it. That's why roast would never affect me, bro. Like the roast would never affect us.
I've
ever.
heard it all,
Real shit.
bro. Like I've heard it all. I've said it all about myself. Like you know what I'm saying.
I mean, I gotta take a break after I do a roast, but it's fine.
I mean,
not me. I mean, I don't want to stop.
I mean, I'm like, I think I'm 3 for 4 for every roast I've been in. So like, that's pretty good odds.
Right.
Like I've done okay, but that last one I was like,
It was too much.
But I mean, I'm just saying in
Am
general.
I wrong?
I
I just feed off that shit.
I'm just saying in general. I'm not even talking about in the show aspect. Like
Just
I'm just talking about
regular
like me sitting
in
here
life.
and somebody being on the shit. You know what I'm saying, going at me or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
I was
just
really
in
worried about
life,
that
period.
tonight.
And like it's just like.
If you guys were here on a Friday, guaranteed someone would be in the Zoom and they will be talking shit.
Trying to
I
go.
knew it. I mean,
And
I literally was like really gearing up before I came here tonight, being like, okay, it's cool. I mean, what have you done?
Well,
Nothing.
if you would have came on a Friday, guaranteed. Like we had the one guy who would call us on Zoom, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck those niggers," and know who would get mad? Him and Sixx. Him and Sixx. I'm like, why y'all getting mad?
He going, and then these fucking gays.
fucking
I'm like, what are you
gays and-
fucking talking about, dude?
Oh, if you could have, Larry's face was red as my jersey. He was like, "This motherfucker." I said, "No."
Well, one of my best
Let
friends
him-
is gay. It's like,
So let him talk.
I'm your best friend.
Let him-
Oh, Larry.
and I was like, "No, let him talk, and he's gonna sound more stupid the more he talks."
Yeah, that's
And
true.
guess what happened? He fucking hung up.
That's
That's-
what I'm saying. Like
That's literally the same thing
bro.
with hecklers too, though.
Yep.
Like,
That,
the more
I'm
you're
saying
like,
when you seem unbothered, people
Yeah,
are
it-
bothered
Because they
Like,
don't
when
have
you
the
not-
power.
Well, yeah,
They don't have the
because
power.
it's like,
And
bro,
black
this
people are
shit
great
is
at
not
that.
fucking with me. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
some are. Some.
They're great at pretending it doesn't.
There's some
doesn't
black
hurt
people
you.
who are very sensitive.
But it's not. I'm not pretending no more, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
like, fuck
there's
that.
literally nothing you can
Nothing.
say to me that's gonna hurt my feelings,
Exactly.
dog. At all. I'm not
That's
pretending.
like
Oh,
like
yeah.
okay, you've been in the military. That's like
Yeah.
me. I was in the Marines, and people
you
was
heard all
like,
kinds of
people
shit.
was like, oh my god, they're gonna just be in your face and cussing. I was like, have you met my grandma?
Yeah.
Like there is nothing a fucking dude that I don't know can say to me to break me down.
your grandma would
My
wake up and be
gra-
like, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
For real shit, bitch. Like for real, your black ass. What the fuck? Like the talking to I got into my household. I can never go anywhere else and get it worse than that because I care about my household.
Exactly.
I don't
Like,
care
you know
about
what I'm
you.
saying? I have to see this person every day.
See what I'm
Like,
saying?
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get away from you in a couple weeks if I'm in basic. Like,
And that's the
can't get away
power.
from my dukes.
I think that's the power of the internet too, man. People take this shit so, and I'm like, you've never lived a real life if shit on here hurts you, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem. That's the problem. So let's do this. I know I said we'll go to 11. It's 11:01. I want to thank
Hey.
both of y'all for coming, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
Like
the
we
best.
got to do this again with Sixx, just because I want him to say bitches every now and then.
I mean, you guys already said the C word like 1,000 times in front of me.
Have we
so,
said cunt?
Like,
What is it?
like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of times.
Did I?
Him, this
did.
motherfucker.
I don't think
I
I
said
did.
it once.
I
You
did.
said it a bunch of times, and
I
you
was
said
just
it once.
repeating Larry.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, I keep track, but
Is that the worst thing you could say around someone who's a lesbian?
Not,
Cunt?
no.
What's the worst
Absolutely
thing?
not.
What's the worst thing?
I mean,
So I can have it. For
really
mine.
nothing.
Look, so I can have it in my
I think it's
arsenal.
because I play with dudes from New Zealand on fucking Call of Duty. Man. They say that shit a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's a regular
It's
cuss
like a
word.
And they say it all
European
out of
thing, like,
context,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Mother cunt. Like, it's like, what? Like,
So
so
it's fine. It's all
She's
fine.
still counting.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what's in the one?
no, I had to
There's
have
one.
I had to have Sarah on because me and Larry had talked about this for a while. I did the soft opener with the me and Shondine show, but I knew she watches us because she comments, she watches, and we gotta have you back. We gotta have you back, Sarah, because I still want a panel of LGBTQ community.
Let's do LGBT.
We have to
like
do
the
that.
Full, like, look
We
at the
have
whole-
to do that just because, I think it's a big misunderstanding. And also, I have questions.
What's the
I just-
misunderstanding?
That's what I
What's
was gonna
happening?
say.
I'm
What's
sorry.
the misunderstanding?
Well, the
She's like,
mis-
what's the
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I
Well,
was being pretty
because-
clear.
Well,
She's
not,
like, I
not
like
just.
pussy.
I'm talking about with the straight community because the straight community thinks LGBTQ runs the world. If they complain, shit will happen. Right.
Sure, I saw that
And
earlier in the
so,
comments.
see what
too.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So real shit. See,
I keep track
See?
of what
Yeah.
everybody's saying. I got it.
Patty says cunt will set off a lot of women. You know,
Patty
what?
doesn't like that.
Patty,
word,
you know
but,
what?
she's immune to it now that she's around. Like
Fellas,
she's totally immune to it.
you ever want to piss your woman off? Say with your weak ass pussy. Say that to her for whatever reason. Just out the blue.
I'm
When you
almost
argue,
positive that's a
when you
cut-
argue,
that's
if she's got the leverage on you in an argument at the end, be like, "And you with your weak ass pussy." Woo wee.
I don't know.
That didn't work, but that's funny.
No,
as
no,
fuck,
just
though,
say
like-
it out the blue because they not used to hearing that.
Yeah.
With your weak ass pussy.
Am I-
What?
The guy do kegels.
My
Like
pussy is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
you
You
got-
got me fucked up.
snapping walnuts out
I
of him.
will
Fucking wanna see it.
I will tow your car with my pussy lips. You got me fucked up.
You guys watch YMH at all?
Look,
mom's
look.
house?
See, Brooke says, "Nah, not weak ass pussy. I'll kill a man." You get the upper hand when you just say that out the blue, like Tourette's. What's your weak ass pussy?
That's stupid.
Whenever you losing an argument with your woman, just
that's
say,
stupid.
just don't think you're gonna get none for a while. Just say with your weak. If you're really done, just say it with your weak ass pussy. You got to put some extra with your weak ass pussy. I've never said it to a woman in my life.
Me neither.
Never.
Like a
That's
full.
bad.
Oh, shit. Look, she said,
Could you imagine saying
And you know,
that?
I don't
Could you
think,
imagine saying that to Kelly? Like,
"We got to do it with a point. With your weak ass pussy."
I think I've called.
Whoa!
That's like the opposite of the choreography that Megan and Cardi B did. On Sunday. It's like that, a man doing that is the opposite of what they did in the
You gotta
Grammys.
emphasize
Like,
with your weak ass pussy.
that's a parody song. If you want to write a cool parody song,
that is. man.
Don't encourage me because that's my
is.
niche right there. People don't know I love making
I've been
songs
seeing,
up.
I've been seeing your albums, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
I
listened to
love
none of them
that
bitches
shit.
because I don't think I can take your voice for that long. Like that melodic, my nigga. I just can't. I can't.
Like this,
But I be
motherfucker
like, yo,
really got some tunes.
I download them hoes though. Like, but I just don't listen to them bitches. Like,
Wait,
yo.
shout out to Sarah because because of her platform, that was the first and only motherfucker that actually paid me for that fucking the COVID hits. Volume
Right.
1. Me and Sixx were on our way to Phoenix. Remember when we went to Phoenix? So I had a comedy show there, and we were on the other side of Flagstaff.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe midnight or 1. It was the same night you were doing your show. Because I was like, fuck, I wanted to call in because I was like, I don't have no service.
Yeah.
Motherfucker hit me on Instagram. It's like, are you Buck D? I was like, yeah, that's the name says. And she goes, hey, I just sent you $25 because I saw your COVID hits on her shit. I was like, man, I felt so fucking good. I was like, this motherfucking line went there, $25 for COVID hits laughs. First and only time. That's dope, bro. We need more people that'll pay us for our content. Shout out to Larry. Larry made that visual, y'all. Larry made that visual right there in that living room right
that
there.
whole video is so funny from beginning to end.
We got a volume 2 that we bullshitting on.
Yeah.
Please do it.
We're waiting on Noel Goodrich because I want him because we're gonna do the male version. We had the females.
the guy,
we wanna,
yeah. Like,
matter of fact, you can do a fucking.
Yeah, you got to come in on.
He's
that,
got
Sonny.
it. It'll be him and fucking 9.
You've seen the old fucking
The
hip hop,
in the
that soul,
80s
R&B,
R&B, like
shit.
you gotta get your own.
You gotta get your. You know.
We're gonna do the male version of volume. We already got the songs. We already got the
Yeah,
songs
we got the
ready.
songs. We gotta
We
do.
just gotta do the shit.
when
Yeah,
you
do
do
shit.
the part about how sports, that's my most favorite one. Is
Oh,
the
bring
Boyz II Men
sports
one.
back?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my
yeah.
most favorite one.
I heard all them songs a million fucking times. At least, and then I would text
This
him the
motherfucker
lyrics
will be like, "Fuck you" in this song. That's all I'm fucking singing.
constantly. COVID got me.
It's so funny. And then all the Photoshop with like the Ken Burns effect of all, it's so funny. It's,
Larry made that shit happen,
oh,
man.
Larry, it's so funny.
Between 6 with the Photoshop, Larry with making the shit look good, and 9 with the. I wrote out the little script for 9 to read because his voice is amazing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah.
Double
that-
down.
I was like,
Double balled up.
Yeah. Oh god.
so what do you have coming up, Sarah? Do you have anything? Do you have anything
Um,
pending so people can come see you?
So I do an internet show.
Yeah,
That
get it off.
Buck was on. Or his sketch was on. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, why don't we? I would love to have you guys both be the people on it next time.
Shit, tell me when. As long as
Cool.
it's not on a Tuesday or Friday.
Yeah.
Always.
And it's all on- it's
I
a
was supposed
Thursday.
to be on Sarah's show and I fucking couldn't do it.
Well, I saw your post when you was like, you were asking about what podcast you can get on. So that's when I
Yeah.
saw you. I was like, I remembered. I was like, come bring your ass Tuesday.
So
Go
it's a
ahead.
Thursday, and it's not. It is next Thursday actually. So if you guys would like to be on it,
Yeah.
it's on Zoom. So you just
Yep.
show up and.
I'll have my new phone then, so it's good.
Hey,
Oh, that's right. I forgot you getting the new
'cause, boy,
fucking
you
phone.
That's your boy though.
Boy, I'll be on the Underground Railroad
Told
with this
you.
motherfucker.
That
I'll be putting the
motherfucker's
hand
phone.
crank.
Is
It's-
I
your daughter's taking you shopping though, right?
I don't know if
No,
y'all
actually, she
seen Buck's
pointed it out.
phone. That nigga Buck's phone is ashy than a bitch, boy. That motherfucker is peeling.
It looked like Killer Croc's back,
That's
y'all.
it.
Oh, dried in the motherfucker.
That shit like you got eczema. Like, the fuck.
My phone came with a hand crank and I lost
That
it.
nigga. Shit, that was a whole corner blown off this nigga's phone. Shit like fucking
Shout out to my job,
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
though.
Oh,
Keep me
God.
from having a fucking phone
That
bill.
nigga said they
What's
got
the
me
name
an
of the
iPhone.
pod?
What's the name?
So it's called Sarah Kennedy and Friends, and I do it in cahoots with the Box Performance Space and Improv Theater.
Hey,
Box.
And-
Box. I love that.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Love that place.
When they can open back up, I'm so excited for us to get to do shows there because it's one of the best places to
It
get to perform.
is. It
So-
is. Small room, action, fucking
Intimate.
lovely.
Intimate
Yeah.
as fuck.
And you can get a sick tape there. Like that's one of my favorite things about it. It's like everything in there sounds good, you look good, and then like your jokes just hit in a, like, a really cool way that
The crowd laughing, echo is
That's
makes
what's
it
up.
sound like it's bigger.
What you got coming, Smitty?
I don't think she's done.
Oh,
that's
you
it.
still? Did she take a breath?
You don't got no shows coming up?
No, not yet. I mean, this has been the
Well,
most
they're
I've seen
opening.
humans between Sunday and here.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I stay home.
Shit, me and Buck and fuck it, who cares?
Well, that makes me feel real safe.
Right,
All right,
hot dog
Smitty?
in the air.
She's like, let me
Smitty?
pull
Shout
my
out to Cruces, Phoenix, El Paso, all these
These
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers been everywhere.
Yeah, that's just for comedy shit. What about
Every
you,
time I
Smitty?
come over here and do something, I'm like scared of the Rona.
What does Smitty got going
you
on?
got going
Basically, I have been informed that, of course,
Yeah, hell yeah, get that off.
New Mexico Entertainment, the magazine, is getting a show out here.
Yes.
And
Finally.
you know what I'm saying?
And they are fans of comedy.
Yeah.
That's what I love
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, definitely. And with me being the new co-host of that shit, or not the new, just the co-host of that shit, like, then I'm definitely gonna be at these shows and, you know, trying to promote New Mexico Entertainment. Especially like what I want to try to bring to it is really try to make sure that locals get some shine on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is New Mexico Entertainment. Like, they out here entertaining New Mexico, so
Right.
we got to get them on this show. So of course I'm gonna come to y'all and, you know what I'm saying, other comedians, other musicians, you know what I'm saying, DJs, whatever, and try to really get them some shine. And but right now, that's it. I'm trying to, I want to travel and do comedy and shit, but ain't nothing popping for me right now. So till it do, like this is
It's
what I'm
coming,
focusing
bro.
on. Yeah, I know it's coming. Cause once
It's
it
coming
come, I'm taking
because
it.
it's not enough performers for the shit that's opening up. Real shit.
Yeah.
That I've seen it. Like that's what's gonna happen. And just stay ready, bro. I know y'all. I ain't got to tell y'all this shit.
Bro.
Y'all motherfuckers. They can say perform now. Y'all be ready.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm telling you, if Anthony had asked me to do 5,
Well, he was like a little girl on Double Dutch. That motherfucker was waiting to get called in the game.
I would have cooked it. I would have cooked that 5. I'm like,
I saw it in his
was
eyes.
so ready,
he was
bro.
like, man, give me 5 minutes, God,
bro.
damn.
But I'm not going because that show is set. It's like, you know what I'm saying. If you trying to do some certain shit or whatever and shit, like I'm not gonna come in and try to disrupt your shit. You don't fuck with me like that.
But if it would have
what I
sucked,
mean?
he would have pulled you in.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
I've been at some shows
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Be like, hey, we got a special guest. You'd be like, God damn you, motherfucker.
Right.
I was just coming to watch this shit.
Yeah, I was just coming to chill.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is every time I do a show, man. Like, or I go to a show that I'm not on, I want a piece.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you see the crowd, and that crowd is luscious out there. It's just like,
See,
I want a piece.
Smitty's one of those motherfuckers when you about to perform, you be like, okay, I gotta bring it. Like people, like people don't think about that. Like it's one thing to perform in front of people who are coming to see you as a comedian. It's another when you see comedians or your contemporaries in the crowd. And you're like, nah, man, hell no. Hell no. I'm not about to fucking bomb like this. Nope, I'm not about to do it. So it keeps you on your toes, man.
Yep.
It keeps you on your toes.
Definitely.
What do you got? You got
Who, me? Oh, so shit, man. I got, shout out to DJ Black, Abilene.
we're going to cruises, right?
Well, okay, so actually first, shout out to Josh Fournier. I have something coming up in Farmington. I've never done anything in Farmington.
Yeah.
I've hosted like concerts when like Snow the Product and all that shit.
They have a lot of shows.
And
up
I
there.
know
She's very
they
pretty.
come out.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I was so sad when she was on your team. I was like, this.
I was very happy.
We
about
done
it. I
lost.
was like, that's great.
Yeah.
I was like, we done really
Snow-
lost one.
Snow
Fell off the
definitely,
wagon. So Farmington, they don't really have shit going. So when
Fuck
you
no.
have something to do there, the whole city comes out.
That's where I was born. So
Really?
like I have
No
a lot
shit?
of family there. Yeah.
Okay. So you know.
Yeah.
So
Man, tell these folks to holler at me, man.
I got you because actually
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
someone fell. Actually, Zach fell off that show. So Josh Fournier, I'm gonna hit you, and let's have Smitty on this motherfucker.
Cause
Man.
shit,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm gonna
like,
hit him because
I
he
want-
told
I
me he
want
was
the
going to
smoke,
get
bro.
somebody else.
Do you guys know there's a grant opportunity right now up in that county?
No shit.
Yeah, and so Josh, because I know he's from there
Mm-hmm.
too. Like if you live in that county or you have like an address in that county, you can say like I want to use some money to put on like a comedy show or like a gallery show or like whatever, and you can get like a bunch of money right now from.
Well, after I perform there,
Oh,
I'll have an
I see what
address.
you're saying.
shit. You know what I mean? Shit, I buy me a patch of land quick, but like,
So-
I mean,
I mean, not that much money. I mean, it's just like the idea of like we can check a
nah.
store,
But I'm
everybody
saying,
gets
but to
paid.
keep
Yeah.
doing it and fucking, you know what I mean?
So he's saying that's gonna be early April. DJ Black, shout out to DJ Black running shit down there in the Cruces area. He got me something in Abilene in late April. And then May, Sixx has something. He's actually bringing Baby Bash
Baby
down
Bash.
to
Baby
Cruces.
Bash.
And so we're gonna do me and South Texas Cheech, who we had on the show. This dude is fucking hilarious.
He's
And
good.
he's not a comedian,
Yeah.
but he is. He just don't know it. He's a character. But I was like, bro, get it, write your shit, because there's one thing to host a show, there's another thing to perform. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well,
So
he's more. I think
he's a
more
personality.
Well, he's more of an
He improvises
like
big
Second
time.
City kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And he's good.
Good.
And he don't even know how good he is. Real shit. This man sat right here and had me in tears. I'm like, damn.
Dude, he
bro.
sounds exactly like fucking.
He
Cheech
he
Marin.
looks like that motherfucker too.
Looks like him too. Yeah.
So that's what's going on down at Cruces at the Amador. And then
Nice venue too.
very fucking nice. Are you gonna go film that shit?
Yeah, we already talked about it.
Yep, the Amador is nice. So that's what I have immediately. Hopefully a lot
what's
of
up.
more shit. I want to do more shit here because there's so many people that's ready to. It's so crazy because how many shows have we put on and people took our shit for granted? I'll come whenever. Now they're like,
next one is.
yeah,
Right.
Or they'll get on your shit and be like, oh man, I'll come to the next one. You're lying.
Like, why ain't you say nothing?
Why didn't you
ain't
tell me?
Yeah, like, bro. Like,
I really wanted to
posted that
come,
shit.
but no,
You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
now it's really crazy that people just.
they clamoring for it right now.
It's gonna be like The Great Gatsby. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
people like
it's gonna be the
just
Roaring 20s.
piling on top of piling, and
And it'll just give us more energy and more
Ready.
incentive to just bring it.
Fucking ready, bro.
Shout out to Barbara Garcia. Barbara, you usually watch us. She says, hey guys, I just finished watching the Hood Tattoos episode. Barbara, did you not know we had a show tonight? God damn. Why are you looking at the old shit? Now you got to go find out what we talked about
That is
tonight.
a funny episode.
No, that episode is fucking hilarious. Thank you guys for coming. Sixx must have stopped in Socorro somewhere. I have no clue.
Grants down to Sapporo.
Chill out.
I'm gonna be there at 9:15.
That shit started snowing, man. Like,
Oh,
it's
that's
crazy.
right.
Patty
That's
says
right.
there's a half inch in Northeast Heights. Right
He's
now.
only going to
Really?
green counties.
Where?
Where we live, me and you.
No shit.
Northeast, yep.
Man,
Who?
I got a
lives
Nissan.
here?
I'm not fucking.
Right.
Sixers.
I'm sorry.
She was like, whose crib are we in?
Y'all just set up all this shit
It's
like
like a meth
She
lab.
was
Just
like,
a regular-
she was like, did y'all break in this motherfucker?
It's a meth lab.
She was like, if you don't live here, I know this
Wait a
motherfucker don't
second,
live
wait a
here.
second,
You
wait a
know.
It was like where me and you
know,
live.
You know
Wait
what's
a
so
minute.
funny? Because I opened the door like I lived there. I was like,
Right.
yeah, come on, get what you want. It's all good.
Exactly. Like,
Nah,
they're on vacation.
drink up,
No,
be
Sixx-
merry.
No, Sixx.
Welcome.
I'm gonna take
I'll
like
take
a
that
bunch of
9 o'clock.
White Claws home with me.
Welcome,
Go take what
bitches.
you want.
No, man, that's my bro, man. So I told him, I was like, well, he already knew. It was
He
like
knew.
we missed 3 shows.
No, he knew.
We
think you
missed like because we were in Puerto Rico and missed 3 shows, and we was like,
And
we
dude, you should
can't.
have seen it. They were raw dogging the air. So
Oh no,
Hey,
saw
I got the
pictures.
fucking vaccine. I can raw
yeah,
dog
but
it.
not Sixx and everybody else that was with your ass.
Hey, if I don't have it, they don't got it.
Fuck.
That's how I think.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's how I get tested. I come here and
That's
if
a
I
good
don't
Real
get
shit.
it.
Who got? You know who got tested the most? Sixx did. Sixx
did.
took so many tests. I was like, "You good, bro?" Yeah, I'm negative. All right, let's do the
We
show.
even
then.
canceled the show because we thought that.
We thought he got it, or someone got exposed.
Yeah.
Yep. But then he was like, "It's negative." All right, see you Friday.
And he sits here.
yeah,
he
you're all
sits right
you're
there.
all in the COVID zone.
Don't you get the you got the vaccine?
Yeah, I
didn't
got
you?
half of it.
Oh, half of it.
Half?
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
I
for the
got- I
baby
got the half,
cells.
too.
I want that baby cells.
Oh yeah.
Those aborted baby cells, you know, they're gonna
Yeah.
inject in you.
I thought they all did have
No,
that.
that
shit.
Johnson and Johnson shit's the only shit that's got it in.
Oh,
it.
and it's
Everything else is
and that's
synthetic.
the one, huh? You just do
That's
the
the
one.
no more
Yeah,
tears.
it's one
no
shot.
more tears.
But
That's good. No more
it's-
tears.
one part of it is lower. I don't know what numbers is lower for it, but it's supposed to be just as effective.
Did you get the vaccine, bro?
I got 1/2 of it right now.
We're in the upper echelon because
And then
everybody
3
thinks
years
no
from now,
black
it's gonna
people
be like,
getting
if
this
you
shit.
got the
Like,
vaccine during this time,
I mean,
we
I
have a
just
lawsuit.
I like science, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like
I trust it.
Hey, trust
you know what I
Fauci.
mean? I know,
been
and I
truthful the
know,
whole time.
like
Look, man.
I understand why black people, especially black people, don't trust it.
Man, but here's
And
my
I
problem.
kind
with
of
studies.
don't blame it, but it's just like, yo, like at the
Man.
same time, it's like you can't. Some of y'all do some other y'all. You know,
Man,
y'all eat some
we
dumb
will-
ass shit to do whatever. Put
Motherfucker
that
will
shit in
lick
your
a whole
body.
blunt with
Exactly.
saliva and pass it and be
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know how many drugs I
and so
put
it's
up my
just like
nose?
you
Everybody
do so
know.
many
It's like,
different
bro, you
dumb
don't
things.
know
Like, why do you
nothing
care that
else
much?
in history, but you can tell me about the Tuskegee Project.
Right, right.
You don't know
You did
nothing.
extensive
Like,
studies on that shit,
really?
but your ass is on welfare. Like you
you
don't shut
you
the
flunked out of 9th grade, but you know all this shit. You're a historian all of a sudden. Like,
Right.
I think we do between cholesterol and cops and all this other shit. Like, there's so many ways that we can get killed. I don't want another
Man,
way,
bro.
Like,
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
I say this all the time, bro. I'm in my early 40s. I should have been dead 10 years ago. So I'm on borrowed time. So I'm taking anything to extend this shit. So fuck all of that. Like,
And even if it don't, I'm having the time of my life right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out this motherfucker with a smile on my face. I promise you.
I'll have the fucking vaccine and get shot. What the fuck will the vaccine do? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. bro.
Exactly.
You know what
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's,
Yeah.
you
Man,
know.
we live in goddamn the violence capital of the world right now. Like,
bro.
You can go to Zuni Walmart and get took out, and they'll know what they'll say. And you had the vaccine.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got shot at Coronado the other day, didn't it?
2 people.
Yeah.
2 people. There's 3 shootings.
Shout out! Look, damn, that was so crazy. The mom of the first kid who got killed is one of my Facebook friends, and we were coming. We were in Puerto Rico, and I saw the story, and then I saw that I was like, damn, and she was like, they had like took New Year's or Christmas pictures, and I was like, you never fucking know, like that's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
it's nuts, dude.
And then they had another one like after that,
Yeah,
and then the people who got fucking found at the airport.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
God,
4 people
that's-
there.
What the
That
That
shit
one,
was wild.
and then
That
that
shit was
one dude
wild.
killed another motherfucker, and the same guy killed one in
In Minnesota or some shit.
no,
didn't
New
he?
Jersey.
Jersey, yeah, man. So yeah, man. Hey, if I can shield myself from not being taken out
Thanks,
by anything,
Biden.
I'm just saying, man.
I'll
you
take.
know,
Look, give me anything that'll.
You know.
Look, give me the Captain America serum. That's what I
use
want.
me as the, you know what I'm saying, I guess, watch me, and if something go wrong with me, then, you know what I'm saying, don't take it. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been watching
Like
Buck.
whatever, but I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying?
Watching
Buck already
Does
took
he have
it.
a baby elbow growing out of his forehead?
Yeah, I was
I'm
just
gonna wait a
like,
year and
Great.
see what
An
happens.
extra elbow?
my arm got mad
No,
sore.
because yours don't get ashy, so fuck that.
My arm got mad sore. Oh no, it gets ashy. You
But
just,
it's
you
a
know what I'm
different
saying? Yeah, that'd be the man. Never mind. I don't even.
No, because I think. Look, do you think it's because you were in the military? Because when you're in the military, they
shoot
sit
you
you
up.
down
Bro.
Indian style, and they'll hit you with bow
Nah,
and
my
arrows.
nigga,
and
we
guns
walked there. It
and-
was like an assembly line.
Yeah.
It was people on both sides of us, and it was like 6 of them.
Yep.
And you just walk down the line with your
And you
sleeves
got all
up,
that
and you
shit.
fat,
Yep.
fat
They
in
don't
both
give a fuck.
arms. And then when you got to the end, you got there, and you pulled one of your butt cheeks out,
they'll smack
and you
you right
stuck
in your
with
ass
that
with a
Tetanus
penicillin.
shot.
And then
And
you got a
goddamn-
rock on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
that bitch hurt. All
Yeah,
the time.
you
Yep.
gotta fucking rub that bitch, yeah, because it's gonna fucking
gonna
be
hurt.
sore. Like you gonna get your vaccines, bro.
You gonna
You
get
gonna
it.
get
They don't
that
fuck
flu
around.
vaccine every motherfucker.
The only thing I got
all
out
that
of
shit.
in the military was I was there when anthrax came across. And they gave me that. They give you 3. At the time, they gave us 3. I took
only
that
got
first
the
one, and I was on a ship. I was on a Navy ship because we were going to the Middle East.
Anthrax was wild.
I was fucked up for 3 days, and I said, I am not taking the rest of this. Those
Bro.
are the only ones I got out of.
Anthrax, when they stuck me with that needle,
That shit
it
was
felt like
crazy,
they shoot
bro.
mayonnaise in your arm. Like you can feel that shit
Yeah.
pouring through your fucking veins.
And all of it
It's
is.
so
they give you
thick.
anthrax to fight anthrax.
It's so
That's the
thick,
fucked up part.
yo. And then like
Take
the
this
fucking
anthrax.
did you get smallpox?
No, see, I didn't.
The
take
way
none of
they
that
did
shit.
with smallpox, they just take a needle and they dip
They
it.
dip it.
And then they just tattoo you with that shit.
Gnarly.
And then fucking you gotta wait for the scare. I still had a scar. Like everybody I know,
That
you
shit
can tell
was open
somebody who
wound
got it
goddamn.
because it's a scar there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That never healed the
good.
same, but it's crazy. Yeah.
That's why I said I can die from the.
But
cops.
I'm just like, bro, like they done gave me all that shit and I'm fine.
yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
so it's like, what can fuck you up?
And so it's just
Those are
like
the genes, man.
I'm not, I'm not saying that
Larry
the
says black
government,
don't crack. So
Black don't crack.
like,
like,
I just don't
You
see.
put mayonnaise in your arm, you straight.
Like maybe I'm
No,
just
they gave us
missing.
Miracle Whip. We don't fuck with mayonnaise.
Yeah,
I love Miracle Whip.
Tangy.
See, Larry's
a
black.
little
I told
tangy.
you.
man,
I
you
told
know
you
what I'm
Larry's
saying?
black.
Patty was like, I can't believe you eat Miracle Whip.
That's
I was
black
like,
people
what are you
shit.
talking about?
I know
It's like
black
the
people
best
that don't
thing
eat
ever.
Miracle Whip though.
Fuck that
That's
goddamn real
crazy.
mayonnaise. Best food shit. All
Yeah.
oily. Ugh.
I know black people that don't eat
them
Miracle
the
Whip
same people
because
that-
of that taste, like
them-
because of that
Love it.
tanginess.
Then the same people that can drink Tampico.
Boy,
No?
I mean,
You drink Tampico?
Yeah, in the little barrels too. Like
Do you like Miracle Whip or
I like,
mayonnaise?
I like the barrel ones, and I also like
I
the
gotta
ones that
put
are
water.
like,
I gotta half and half my shit. I gotta put
Do
water.
you like Miracle Whip or mayonnaise?
I gotta thin my shit out, bro.
hey, like I said, I can eat both of them. I don't eat a lot of mayonnaise and
I
shit
prefer-
like
I
that,
prefer
but I can
Miracle
eat
Whip.
either or. Like
Fuck a Hellman's, bro.
it depends on what is going on.
Look, they're about to fight me. I can't fuck with Hellman's. I need Miracle
Miracle
Whip.
yeah, make it yourself. Just take some egg
And if you're
whites.
poor, you can get the salad dressing, and it's the same shit.
Oh man,
The salad dressing whip.
Give
cracked
me,
one?
you know what I really like? Give me the spread, the shit with the fucking relish bits in it, the orange shit.
Oh yeah.
I need some sweet in my shit, bro.
He said with the relish bits, nigga.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sandwich spread?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
That's
boy.
it.
Fuck that.
That's how
bland
you
shit,
gotta
bro.
put that shit with the tuna and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mix that.
That's some good shit right
All
there.
right, man. We'll talk till midnight, y'all. This
Yeah,
this
we will.
actually might be the longest show while
Yeah,
you bullshit.
3.5 hours.
Hey, we out, man. Hey, do me a favor. Follow these two funny motherfuckers
Please.
to find out what they have coming up next. Even if they ain't got shit coming up, still support them.
Hey.
We'll be back Friday. Sixx will be back. He said he was going to be back tonight. Hopefully he'll be back by Friday.
Y'all call that motherfucker after this. Make sure he.
I was just going to do that. I was going to do that because he stopped commenting.
Snowy.
So it took him so long to get the Flagstaff when he left. So he went through some shit. So yeah, I'm going to call him. Appreciate y'all checking in with us. Tuning in. We'll be back Friday. Hell, it's Freestyle Friday. We'll do it. See y'all then.
Already.
Thank you.
I'm going to call his ass now, man.
Yeah, man.